feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Tes, cek. Halo adik-adik, selamat pagi. Mampus, sehari lab 4 kali anjing. Karena adik-adik udah siap lu menjadi Bocil Sentinel. Oke, mantap. Absen dulu yang masih bangun. Aduh, gue pengen ganti kapas bro.
Make it last forever.
Ben, iya. Masuk. Adrian, halo Marlong. Dewan Jamip, tah mantap. Masuk Derli. Absen tapi gua turu, oke, santai. Bocil sih ngomong apa nih?
Kind of lost. We lost a lot of little mistakes that like a new team makes, so it wasn't like too disheartening honestly, but obviously losing sucks.
Ini harus dipindahin dulu nih, aduh, settingan ini gua.
100 Thieves,
Dengan
I think they're all
PCT.
really
Oh
talented
shit.
players. Obviously we're gonna beat them.
Baru selesai nonton series video, notif. Wah, nonton apaan Susan?
For my liking, like they have really good players.
Series video apa tuh?
Like some freedom with Derek and Bang and stuff like
Lu lagi
that.
pengen nonton seriesnya yang Anya tuh. Seru gak sih?
Fun to watch, to say the least. But York,
Kok chatboxnya nggak nyala guys?
They look a lot more structured, I guess. Even when
Parah.
I watch them on Breeze, they
Ini.
seem like
Prot,
they're more
mantap.
disciplined. They start holding back a
Prot,
little bit more.
hea.
It's not really the old 2020 Sentinels where
Mantap.
it's just everyone's kind of just
Lab
running
iya
around
dong.
and taking fights and stuff.
Baik lu 2 kali
They
iya
seem to
gas
play a
adik-adik.
little bit more slower.
I just think it's because of the game changes. Like you have to
Nonton dah Spy X
You
Family.
can still play kind of free flow, but with so many agents coming out, so many abilities.
Tiba-tiba
like,
Spy
you
X
can't
Family.
You can't really just walk around the map.
Gue nanya si Susan series apaan dia itu di video.
Like making sure we're together. and
Halo
doing the right things.
Irawan, nongkrong.
I think that we match up
Hanya yang main,
against
oh
team
itu ya,
very
di
well
seksi dokter.
because we have
Itu
the
seru
same
nggak sih?
type of structure and style.
Belum nonton.
And I think that we struggle often against teams that kind of throw everything out of the
Gue dengernya
box.
Anya.
It's kinda like
Anya
Vegas.
Geraldine, belaan, bukan Anya Spy X Family.
It's important to me.
Seriesvideo.com, bukan anime ya.
Anything else to do
Tolong.
now with these guys after I thought my year was over, that would be amazing, and I would love that. I would
Itu
love
lu
to
live
be
Ben, jadi
champs.
gua nggak tidur dan nggak takut ketinggalan pesawat dulu. Ah, mau kemana? Turu.
We heard a lot from Zelsis
Mau
there.
terbang
Now,
kemana
the new
lu?
addition, one of the new additions
Wow,
here,
saya
but
flight,
confirmed
bro.
going to be staying with this team past
Pak Diki,
this
ya.
event. And Mel, you know,
Langsung
very
like
clear,
adik-adik, ayo.
Zelsis has brought a
Kita
lot to this
dukung
team.
menjadi
You can see
Bocil
the
Sentinel.
clear improvements across the board. Even
Terus
100
rebutan
Thieves
cowok.
had to
Wah.
recognize that.
100%. I think Zelsis was the
Rebutan
perfect
cowok,
pickup
bah.
in place of Sick. He fills
Tapi
the
nggak apa-apa
same
sih, ceweknya
role,
Anya.
and he's doing it flawlessly. He's able to flex onto the race because now they have
Dari kota
tens
Egy
on
ke
the chamber. The
Banjarmasin.
permanent chamber allows him to play
Anjing, jauh
Neon.
juga ke Kalimantan,
KO,
Cok.
he's just doing it so well.
Ntar ya.
I think a lot of people build him as coming in. It's just kind of like an initiator player. Maybe he'd be
Ambil
flexing
ganti
onto the
kapas dulu
flash
nih.
agent, but that's
Aidul aja mau
really
nonton.
been part of his identity. But the
Nah,
majority
Aidul
has
lah.
been kind of filling the entry role now that Tens has shifted over
Seplet,
to
seplet,
practically
Bang
full
turun.
time on the chamber. He's playing the KO, oftentimes having to fill into the entry role on that agent. And also, we
Anjir,
saw just
kenapa
last
nih
week
kapas
he
teh?
was playing the Neon on Fracture. The flexibility in his agent
Gue
role
udah
and just
tadi
his
ke
quality
kamar
utility
mandi
usage.
ngaca
And
ya,
he's
lihat
added a lot of
jenggot
depth
sendiri
to the
udah pengen
Sentinels
gue
roster, which
bakar
we did
anjing.
hear in that video. This is not the same team that
Cuma
the
agar
squad
keluar
once was.
anjir.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. And I know everyone's always going to be talking
Halo,
about
Demji.
Shroud, and we are going to talk
Ada
about it,
ceramah
but it's
subuh
very
nggak?
clear
Kagak
that
bro.
Zelsis,
Nih kita jadi Bocil
has
Sentinel ya.
been
Wah si
a
Mimi jadi host.
major upgrade that this team really needed.
Selamat bobo ya,
But
Ben, buat
then,
teki-teki.
you know, to
Oke.
Shroud's credit though, he has been
Top.
filling his role as the controller, as the spike planner, as the guy that's just kind of like doing what needs to be done, doing the dirty work, and that's
Jangan
not a
dipotong,
bad
bagus
thing.
itu.
And
Enggak,
on top of
enggak,
that,
enggak
he's
rapi,
also
jelek.
been very clutch for them too.
Yeah, I mean, the clutch has
Aduh,
been
Yan, gua
fantastic
anjing.
out of this guy. As an individual, I think people came in with, again, like low expectations of the team.
Emang
as a whole,
dunia
but
mah
in
gitu,
particular
semesta
this
mah.
guy, right? It's been
Biasanya
like
kayak orang-orang yang
4
punya
or 5
jenggot nih,
years since
dia
the
tuh
last
nggak mau
time he
punya
played
jenggot.
official.
Orang-orang
Obviously,
yang nggak punya
different
jenggot
game,
pengen.
in a different time. Since then, he's just been
Emang nggak
streaming,
bersyukur.
playing more casually, but he came in, and after one kind of
Jelas
slower
turu atau
series,
enggak
he
nih.
picked
Semoga
right up
enggak lah ya.
where he left left off. He said in an interview,
Biar
it just felt like 2014
makin seru.
again.
Absolutely, it's so fun watching him play again, especially in a new TAC FPS. He's trying to like make history here, essentially getting in huge
Semoga
wins
mereka
in
bisa
both
bantai
these
sih.
games. But
Oh,
I think
ini
it's
100
really
tips
interesting
ya,
when you
berat.
really watch his gameplay. He plays very much
Asbuhan,
like a role player.
Asmara
He's not really
subuh.
playing for the stats or not playing for like the star player role.
Ben,
Because
ya, masuk.
I mean, let's be honest, he has the impressions, he has
Jangan lupa
everything, he
langsung
has
like
the fans. He
adik-adik
doesn't
ya,
need to be in
Bocil
that spotlight
Sentinel
because he already
pagi-pagi
is
nih.
in another way. So he plays his role
Karena yang
and plays
ketinggalan
it
yang
really well.
And I think that the new identity of
nggak
Sentinels
bangun
has been
subuh-subuh
around
nih.
who's
Selamat
flexing
menikmati replay ya,
into
Pre.
those role players, who's flexing into those individuals. Shroud
Say
is
hi
one
dulu
of
ke
those,
Bocil
and,
Replay.
the
Halo,
others are
Bocil
kind of like
Replay.
Suzanne and Dapper flexing over to the initiator
Sambil
roles. But
tidur,
what's really
parkour,
exciting
yuk,
about
tidur,
Shroud
bareng
is
lah.
it seems like he's
Nanti
dedicated
jam
to this. He
5
doesn't just want this to be a
beres
one-off.
subuh.
Well, I thought that was quite interesting as well. We do have a quote from Shroud as well, where he
Kalau
says
3 map
there's a
jam 6,
very
deng.
good chance I'll continue to play professional Valorant. Is it with Sentinels? You know,
Pagi, adek.
question mark. But look, honestly, with what I'm seeing here, there's no
Asik
reason
Bocil Replay
why
juga lah.
Sentinels moves on
Hey,
from
hi, look,
Shroud.
Bocil
They
Replay.
very clearly have a good rapport.
Kayaknya sih 3 map sih,
Everyone
Pren,
respects
kayaknya.
each other, and it's clear that the game that it's working for this team.
I mean, he's a solid player. He's an
Pagi, Ben. Apa
experienced
kabar, Ngap?
voice
Baik,
in the
baik, mate.
conversation for this squad, and he's also someone that, let's be honest, brings quite a few
Yeah.
followers and
Yeah.
quite a few fans attracted to
dulu
this Sentinel
kapan,
roster.
saya
I think
kangen
dua
there's
iya.
nothing there's nothing you couldn't like.
Terus masih di
about
Sentinel,
keeping
lu
them
kira
around.
cuma
I'm
main
glad to see
2
that
match
dedication,
terus
because I
mat
think
apa?
the issue that people
Farewell
always
gitu,
kind of
hah?
pinned on Sentinels is that of culture, right? They were the greatest. They got a little
Tapi
complacent.
AFK
They let
aja,
that slip
siap.
away. It feels like, again, that is no longer the
Tapi
case.
sebelum AFK like dulu ya.
Absolutely. When you bring in a player as experienced as him as well, it's not just game related. It's also outside the game, how you interact
Kita
with
sapa
people,
dulu
the
Aijul.
team culture part
Yo!
of things, and I'm sure he's a huge emotional bond
Halo,
with
halo.
those players.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before,
Nah,
bringing in
nunggu
the
mulai
viewership.
nih.
Hi, B-Nance.
Dikit lagi kayak udah mati,
Okay,
dikit lagi.
thanks for
Ini gue lagi sambil main dik.
Main apaan?
Double dip
Kita ya.
Ini dia.
baby. Do what you
KTH
gotta
ya.
do. Love it and
Oke.
respect it. Anyway, though, moving on to their
Sok main dulu
opponents
ya,
as
bro.
part of this
Ntar kalau
whole
udah
cloud
mau mulai,
showdown.
gua kasih
You
tahu,
really
bro.
don't get more
Oke,
clout
men.
unless you talk about 100 Thieves, all
Eh.
right? The Hoodie org turned
Asuna
very good
Will.
esports org. But Mel, jokes aside, though, this
Si
team
Will semoga
has
lagi
been
goblok nih ya.
fantastic to watch them evolve and
Aku mau
grow
nobar ini, nobar
ever
ya,
since the
bilangan.
formation, a complete reshaping of this squad.
Sinatra nggak akan
And
masuk
they're
roster,
right
nggak tahu
there.
ya.
It's
Gue sih
just,
berharapnya
you know, they
Sinatra
have
main lagi
Sentinels in
anjir.
their way.
Absolutely. I think we're going to
Iya,
see
ke
really
kuning kita,
strong
ke kuning.
100 Thieves in this matchup. And honestly, they've been looking great even ever
Zaman
since
emas
how much
sekali
they've
sarapan
developed
nih,
since
ya.
stage 2.
Itu
the
dia, habis
qualifier.
sarapan
And
tidur,
honestly, I
beh.
mean, Asuna left standing from the original roster, but the rest of the 4 looked
Yang
great.
bangun
I mean,
setengah 12
we can't really talk
Jumatan,
about that
ya kan
without really
langsung.
getting onto like the huge sorry feeler for last week, which was there.
Susan Jumatan
I
nggak?
mean, he was insane, but even beyond that, I think the identity of this
Aduh,
team
anjing.
has always been
Yang tuh
in their
tengah baku dari
preparation.
mana?
I think that's what you get when
Nasi
you talk
bebek,
about a
buset,
team that's
pagi-pagi.
bringing in
Tapi
two
nasinya
super
harus nasi
experienced
uduk
coaches,
ya.
a general
Halo,
manager
Rumini.
who's played as a competitor before.
Titip
But
like,
that's
ntar
always what
ketiduran,
this
ya
team
udah,
has been
ayo,
built
sap.
up to be. And I think that they've always been great in those ways. They're a great
Bang,
team
itu
at coming
yang
into
namanya
battles
Lawan
Bang.
ini ya Ben, yang rada
changing
susah ya
their
katanya
compositions,
Ben.
Siapa,
and
Bang,
overstep
yang
their
top?
opponents. But I think
Ya.
sometimes they get a little hung
Under
up in the execution.
Under
And last
tip,
week was such a good example of that. They tried a
Nggak
really
dulu,
cool
oh.
new duelist comp on us
Kirain
that they hadn't
Jumatan,
ran
ya
before.
kan?
And then their attack side utterly crumbled.
Absolutely. Watching Ascent attack
Anjir.
versus FaZe, honestly, it really seemed early in the half they had a good game plan in the attack. Like here,
Bangun
Dicey
Jumatan,
sitting
bisa turun
aggro
lagi.
cap,
Mana ada
and
gue
but
turun
they-
lagi, gue
they
gawe.
skip a step in their execution. Is they skip
Oh,
something
udah
in
mulai
their
teriak.
default, and no one's looking at the lower smoke as a FaZe gets 3.
Ada Mediaser, Mediaser ya.
These opportunities for FaZe, they have hard hitters and Baby and Dicey just go in and exploit and abuse those gaps. They're hyper aggressive. They're gonna find.
Ini replay live kapan? Ya Allah, kamera gue jelek banget.
He's very willing to get aggressive tens as well. We'll look to exploit these.
20.000 dari Out the Bangkos, terima kasih ya. Out the Bangkos 20.000-nya.
And then kind of struggle to make
Anjing.
decisions on the fly, make these little mistakes that get the
Gondrong,
benefit
Cok.
of them, which is
Sosiabas lagi.
right. They let a close matchup slip away with some little mistakes at the end. We want that to
Busan yang nunggu pulang Jumatan aja terus nanya mau makan apa.
Times, right? Especially, you know, with at the level these players are playing, you gotta be willing to get a little dirty. You know,
Bangsat,
you
gue
gotta-
subuh-subuh
you gotta get in the
digombalin.
mud a little bit there. FaZe is no problem doing
Anjing,
that.
itu niat
So,
banget.
other
Siapa
teams,
tuh, Cok?
they're definitely going
Kaspiel
to
jangan ya namanya,
adapt
guys.
to that. I do think Sentinels are gonna play obviously a little bit more of a
Anjing, kalau pakai
structured,
Asuk jauh
Oh, gua tahu.
forming so early.
Kalau apa?
You guys are right, right?
Kalau
There
pakai
is a
Assault
great
jauh
point
banget
here
tembaknya
for
anjing,
Ah.
najis dah.
really start to go outside of the box.
Aduh,
Maybe
masih
try
lama
to-
Ben, level berapa Ben ya ganti senjata Ben ya 20 ya Ben?
100%.
15 ada.
15 pakai apa, Ben?
Pakai bulpup. Di
Enak nggak, Ben?
Assault. Enak, bisa jarak jauh, cuman lu mainnya tap aja, di tapping. Yang nggak usah di-spray kalau dekat-dekat baru.
Yeah.
Gue level di 25 pakai heavy itu Gusenberg senjata pertamanya juga enak anjir.
Balik.
Serius.
Ini gue masih
Tadi gue nyayur nggak minus gue Jul. Gue dari kemarin-kemarin minus pakai Gusenberg kagak minus anjing.
Ini gue pakai senjata
Bapak Sofan
telo
udah main
anjing,
udah
angka buntung tolol anjing nggak
Nggak
mati-mati.
buntung tapping juga Jul, cuman harus pala.
Iya.
Jangan badan. Tens. Dan sama Will masih
Udah ini,
masih
udah pick.
Belum, nanti gua kasih tahu. Kayak Andri TNM, ya Allah TNM. Itu bulan Januari 2021, buset. Gila ya live gua. Kalau ngeliat ke belakang sih dari kualitas yang jadi kualitas yang sekarang lumayan lah ya. Perkembangannya lumayan lah ya. Dari punya bapak, emak sampai gak ada. Lu kaget ih. Bimo, terima kasih 50.000 ya. I got all I need.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for
I got you, baby. Baby, I don't. Anjing, salah. Hit the thumbs up, pencet tombol like. Yo, abis. Makasih Bimo, gocapnya ya. Alhamdulillah.
Ya.
Like nanti diucapin good night sama Susan. Good night doang nggak kerasa ya guys ya. Masa nggak dipap? Pagi dipanik. Berarti emak selama berarti emak bapak selama ini ngalangin kualitas stream lu. Kebarakan mulut lu
Yang kotakan cepet banget kayak maling ngentot.
Gue pukul pakai kapas lu.
Brengsek.
Kalau gue ada emak bapak nih kualitas streaming bisa lebih wow lagi. Bilang on. Ya kan? Gue masih biayain diri sendiri gimana lu? Cuman kan ya sudah. Udah takdirnya kodo dan kodar ya. Apabila seseorang ditinggal oleh bapak ibunya, niscaya tanggung jawabnya lebih besar. Ya. Kewajibannya lebih banyak. Tidak boleh boros-boros lagi. Tapi tadi siang beli pipi. Cakep.
Animorphs lives again. This is it. He is morphing into him. Get the book. It's going to be on shelves relatively soon.
Tadi guys ya jam pagi.
I'm so sorry you have to be here for this.
Anjing baju Hunter Thief keren ya kalau ada kerah-kerah gitu ya, kayak polo-polo gitu kan. Ya, sobat yatim Mbak Bangsa, terima kasih 25.000-nya. Mantap. Ada sobat yatim juga, Bah. Gelap, emang masih gelap, Cok. Weh, keluar sono. Masih gelap. Ini remixan yang mana anjir? Enak juga ya. Chop. Anjas, pemanasan dulu ya kan. Nah, si Susan giting, welcome new member cina. Ih, asik banget nih yang donate ya. Thank you, hilang ngantuk gua. Anjas. Yatim Pog. Wah, 1 menit keren. Kontol apa lagi? Aduh, dia lagi jogetnya gimana ya? Aduh, gua lupa. Malam semalam. Gua lupa deh. Aduh, pagi-pagi emang enak sih party. Oh, gampang gitu ya. Ada Bayu, makasih 50.000-nya ya. Lah, ganti bah. Itu kan mbak, ada komen beating dah. Nah, itu judulnya apa sih, bro? Judulnya apa sih? Kayak buat menjelang tidur kayaknya enak tuh lagu.
Welcome back everyone. Here as we get ready for our first match of the day, Sentinels versus 100 Thieves. Waiting for the players to get all situated and ready to go. I'm Golden
Left and right, huh?
and Cloud9's very own Mel.
Jadi dah PS5 insyaallah prena.
It's great to have your insight and professional experience, you know, to break this all down.
Kalau misalnya PS5-nya nggak jadi juga ya ini dulu nih. Duit rumah dulu ya kan. Januari Glenn Bradley yang benar belaan. Oh, left and right-nya Charlie Put, oke. Itu lupa, tahu liriknya mah, cuman judul lagunya kagak tahu anjir. Pokoknya mah kalau nge-search di YouTube Pak Wung Wung ya kan? Pak Wung 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 Pak Wung Wung. Oh, ngapain gua kekupingin ya? Oh, abis. Kita pakai Poki Bro lagi ya, 6 MG. Poki Bro.
10.000 dari tidur mulu. Pesan, Yat *** Pia *** Ben, sungkem, cuci kaki, mana tahu didoain Beben yang baik-baik.
Amin, 10.000-nya terima kasih ya tidur mulu, semoga kamu safe flight nanti pagi. Amin. Apa gue mau nikah lagi, nggak gue kasih. Malah nyusul bos bu. Oke cukup, babangsat. Aduh,
but it's a bit of a gray area if we do get Haven in the pool.
Yeah, and actually that's a fantastic point because a lot of these teams, right, pride themselves on the prep work. I was speaking to so many of the coaches at Masters, right, like, you know, speaking to Doom, right, and the amount of time.
Terus sekarang tuh lagi ini tahu, lagi apa namanya? Lagi hidup tapi mikirnya buat besok, ya kan? Bukan mikir buat 5 tahun ke depan. Lagi enggak gue. Pokoknya gue hidup buat mikirin besok gimana dah. Gimana gimana makan, gimana streaming, gimana apalah. Pokoknya mah hari esok lah. Short term, tidak memikirkan long term ya. Sing penting survive lu survive. Gimana komedi gue masuk ke buat stand up komedi dark joke? Masuk, cuman agak pinggir jurang juga ya, ngeri. Jangan tidur Ben, biar hari lu jalan terus gak ada besok. Nah, gua tuh pengennya gitu. Cuman kan waktu itu Doctor Strange si time stone-nya dikasih ke Thanos ya. Terus sama Thanos diginiin jadi hilang. Begitu ya adik-adik. Bang Ben RD apa itu? Ini Kosmonaut V2. Oh, maaf. Ntar gua gawe dulu, nggak ada moderator guys. Edit map, edit com, tanda seru map.
To, you know, kind of like prevent Sentinels from getting their comfort.
Tidur, makan kerja open BO. Buset, lu open BO gokil juga. Fraktur. Gua nggak expect itu. Gua kira bakalan ke Ascent atau Breeze ya kan. Oke, sekarang Fraktur. Masih pakai 2 beli abis nanti beli lagi lah. Oke, 100 Thieves-nya Breeze.
So have Sentinels, they're confident enough to pick it.
This is really interesting actually because 100 Thieves likes to ban Fracture. They haven't played Fracture this event, I don't think. So this is really interesting. So they actually, okay, they ban Ascent.
Bisa ada pisau Kimi no Nawa nih Fracture. Pasti si Pet ada kayu harus. Tapi kalau misalnya nggak ada kayu ya Breeze paling. Ini final lower bukan, lower round 2. Heaven Decider. Lu tidur, Pet?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised in the end there that 100 Thieves do get rid of the split instead of the Haven there.
Gua kira udah tidur Mas Pet Gaming.
I think that split has been a more comfortable map for them in recent history. Like you said, they lost last time on Haven, but still showed some.
Bentar, naik buat gue mana? Oh udah. Belum lagi nonton. Oke, shop.
But rewinding to those first 2 maps in Fracture and Breeze. Fracture, I think, is the biggest question mark.
Mas Oet di sini asik.
I'm sure they expected it in the pool. They've got to have
Mas
something
Oet.
special prepped on up, and well, they haven't played it recently. Really
Di mana ada Mas Bet di situ ada Kopetra Mania.
super heavy on the post play on that.
14.200 dari tidur mulu. Pesan. Jadi gini. Gua kan Yat asteris baru 3 tahun. Mohon bimbingannya para suhu Yat asteris Ben. Pengen jadi Yat asteris baik.
Turu, gue baru 2 tahun. 2 tahun. Baru 2 tahun. Lu senior. Makasih 14.000-nya ya. Lu yang senior, gua yang kudu belajar, bro. Gila, adu-aduan senioritas, bah. Ini apa nih? Masuk ke cowok kah? Oh kagak. Iya, adu bapak, bah. Kumohon jangan di time out soalnya trauma. Aman itu Mas Pet lagi mode chill. Lagi Indomie soto plus hot lava. Wah anjing enak tuh. Telur ya kan, beuh. Udah lama nggak beli saus hot lava, ntar beli ya. Apa deh?
I try not to let it, but yeah, when you got thousands upon
Itu ada
thousands
jual
of people
pot bar gak?
saying,
Gak tau ya.
you know,
Gue gak
coming at
pakai
you,
gitu-gituan.
saying you should
Gue
have done
taruh
that,
aja
you should have
langsung
done
ke
that.
ininya. Ke favorit.
I feel like we've all tried to just block it out, but 100 Thieves as an org is just it's just so huge that people expect them to win everything. But in a game like Valorant, it's just not.
23
it's
tahun
not
biasa.
that simple. I wish it was
Biasa
like,
aja
trust me, I wish I
junior.
wanted it.
Anjing,
I wanna win
23
everything.
tahun.
But a lot of these teams are like, where's the skill ceiling?
Ngeri
or the
bener.
skill gap is just so tight and
Kalian bisa, siap. Terima kasih motivasinya Bonto.
Here, so.
Walaupun cuman hanya sekadar komen ya. Tapi terima kasih. Adik-adik like-nya masa belum 100? Parah banget, coy. Aduh, lagunya ganti ah. Takut copyright. Mah pas masih main COD Warzone dulu kalau nggak salah jadi. Lu inget ya Parhan deh di streamingnya Okto lagi. Tahu Parhan nggak like, marahin Susan. Kemarin Bangkong diinvasi kecoa, enggak aman tadi gue udah semprotin anjir. Ngantuk. Wah. Masa ngantuk, bro? Bareng Apip sama Okto. Gue lupa satu jam lagi entah Apip entah siapa. Harusnya sih Apip ya. Harusnya Apip. Terus haho-haho doang ya kan. Terus gak tahu kenapa. Dari situ tuh, dari streamingnya Okto, nyebarnya langsung kemana-mana. Sampai ke yang gak, gue tahu nih orang gak nonton Okto, tapi tahu gitu. Tiba-tiba tahu anjir. Langsung nelpon gue lagi di mobil. Jadi GTA diserang. Itu langsung ke DC. Oh iya banyak langsung ke Discord Okto waktu itu. Oh. Berarti pure ya. Komen langsung pada datang gitu. Gue kan nggak tahu anjir, langsung matiin PC. Ya viewer kagak ngerti ceritanya makanya lah ya nggak apa-apa. Yang penting like dulu ya. Minimal kita PISITI subuh 100 ya nggak bro? Wah ini sih seru nih anjing. Besok subuh ya The Guard sama Face Clan anjir. Tapi kalau gua subuh mulu sih nggak bisa guys. Apalagi besok Sabtu kan. Takutnya besok gua pengen refreshing, pengen liburan sehari gitu. Boleh nggak sih? Oh, saya masih main ya? Oh, masih pada perang. Kontol jatuh. Terima kasih Bimo 60.000-nya. Kang botol ya kan. Padahal ada gelas di sini gua goblok. Biasa orang-orang yang minum ada gitu aja dah. Habis lagunya, Cok. Tahu KBB dari streamingnya Om Okto. Wow, Om Okto. Mantap. Lu sama JJ sama kejadiannya pas streaming. Oh, JJ juga pas streaming ya? Itu pas jalan lemon sama telur di channel Hans. Maaf, masih gondrong, masih malu. Oh iya ya, itu challenge telur ya? Itu sih gue lagi masih nggak pede parah, orang badan gue kayak apa? Kayak buntelan kentut, babi. Nah, Rians, itu dia Rians. Tahun depan Blackpink tour ke Jakarta kagak nonton kan? Nah, ya kan? Ini sekarang tanggung jawab gue udah bukan diri gue sendiri nih. Gue udah hampir gak mikirin tuh idol atau apa. Aduh, pengen nonton mah gitu. Waktu yang Ayu aja gue, aduh. Tapi oke lah, yang Ayu gue masih ada albumnya. Ketemu Lisa, Neng Jenny. Aduh, Neng Jenny ini kalian, aduh. Lu lihat wallpaper gua, Cak. Gimana sih cara? Lihat wallpaper gua tuh. Neng Jenny, bro, tuh. Oh. Gila, cakep banget Neng Jenny ya. Yang Pink Venom beli enggak? Apaan tuh? Saya Diki dari channel DBangkongS, sopan parah, Cok. Dulu kagak ada kontol ngentot kayak sekarang. Tuh dari dulu dari zaman warnet tuh, aduh mulut ini nggak bisa ditahan. Sebenernya gue kalau misalnya nonton replay sendiri, aduh anjir, agak malu gitu. Wallpaper gue Bunda Kartika, anjas. Wallpaper begitu boros baterai nggak? Ini bukan video, ini live foto. Ini live foto jadinya nggak boros baterai. Itu atau like-nya 100, oh udah 100 kah? Mantap. Itu tetap di hati. Nanti 17-18 September ada konser di Sokor, insya Allah ada rezeki, amin. Wallpaper gue Bunda Maya. Wow. Ben, ya, sepak basah. Rasa kayak tidak mengenal orang di video ya, padahal di sini. Iya, gitu rasanya. Itu Ibu Kartini, Mas, bukan Kartini. Istri Oh, ternyata kacamata gua ada di sini, friend. Ini goyang gendong anak. Terima kasih RRR, 50.000-nya kamu insom. Ayo kita nonton Sentinel ya.
20.000 dari tidur mulu. Pesan, mohon maaf nih Ben. Kalau gak salah lu sama JJ kejadiannya sama kan Ben? Pas streaming.
Iya betul. Terima kasih turun 20.000-nya. Tapi guanya nggak streaming, yang streaming Okto. No sleep, ya habis. Makasih supportnya, friend. Gak gondrong lagi kayaknya enggak deh, friend. Sudah cukup lah gondrong sampai rambut kusut ya. Mau wallpaper keluarga pada AFK semua. Wow. Oke, agent pick. Mulai tadi cerita apaan ya? Gua nggak tahu.
Okay, yeah, we actually have 2 Neons in play. Austin is going to be playing Neon for 100 Thieves here.
Yeah, it's an interesting pivot here. Previously, I think the Raze was working really well for them.
Makin sempit ya ini gue ya.
With that post-plant heavy setup.
Maaf guys, kelihatan.
But I think the Neon is just as good. Fills a similar role with that dive and can work well for them.
We're seeing a mirror
Maaf, aduh, PISITI Isyana gue.
The best this comp will take this map. There's no rock, paper, scissors or any playstyle differences. It's just straight up whoever's better is going to win.
Does it feel like more people are just kind of going away from the stage then on this map? Because we were seeing it quite a bit
Wallpaper
before.
gue, bapak gue Ben, walaupun udah beda rumah. Oh, lu udah nikah ya? Gue masih positive thinking nih.
I think it's been a really solid pick.
Ready, oh iya, siap.
Terima
kasih, Coach. Berangkat.
250.000
buat lu Sentinel, berangkat.
Yeah. All right, well, here we go, folks. The game is ready to go. You heard from our analysts. Now it's time to hear from our casters.
Kan pulang semoga enggak ya.
All the action, then Dabala or Dugbala. I don't know. It's Doug and Bala on the call. Fellas, take it away.
Doug and Bala. Iya, nice production, nice.
Muted, freaking A, I did it again.
What was that in your head?
A Valorant, right here. I have to go back a year to look at the last time these two teams played against each other. I have to go back even further.
Keras, ini pasti keras ya nih, 100 Thief. Tapi katanya sih, 100 Thief mah tinggal di AWP-AWP-in. Yuhu, ayo.
And we really haven't even seen them beat them in VCT. The actual circuit. It's been a while since we've seen 100 Thieves be able to be favorites in this series overall. I mean, the last time they played, Steel was on the team. So this is going to be a good one, guys. We haven't been able to participate this entire year because they've been on other sides of the group. Right away, the fast, basically Sentinels-esque play, he gets away from
Selamat subuh warga Instagram, hayu Bocil Sentinel, kita menobar langsung ke YouTube sih, udah mulai ya. Pijit linknya.
That right click so clean to open up the series. Banks holding the tower.
Okay, nice fence.
Pushes his way forward. Back and forth here. It's a 3-3. Really not going
Oi!
just has
Oh shit, Confi2 tense. Oh shit, man.
100 Thieves strike first blood.
That was a really good round from Derek, specifically the bridge player.
I know
he didn't get much in terms of kills, but he set up Asna to be pushing that right back out of Canteen, and then as well Bang with his stim who held on in tower. Really well played from the both of them, and also great patience from 100 Thieves overall in that one, going for that very aggressive push into tree, which Sentinels was doing a lot in their game against Shopify.
Harusnya sih patch lama tuh, lihat ten 1600, beli ini cuma 700 tuh, ya kan? Ini masih patch lama ini. Headhunternya masih 100 harganya.
We'll see whether that's the case.
Semoga nggak usah hotel lah ya guys ya.
Testing the waters over a dish. They have a 3-man push that way. While the rest of the attacking side.
Oh iya bro mas.
Is down long. Really just is kind of causing some ruckus, Bala.
100 Thief 2-0.
Let's go. 2-0. Anjay. Bocil Sentinel menangis.
Walk into Will's trademark. That's going to be the first hurdle.
Pecaham anjing dah, skip lah. Tolol anjing.
Thanks playing here as well. Both on site,
anjing,
so they get a good pinch going. It's going to get dicey for 100 Thieves on this site.
Ini si Bala dari kemarin nih mic-nya jelek mulu dah.
Carrying the orb right now, slight trap
tadi manggilin lu juga lah, kok hilang?
Oh iya, sorry men.
Spring.
Nah,
satu ya.
Burning the clock down to a little
over 40 seconds left. Tadi gua udah ada replay Valorant sejam.
Their way out towards B. It's been quiet. Other than the knife that was used and
Will kalah ya.
Iya.
Trademark to give something away.
That trademark actually gives them false information here. We actually have somebody in spawn already.
Still had Bang up in tower. And once again, one enemy remaining. Fight well out of reach. What can they do? Nothing. Prime Gaming falls.
Ya, gimana nih?
Very nice stuff.
Baru bukannya nanti di champion kali.
Iya, babang serodu.
Thought for a second there was going to be some danger with Zelsis working his way up into spawn.
I'm watching on speakers, don't scream.
KO knife got will suppress the
Entot Bocil Sentinel. Makasih Kai 15.000-nya Kai.
Not the biggest so far here for Sentinel. 2 rounds down, and now they have the weapons.
Gila Bocil Sentinel.
Except for Will. 100 Thieves a full bonus.
Mickey udah kayak mixing mas aja mic
First two
webcam.
rounds, Zelsis both first deaths. A complete shift where he barely had any against Shopify, and in fact had 12 first kills in that game.
Gak apa-apa orang-orang kayak gitu ngasih semangat di tim tau.
See Shaz dropping some of the utility. See if this will give some room to work with. There's nobody in sideball. It's just a little bit of action hanging out towards drop. Will still holding that angle. Smoked off the trademark. Really around here. They're gonna push their forward. No,
Baru-baru udah kaget, mampus. Biar gak tidur.
Drawing attention.
Lah, si Tens pakai crosshair throat.
He expects two players here though in arcade. Noise now, Tens.
Yes, he does. You see the transfer.
Lah! Gak pede dia.
Now they can turn their attention over to A.
Lah! Timingnya jelek. Menyulik dia. Terima kasih Bimo, gocapnya lagi ya adik-adik. Langsung aja di like yang baru join. Anjing Asuna bagus banget tai. Serot belakang serot.
Ya blue man.
100 Thieves 3-0 to
Pasti
start off.
dicaci maki
I'm
nih.
shocked that that round went as clean as it did.
GG.
Given how
Ya.
concerned 100 Thieves was about that flank. Asuna actually re-cleared back through Dish to check if Tens was up at that north side. And Bang and Derek took a long time over there. He actually
Masa skema ketinggalan mulu nih
a
Sentinel?
lot of time spent clearing Zelsis as well. The double peek was really nice. So far, so good for 100 Thieves. Though I will say as well, Sentinels with the right read to be able to push onto that A site, force the retake setup from 100 Thieves.
Habis nonton streaming si Emas, wow.
Bang with a great start. Defense for 100 Thieves. Spike not in tow for Sentinels this time around, and it's really just a stinger in the hands of Zelsis. Not a whole lot else. Sapper one step closer to getting... Actually, he does have that no command online now.
Probably not this round.
Let's go, jangan goblok. Aduh buta. Oh nice Japri. At least plan. Kocak ulti Japri.
Surprised to see them committing here, Shazam. And Tens.
Ini keren banget kayaknya.
Ayamin.
Dia tidak ngeflash.
Stellar clean things up at the end. And for all intents and purposes, a pretty clean round.
Yeah, I'm very confused as to Sentinel's idea there. I don't think they expected maybe to get the 2 kills that they got on site.
Skema 6-0 lah ini lah.
And then Stalin just pops off. Actually, I think 1. And you can see only Tens and Shazam are at that point after the retake actually happens. Are they moving from the south side, from the spawn side for the attack?
Si Will kenapa milih Wardell sih?
Wondering whether they were actually trying to catch, a rotator or something like that. Okay. Fast aggression here potentially with the flash from Zelsis. Or for Zelsis, and they do get arcade control.
And no, Chaz has his Rolling Thunder too. We'll see if he chooses to use it this round. Spike is on that side of the map. You've got Tens who's going to be dealing with the flank coming over. We saw him make this play last week, and it was a big double this time.
Tens.
Cause problems. They have to take a step back.
Ngewe sama KID.
Zelsis is up power already. And with this, actually, Shazam can hold on to that low. For the retake of the post plan, and he even gets a shot on the Bang.
How do 100 Thieves work their way in? They have Stellars, no
Ini
command.
kalau masih post plan kalah juga sih lucu nih namanya nih. Ini posisi udah posisi menang nih anjing.
Even more utility his way. There's
apalagi ulti kan. Nah, gitu dong. Ah!
Tens finding another as Asuna falls. Will with the op and Derek close by.
Motel sih kemarin gue jadi merah rame ya.
But there's really nothing.
Kemarin. Ya elah, ini udah bocil-bocil hijau. Kita warna apa sih? Kita biru ya?
Cakep.
Gua lupa.
Itu dia. Yo, berangkat. 4-1 ternyata.
Oke.
Jailah jagoan gue GVR katanya gitu.
Mati lu.
Oh, masih kompet sih Mas.
Paparazzi. Zelsis was so good pushing through.
Kompe banget lah anjing, orang temennya di bom ngentot sih Mas.
So a really well coordinated play after we thought that we maybe see that ult used in the post plan to delay the defuse.
Di bawah masih pada main Ki.
And the retake is not successful for 100 Thieves there because of that call. So Great job by Shazam setting up Celsius.
Ya, lu juga
He needs to
mati.
get going. He was their key factor in their win against Shopify on this map.
He's the only one over at Dish right now. Again, just kind of causing noise, wreaking havoc, but that's all it is. While you've got Bang, who's still playing up in tower.
Jokes pagi hari
It's been a
adik-adik.
thorn in the side of Sentinels from this spot many times already.
Bang, apa
He's in a
mana Bio?
position to do it again. This time he has Orbital Strike to work with too. A lot of ultimates.
Ayo,
on the side of 100 Thieves.
Lontinel, kamu bisa, Lontinel.
He's up close.
Lontinel.
Wonder if they commit to this B side, he's going to actually have a chance to use this.
Wah, belum sempat turun. Buset dah si Asuna. Iya. Oh my god, Asuna ngeri banget.
Lagi ngeri. Udah.
Gila,
Udah, bye. Overhyped.
These rounds are so
Fuck you.
clean that I'm starting to feel 100 Thieves is supremely prepared for this map. I was wondering
Udah
too,
bentar,
because
buka
I think a
OBS
lot of the
start
narrative
streaming,
for 100 Thieves was,
Bobo,
this
temenin
first
Bobo,
match, they
Bang.
actually have time to
Rocky.
prepare. And this is also the first time we actually see them playing a map that they have seen before from their opponents. Sentinels played this last week.
Ui. Yeah,
So bringing out this new comp as well, they're hiding strats from their opponents as well. And with this 5-1, I'm wondering right now, I think Sean is feeling like this is a perfect storm.
The thing is, though, as perfect of a storm as it can be, we have to remember, Bala, this is not unfamiliar territory for 100 Thieves.
Maju ya,
How many times did we see them come out to real big leads at openings to map and then struggle to close things out? Obviously, Ascent, the most recent memory, right, where they just weren't able to get it past the finish line. So it's a cozy start now, but they can't fall asleep here. Sentinels call it.
Against FaZe, the set map you're referring to.
Diliatin 06 slot nih
that
langsung
was
nih.
map 3.
Ininya
That
nih,
was deep
live
into
chat
a
tuh kan.
series
06
already.
lu. 06 lu
Didn't
mau.
feel this clean.
Kontol.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
like,
sure. Yeah.
for example,
Kontol,
you just see a
sumpah.
lot of the different things that they're doing at the start of the round. Working well, and they're never getting punished for some of those ideas. This time they go for a little bit of tree aggression at the beginning where they're just putting the smoke down and spamming. They're not at risk at all. These types of situations where consistently they're falling back away from others and making sure, you know, they're making the percentage play. That
itu optional nyalain cam atau enggak, soalnya kalau nyalain cam Discord terus harus share screen. Share screen kan narik FPS juga, jadi mereka milih nge-offin.
Ya, udah kompe kalah, goblok.
PC-nya kurang master race kali ya, ah? Under tipe bisa.
Interesting buy here. We're going to have a little bit of scattered.
Coba PSK menang nih.
Armor 10s will have the sort of
Itu SD mana Manggarai? Anjir.
Itu pasar minggu ini, apa Kampung Melayu? 05 itu Pak ya?
Really just
keluarin lah hashtag Zero for Sentinel anjing.
Things will clash here and Celsius finally getting an opening. 100 Thieves with the wrong gamble.
Fast meets fast, and now you've got the over strike down. Stellar.
Both committed here.
Oh iya. Ih, buta semua buta. Iya.
Oh, Shroud anjing.
Di Shroud sih kena flash 2 kali anjing, sial bener.
Sentinels with the numbers advantage here. Shaz waiting. Understanding their players just on the other side. Tens might clean it up himself though. As now he smokes off Shaz, going hunting the timing.
Awas AWP. Aduh.
As Will drops. Hence, how much more can he find?
Yeah, timing gaming.
He's not able to do much about it. The spike got planted, and Sentinels get to 2.
Right out of the timeout, it's I was just mentioning how I want to see some different sort of take, but actually, in hindsight, you're loving the way that this goes because they kind of read Sean Garris and the rest of 100 Thieves as well. They go for a punish where they think, okay, now they're going to stop with this arcade flash dash that Celsius is doing constantly.
Sentinel tuh sebenarnya dibayar sama PISITI bukan nyari piala ya.
Potentially a bridge crunch if the ideal conditions
are there.
But Sentinel just goes right back towards it. So now maybe we'll start to see a little bit of difference, but just looking at a whole state. Bang has swapped to the site.
Bang Magic.
Heard that overdrive used right off the bat. How much you can do with it. Oh, and Stellar swings out at just the right time.
Bener anjing dia sih. Bau.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Note Austin is going to be on the flank. There's an alarm about keeping him at bay for now. That's all they can do. The flash.
Ih, Dapri, aduh, udah bagus banget itu.
One tries to punish something, not able to do it. Perhaps the second time they try to strike drops down. Clouds open up and falls from the skies. Tens.
Kira-kira lagi aneh nih si Tens.
It's a 2v2 here. The map goes quiet. You see Ten starting to rotate his way around.
Asuna nih menang nih Asuna nih.
Oh, he's left Shroud here by himself.
Rida mah geter anjing Asuna.
Asuna close by. Will too. And they just have to
Buset.
delay because Tens is taking ropes all the way around.
Ngedelay dia.
Can hold back long enough.
Wah, ulti.
Tens can make a play here, but time is not on his side.
Serut, kanan serut.
It's so clean.
Oke, Tens. Ini Tens.
Is the element of
Apakah bisa
surprise gonna be
menyelamatkan
enough?
Tens?
Start to get the
Wah,
pieces
ketahuan. Bener kan menang Asuna babi lah.
100 Thieves get 6.
I'm scratching my head about that decision. For Tens to go all the way back around. Shroud did an
Bagus,
amazing
adik-adik
job.
ngobrol daripada
You get
adik-adik
what
di
he
like
got in terms of
ya.
time.
Yeah,
But
as long as he did, yeah.
it wasn't even planted for
Katanya
what
Sen salah
Tens
satu
wanted to
tim
go for, which
NA
is
yang
the
dapat
wraparound
jatah
game.
franchise. Iyalah,
Quite
pastilah.
the post plant when time is really,
Pastilah
really
tim
delayed.
gede udah pasti
If
dapat
it was
franchise.
planted right to the the regular post plant spot, then maybe something.
Ding Asuna.
Okay. Either way, I do like the approach. They lost the first kill there. Stellar just walking up and killing Zelsis in the sand. Not even necessarily the type of player that you want to be winning those fights against one of your stars, but they're able to actually recoup and regather themselves for that.
Ketahuan nih Asuna, anjir.
And there it is. Here, players on the other side. Now the aftershock gonna push him back even further. No command through.
Wih, si Dapri leg shot.
Landing against the fast lane.
Okay, nice.
Just enough cover. Also not able to do anything with it. Zelsis trying to push his way forward.
Ih, Tens aneh banget ih.
Tens is fallen, but the spike
Ih,
has been planted.
amit-amit. Overrated anjing nih
Now
orang.
Bang showing up to rotate.
Sebelumnya nggak begitu anjing dia main.
4v3 here.
Tapi kepik
Spike
aja.
ticking away.
Anjing sekarang counter-tap gak jelas.
Find their way in, but it's not gonna be easy.
Dulu 100 Thieves dibantai sama Sentinel kan dibantai.
Also one way on top too.
That should be the last bit of post-plant utility. There is no other damaging utility left. Got that.
Gak kena AWP-nya anjing. Oke.
He's gonna get a shot at much more, but he
Anjing.
certainly can't deliver. Stellar can't either. Sentinels cleaned it up.
Those are the tools that you need in that situation. Since that timeout, Sentinels coming out strong.
1v1
Obviously, they lost the last
situation by
round,
the
but
Bangkok.
every single one of their hits feels like it's working. They're countering the sort of aggression that 100 Thieves is going for. This time,
Si
the
Tens kayak gitu,
Hall's flash
gerakan
pressure
aneh
that
ngekillnya
came in on
10,
them
kocak.
did not work. So
Ya,
they actually have a broken economy here. For 100 Thieves. Just a stinger, sheriffs,
Indonesia yuk.
a couple of light armor purchases, but
Indonesia,
it's
you.
definitely weak. So what do they have?
Makan
There's an
Indonesia
eco idea here.
Well,
Neither of these teams are great in the
oh
ecos.
Denmark. Oh.
Oh,
Wah.
ngentot dia ngomong in-game, Jul.
It's a great start.
Indonesia, you? Dia nanya,
The
Jul,
first kill against
astaga.
Tens. Something that he's actually been
Bukan nanya
struggling
makan
with
apa
a
Indonesia
lot.
yuk.
Those
Gua
first
kira
kills.
Indomie sayur, apa itu tadi?
Sentinels
Mantap.
with the numbers disadvantage. Look to push the way forward.
Cakep.
If they equalize it, now
Terus
the
Yossi,
advantage is
terus
their
Raden
way.
Gan. Cakep.
As it's pretty
flawless.
freaking clean. Maybe not flawless, but about as close as you can get so far.
Ya, Tensnya mati
Just
ternyata.
follow up once Will gets that first shot. Because he's isolated, there's not even any utility really to help him successfully hold any angle really at all. So huge round also for Shazam.
Udah tinggal sama dia beres-beres udah
He's got his ult
biasa
online
lah.
now.
Si ketinggalan mulu nih di awal.
Execute potential here. And
Dari
we're
pas
at
kemarin
forward now for
Kagak
Sentinels.
jelas
What
ditanyain
looked like
tahu.
a crazy
Jam pagi
good
lah
half
biasa,
from
udah
100
wajar.
Thieves. All of a sudden it feels like confidence a little
Wah,
shattered.
team out.
So we're gonna see it. Sean Garrett's timeout.
Team out.
100 Thieves timeout.
Ada
The
ini
recovery has
orang
been
Denmark anjing
phenomenal.
seru anjing dia.
I mean, since that timeout from
You're so nice gitu, where you came from
They've lost,
katanya.
what, one round?
Belum
since
tahu
then?
aja gua kata-katain
It's really
orang
just been
entot.
all Sentinels the rest of the way.
Indonesia.
And again, we've seen now,
Oh iya,
100
gue
Thieves
dari
calling a
Denmark
timeout.
gitu.
Ball, you were almost like, you could almost feel
Terus
it.
dia ngomong lu
Level
pakiuin kan.
berapa?
They've lost control of the situation.
Gue
They've
level
lost the last
30
couple
lah, gue
rounds.
level
This was the
8.
time. If you're gonna call a
Tak 2
timeout, try to
minggu, emang lo
salvage
main
the
berapa lama
situation
seminggu
before
gitu.
you.
Gue bilang
This
medik,
was the
oh
time
kenapa
to do it.
medik?
We'll
Ya
see
kalau
how
bisa
they
ini,
adjust.
oh iya iya, abis ini gue
Oh,
ganti
dia nggak
medik.
tahu cara ininya,
From
nggak tahu
I
cara.
know,
the
I
round that we
know.
just saw, that was the first broken
Itu aja.
round that I think we've seen out of 100 Thieves the entire half, right?
Yeah,
Gua rasa sih orang
in terms of
Depok
economy?
kayak dia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Enggak, bahasanya beda, Cok.
Finally, you know, their bank got
Kelihatan
put into
bule-bule
it a little bit,
sosokan.
so
Indonesia
they'll put together a buy again.
bahasa Inggrisnya kayak
back
gue
to
lah.
normal, but I think
Oh, iya.
Bener.
the already one of the changes they've made, the adjustments that they've made throughout this map so far have been swapping Bang over towards that A side instead of the B side. And I think they have to revert, given how they struggle a little bit on that A side specifically. And that was not Bang's fault at all. It's just the setups that they were going for were not actually effective in denying any sort of control at all.
It's really interesting here, yeah.
Itu udah bagus lah buat shot mah.
Buat shot ya. Can run away from any sort of pressure. So they barely invested anything in holding halls, but they've already gotten 2 smokes down from Shroud and a stun from Zelsis. The cooldown for Shazam is off, and a KO ult from Dapper too. So right now, a great success for 100 Thieves.
That just throws the brakes on the whole thing.
Na 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 na.
See what Sentinels can do here. What utility do they still have? They have a little bit of smokes. See Shaz setting up for something, waiting for that to come through. Now the Rolling Thunder.
That's
going to split people up. It's just Asano who's left on the side, and so far he's able to take care of one. Splits up the fast lane, repositions. And it's just buying time. How much time can they buy? You just saw Bang smoke off.
Ya, timingnya jelek lo ten.
Flash out is Asuna dropped in trouble. With way too many targets before him. He's able to take care of one. Dapper weak. Behind the wall. 41 HP. Knife to cover things up. Will still holding the
Dapri, astagfirullahaladzim. Dapat.
That might just be enough. Shaz in a 1v2. 7.
Wah, di Bangkong 1v2 situation. Lose.
Derek cleans it up at the end. I thought for a moment Shaz was going to be able to hit those. But it was too much.
Lagi Juna.
2 players stacked on top of each other.
Iya anjing, gerakannya cepet banget ya. Geter gitu.
And a success for
Kenapa
100
main
Thieves there.
Gua lagi makan begini malah nyayur.
Sentinels, what felt like, definitely an A push fast.
Tidur.
Once they didn't get anything from that push from Zelsis, it didn't feel like they had a real follow-up. So they just go right back into basically hitting again, re-execing, after cutting a little bit of noise, make sure they controlled the back lines, no flanks were coming. That is a little readable.
Shroud has his ult this round. Last round of the half, so you imagine it's going to be used here.
They've never really followed up with actual dish hits after taking control of it. Now they're pinched in halls here for 100 Thieves.
We actually saw this hit out of drop a couple of times.
Tens, kocak lu Tens. Kabur anjing.
Now Zelsis goes hunting. The spike has been planted.
Ya, Zelsisnya buta. Oh, anjing Derek.
There's that orbital strike this time from Bang.
Anjing ini post plan aneh anjing, post plan perang anjing.
This weak has to tuck tail, has to run for the fences and find cover around Dapper. He's still healthy, but all he's got is a Spectre.
Crossfire nih.
This angle. Can he keep them back? Dapper's
kocak lu Zelsis.
Get the second, the swing out from Will.
Gak dapet bah.
Is too clean.
Really nice job from Will. Defuse would come in, and that's an 8-4 half from 100 Thieves. That was a dangerous situation for them to go into. Like I said, Sentinels never really went for that dish and followed up onto that site.
Segitunya.
Fortunately, it goes well for 100 Thieves. Sentinels find themselves in a deficit. We'll see if they can make it up in the second half. We'll be right back.
Dia cuti vaksin.
Anjing, suara pistol di kiri gua ngeflick ke kiri kontol. Pistol Valorant anjing.
Lagi kenapa nih Sentinel? Kita emang nonton aja ya kan?
Anjing gua nge-kill.
Dan tempat gila adik-adik yang berjoin ya, berangkat.
13 kill Jul, main gak Jul?
Enggak.
Asteris tidur apa nonton nih?
Males main.
Oh lagi main Asteris.
Satu minggu double XP.
Iseng doang gua sambil lihat PISITI.
Lagi pesen lapar. Lu beli apa Ki?
Apa?
Lu beli makan apa?
Rotori ada di Indo, ya lebih tepatnya diserang ya. Main KOTH di Sitens mas biasa masih serang.
Wow. Banyakan turu deh.
Banyakan main nama opor nih opor. Tender lu enak.
Emang udah pro player jago-jago semua sih. Nothing special anjir kecuali lagi inform kayak kemana siapa ya? Sugetsu. Nah.
Sugetsu sih gila anjing.
Sugetsu dari awal tahun udah gila anjir. Tomi goreng.
Iya. Kelihatan muka-muka umat anjing sama audiens sama apa. konfigurasinya.
Makasih bye-bye 20.000 nya. Bangsat si bye-bye Gi anjing.
Ada si bye-bye.
Donat video lu yang ini Cikontol. Citato kocok di kontol.
Apaan?
Citato kocok di kontol bangsat lah.
Emang ada gua pernah ngomong kayak gitu?
Itu yang waktu lu nonton PISITI makan Citato. Lu ngomong begitu bangsat.
Gua lupa anjing. Coba lihat yang mana.
Real kah bang? Celing nggak jadi member guys. Enggak real.
Bentar Ben.
Mundurin dikit deh.
100 Thieves find themselves
Mundurin 30 detik.
for lead at half. The question now on everyone's mind is, can they hang on?
Cikontol.
Sentinels defensively, they have looked pretty good on this map. They're going to have a chance to see if they can keep back what 100 Thieves will try to do on attack.
And I really like the aggression with Celsius.
Gua aja gak tahu pernah ngomong kayak gitu. Terkadang otak gua suka
Obviously,
surprise
everybody
anjing.
on their mind right now. Attack side for 100 Thieves. It did not go well in their last map, in their last outing. And that's why they're in the lower bracket right now. If it wasn't for that, potentially, they could have been playing for top 3 right now.
Kontol, Citato kocok di kontol sih emang terbaik sih.
Instead, they find themselves here. Classic matchup.
Oke, Tens, culik 1 pulang. Goblok. Di-spray bah anjing.
Kayak motel, bay.
Tough shots to hit for sure. Shazam finds one though through the smoke on somebody trying to cross that stellar.
One bullet, Tens.
For 100 Thieves as they assume post-plant positions. You've got Bang who's playing on site, but that's really it. Celsius has arrived. He's going to be dropping down. There's a knife there, and again, it has just hit Bang. And they deal with everything else attacking the Hall.
Serut. Oh, ding.
That's exactly where they take the numbers in favor of Sentinels, and it gets cleaned up real pretty way. Celsius on the defuse. Sentinels win the pistol.
Yeah, that was just wow. I mean, that was what I was thinking when I saw the retake of Sands from 100 Thieves was responded to so well from Sentinels. Again, you see them falling back into positions where they're not able to get traded, and then you have the fault line from Shazam, a counter flash again, and we have them rotate back up towards the top of the rope instead of spawn exiting and crunching them. That was destruction. Utter destruction. A great call from Shazam. And like I said, I think the Pistols are going to be really close to this series. 1-1 now. Sentinels converts one of their own. And they have a chance to bring this back after an 8-4 half really fast.
Exact same look we saw in the previous round from Sentinels, a 3-stack. The northern side of B off the knife. Try to see if they can set Celsius up right. This time he goes exploring down with him, but it's a bunch.
Kocak mati dua-duanya. Tolol. Ini dia nih. Disaster nih.
Is evened out. Just the HP. Shroud.
Makanya Spectre-nya.
Shroud.
Itu dong.
Sets right now. He's just making sure they can't come out the backside. He's gonna go adventuring. It's a good kill. He'll back up now. Gets the advantage. Puts down one of those Spectres. His team regroups.
Thieves outnumbered here. They still have some time. They could flip the map if they wanted to, but the thing is, Sentinels have no idea. Do they go under? Do they rotate over to A? No idea as to what's going on. And
Dua Spectre lagi anjing.
Push their way forward.
Minimal mati 2 lah. Mahal nih Ron mahal.
Working their way, and it just does not work out.
What a great flash from Shout as well, from Shazam.
Pagi duit, yang berjanji lupa nilai kadang-kadang
udah ada yang pakai bundle baru deh gitu.
You heard Celsius at the beginning of the stream talk a lot about
Gak peduli dia mas Kinjol, dia pedulinya sama menang aja lah.
Ini kan masih patch kemarin, Chambernya belum di nerf.
That's one of those calls right there that indicates they're fully buying into that. Sentinels, I mean, I think the hype is warranted right now. The excitement, I would say. Maybe not the hype, but I really do feel like the culture shift has finally occurred here with Sentinels. 2 additions of Shroud and Celsius. And with, you know, the pressure of LCQ, which they've never faced before.
Sentinels again explore the map right at the very beginning. Through process of elimination, understand, well, there's nothing coming from the northern side. It's all going to be from elsewhere on the map. And you see them rotate over now, understanding where 100 Thieves are trying to push. It's going to be a fight for retake here.
Aduh.
Pipe retake.
And getting a spike down. 2 players in Celsius and Dapper playing around drop.
This is the fast lane to actually help Bang get out of sight here. So he could use his molly in the post plant. All 5 players in the halls, which could be disastrous if his smoke comes up.
Bisa nggak kena loh.
Wah, menang lah.
Aman
Ini
ini
bonus
tek anjing
Fortuna.
duluan. Nah, ya dapat 1 doang.
Yuk bonus yuk, kill banyak yuk.
Oh my god, Dapri. Di run end kan?
Udah Bang Dapri ini emang udah. Gue liat komen Dapri di Slutwatch ketawa anjing. Lo mau jadi Sentinel ngelawak kayak MU apa gimana nih? Isinya konten kreator kan tuh. Suruh bikin platformnya kayak Nimo anjing. Kalau Dapri
konten kreator.
Iya. Pas ada Pogba sih konten kreator kan. Vlogger.
Pogba, Lingard, siapa lagi? Lingard, Dino.
Rashford hampir lah.
Rashford hampir
kena racun.
So comfortable now for Sentinels, I think.
Racun goblok kayak ketularan.
Here comes the fast Celsius push that we've seen many times. Will is just completely stunned up. Has to disappear. But that gives arcade control, and these pistols and balls. And we've got ourselves actually a situation where maybe he recovers a gun. Yes, Ten's up close.
Apakah akan kalah kamu? Ditembak goblok.
Wow.
Lanjut panik.
Oh, nyol anjing ke tripi anjing.
Stupid anjing.
Bacot David.
You stuck around for a long time after he TPs out getting stunned.
Bangsat diganti suara naga gua anjing. Makasih David.
Sentinels falling back to try to actually fight the site, but he forgot about Will. And then the other 2 kills, I actually happened so fast. It's hard to tell where they came in from. There's that shot from Will.
Nah, itu si konyol.
Move them on the flank.
Serot stupid anjing. Tolong dong serot anjing.
That is what stops the bleeding for 100 Thieves. Sentinels have won 3 in a row.
Suruh main ini ya, WoW lagi yang itu.
This is another collapse for 100 Thieves.
Daisy lah.
Maybe they've righted the ship.
Ya.
At least
mati nih.
Here's the tour de force.
Yang mati Tens nih.
Motel men.
Drops a shot. Rendezvous out.
Gila viewer sih rame banget ya.
Besar banget. Diam keling kalau nggak join member diam.
Diam link ngentot anjing. Yang bikin gua kesel malam-malam link.
Ngentot si link anjing.
What's going on, but we actually haven't seen any of these slow defaulty rounds from either side. Always it's a control strat coming out.
Waktu gua ke rumah Putra enggak ada skillnya men.
Are very execute heavy.
Enggak ada.
Mana deh?
Belum mau Upi dah. Apa dia pulang ya? Gue lupa.
Pulang kali dia.
Iya pulang ya.
Lebaran baru sih. 2 bulan ini.
Sindrom sih banyak pulang bukan gawe.
Si gondrong ya.
Tahu bukan YouTube lagi jadi editor.
Tolol anjing.
Tolol anjing. Yalah.
Teh pulang. Oh iya, teh pulang ya.
10.
Spike's still gonna go down here for Bang.
Pulang deh.
Hands up top tower.
Ya rumah anjing.
Stellar waiting right beneath him. They're all coming over. They're all in droves. You see this 2-2
halo guys, binturang di sini.
Orbital strike gonna follow. Where's the entry? How did they get in?
Woi. Iya, turu dua-duanya anjing.
Kalau si Srot tolol anjing enggak jelas sumpah.
Ayo jam. Di ulti dong. Saja mau nggak mau setengahin, oke.
I believe he did, but that's all he was good for. Now Tens with the op. He's just gonna have to be forced into the
Stick aja udah. Cakep. Gak apa-apa.
So close for Bang as well. He pops that out slightly faster. Shazam doesn't get half. I mean, the margin was so slim for Shazam's death there. And Sentinels brings it back somehow. Tens gets credit for that 1v1. He just
Anjir, 100 Thieves udah 2 kali
now we're going to get another 100 Thieves timeout, the last.
Abis ya.
And I think for good reason, that round's a little chaotic.
But so close all the same, man.
They're struggling in these post lines when normally they're really, really good once they get the spike down.
Bentar, men.
And it's because Sentinels is doing such a good job actually countering the setup that they go for. So even with no prep, Shazam is reading them very well.
Susah nih, men. Sentinel.
And they're also
Jalan ceritanya langsung kayak final ini.
the same situation over and over again too.
Langsung ketemu 100 tip anjing.
That. Yeah, the Hall's presence that they're going for over and over again.
Ketemu siapa? First Clan anjing kemarin kalah tuh masih.
I think about the pistol, the round Dapper re-cleared, and then that round as well.
Om ikut gue lu. Jangan nangis.
Already Sentinels is performing better than 100
Nonton
Thieves.
PISITI Beben anjing, cepetan. Bantuin temen gue.
So far on this defense, at least in
Nonton
terms of
PISITI
pace.
Beben.
Promo di KOTH
Strong lead for
Mana coba emang dia skornya lagi berapa ini? Ayo, diem kan lu anjing.
Impact lagi anjing. Bosen.
Lo buka dulu streamingnya Beben kan, tipu kan lu diem kan lu.
And they get really every box they could want. They get Shaz to get
Beben kagak live.
They've cleared out the northern side.
Ahmad, thank you udah join member. Beben kagak live katanya ngentot.
Ketahuan baru buka kagak live orang dia. Bentar 98 bang skornya.
Baru buka.
8 mas skornya mas anjing. Ribu anjing. Komen.
Pas Albi kemana kayak kena mental dah.
Lu kok gendut banget sih ngentot.
The Spectre from that distance.
Siapa
Is
itu
anyone gonna
kalau
give him
boleh
an angle? Is anyone even gonna give him a
Pakai
target?
sosial bus
No.
boleh katanya.
Repositions.
Pakai sosial bus katanya.
Has his ult too. He can really shred if he wants to.
Up.
Someone who's gonna creep his way forward. You
Kagak
see
bisa
top.
komen kenapa?
Iyalah orang belum subrek ngentot.
Belum subscribe lu ngentot memang mati lagi sama dia.
What the fuck?
Itu si Yesus, bang, itu si Yesus kemarin kemana?
Spike hasn't made
Oh,
it.
Bandito,
The
iya.
timing just narrowly going 100 Thieves way, and the shot from Will cleans it up. 100 Thieves hang on to a 2-round lead.
Great fake as well. Great way to actually get the first kill for Asuna.
Beben
Set up
galep.
at the top here,
Ya,
right?
jarang
Through the
pade
smoke.
Lep 98.
This fast lane.
Coba komen, gak bisa komen ngentot belum subscribe.
Orang belum subrek anjing.
It's a sand
Subrek
crunch.
ya.
And then
Lumayan Ben nih
crazy
gua.
that Derek's
Main
Bro,
dapat
bro, jangan lupa
satu.
subscribe. The Bangkong.
Gila.
Sentinels once again broken. 3 ultimates to work with, but not much
Namanya
else.
pansos lewat
Once
KOTH
again,
Ben.
investing on
Pansos
clearing the
lewat
northern
KOTH ya,
side of the map.
anjing.
4
Ya,
members
Abas
from
Breaker.
Sentinels up there right now.
Emang ya.
Because Sentinels actually went for a full buy after that round where everybody died. And they got the defuse.
Alhamdulillah.
Forced to save here, and they went for a north side crunch. That
Set dah
didn't
Asuna.
find them any space. 100 Thieves has the site for free. But once again, we're in this position where they're going to fall back into halls.
Ini mapnya siapa, Dik?
Ben.
Itu lihat di atas tuh
With
Jul.
this,
Oh iya benar.
Sentinels, they have to answer. How many ultimates do we really want to drop here? Shaz can do something with that Rolling Thunder. Zalsis perhaps with his overdrive can make something happen. If they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it soon.
Nah, paling exit track doang kan.
We go, you see a couple of flashes coming out from Stellar and Derek, and now the swing. Nothing doing quite yet.
Wah, kocak lu Ten.
Still on top, he was just waiting for them to
Buset, Asuna! Oh my god, ace dong.
Udah lah.
Gila.
Orang gila banget.
Iko
Udah,
Fragger
udah.
memang enak, tapi itu ngeplik-ngepliknya
And
sih
he's
kacau
on
ya.
there. I mean, those shots were so crisp.
Ngaco udah.
So clean.
Ngaco men.
Target after target, just
So clean
knocking
bener
them
anjing, so
down.
clean anjing.
Ace bro.
Ngaco itu.
Enak banget.
Bullseye after
Dreng.
Jeng gitu. Udah ngaco
Buset
itu.
dah, pala semua anjing.
Kacau.
GG map 1.
Final kill too against Shazam.
Buset, 5
That was-
ace headshot.
Beautiful. And of course,
yang
it
mana
was
itu, Dik?
anti-eco.
Paling kiri atas.
Very easy opponents to kill. Now's the real round that matters a lot here for Sentinels. They've got to bring it back. Keep them off the match point in the trap play. It's
Jangan
continuing
lu.
past what you expect.
Anjing langsung naik tali.
Dapper and Zalsis both push their way forward.
Derek had an opportunity here. You saw Will just use the rope, use the sound cue, and that could have baited them into Derek.
And it's interesting because Derek didn't get hit by that knife, so they don't know that he's still here.
walkabouts too underneath.
Jaga sama Dapri tuh.
Yeah, Shazam. He's jump peeking from spawn. Didn't see anything. But also worried about something still lurking in halls.
Serud. Anjing balik lagi. Anjing balik lagi.
They're starting to pull back, but they haven't
Okay,
gained a
cut
ton of
noise doang
space towards
ternyata.
A either.
Fake sound cues too, and Shazam is bit. So is Shroud. He's
Shazam
left
kebait.
Canteen to fill Shazam's space.
Ini udah main otak nih.
Shroud close by, but
Tracknya
Tens.
Tens udah kedengeran.
Soul Sentinel on the watchtower over B.
Jangan keluar Serut, jangan. Oke. Cakep. Flash dulu. Iya. Ih, gak mati ngentot. Tens gak keluar, Ipare ngentot. Kantin, ya gak kelihatan nih orang.
Bokong lu kontol, hah?
Bokong.
Pasti ini game
Bisa sih lucu sih.
Surely.
Oh, gagal.
Tens cleans him up. Sentinels get to 9.
The must-win round goes in Sentinel's favor, and there is a true chance here
Gagal ini
at this point. But the bank is strong for 100 Thieves. So a lot to get through.
15.
And Sentinel's still in that period of time where they need to be winning these rounds cleanly. And I don't even necessarily think that the hold was great there, but 100 Thieves definitely hesitating on a lot of their ideas.
13-11 nih.
Not necessarily even hesitating, but just kind of not showing commitment to that fake. Maybe overthinking themselves because they didn't have smoke to take that site. They did pull Shaz off, but okay, control now, game 2.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is the first time 100 Thieves are pushing into what has been the counter-resistance from Sentinels in this exact same spot. Asuna with reckless abandon trying to take
Serut. Awas Serut, belakang lu Serut. Mati.
100 Thieves looking to swing the
down lagi si Dapri. 10 JT masih di rope, anjing gila.
Dapper's gone gray and he just has to watch.
Itu
Lat sekali nih. Woi. Oke, 1v1.
He's gotten it down to a 1v1. Is this a vintage Tens moment? Can he do it? Holding the angle.
Udah tahu dia tuh.
Steady. The moment heavy and the shot goes wide. Can he do it with the headhunter? No, not yet. 45 HP. He has to push his way forward. Derek dancing around the box.
Ya, dapet dong AWP-nya. Kurang nonton gua nih kayak si Tenjo.
Again, Derek with another clutch.
Kurang.
Another 1v1.
Pur.
And it looked for sure.
Enak itu per second gak keluar di shop.
Usually good for those shots, but the jiggle's just so solid. First hop shot. And then the second one too off the other side, the elevation change. Jeez. Derek just floating in the center. And that's match point, and that's money broken too for Sentinels. That might be map. That might have been the dagger.
Tens throwing, Tens noob.
Derek has been phenomenal in the clutch. Mel and the desk touched on it as well. This guy has been absurd. 10 clutches so far in the tournament. 8 clutches in the series against FaZe. That is absurd numbers after 2 matches alone.
Dari dulu itu. Coachnya buang ya nggak sih Ki? Dari dulu.
Coachnya siapa? Emang nggak pakai coach dia?
Dulu nggak pakai.
Dulu nggak pakai.
So good. Yeah.
It's crazy that it's continuing.
Emang udah habis aja sih Mas Eben.
Pada
jago anjing orang-orang.
Kalau misalnya terus mah nggak seru anjing nih Valorant.
While Derek has been clutch, hasn't. He's actually carrying their entire clutch rate. There's only been 2 other clutches overall so far in those matches too.
Berapa kali juara dunia deh 2.
And while he's been getting a lot of attempts, he's been delivering.
Dunia banget
sih.
Ya dunia sih iya, cuman master bukan yang champion.
Oh, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Pas lagi hype-hype sih Jola.
Pas awal. First time turnamen Jo.
Itu mah sama kayak TI dulu aja, Nevi anjing zamannya Dendi.
Ya.
Selalu lagi hype-nya juara dia. Kenal lah.
It's playing A right now. He's got the rendezvous to be able.
Soalnya si Tensei waktu itu waktu dipinjam Sentinel gila banget.
Oh iya, aneh.
Makanya di situ hype-nya tuh. Okay, nice delay. Lah!
Bucky-nya
kagak.
Flash here for Zelsis.
Ini udah bakal menang tuh shotgun-nya.
Kenapa Celsiusnya megang random?
Aduh. 1v2, masa kalah ngentot, weh. Oke, 140 momen. Udah stick aja satu, apa sih? Stick aja udah. Terus, nah, percaya sama IG lu. Nah. KPP ngantuk ya, Susan. Top.
Well done though from them.
Anjir, like-nya masih 100 aja, Pren.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm shocked at how much value Zelsis is consistently getting falling out past that rope. That flash, very, very good. And it's something that Sentinels has fixed since that Shopify game. Zelsis in some cases were getting value, but he was going dry a lot of the time. So clearly the VOD review paying off and Sentinels fixing mistakes. 4 guns now, and they actually have really driven the bank. Asuna with just a stinger, but with the movement that he has, it's very possible to get something done with that. Ten's relying on the headhunter right now against Asuna. We've already seen how difficult it can be to hit this jumping guy.
All it took was a flash to push him off the angle. You can re-explore that way. Note the trademark that's just around the corner. Also wise to the fact that it's a common spot, clears it out. Backs on up. Now the question is, what do Sentinels do in reaction to that? And still with that Bucky. But it seems like the hit is going to be B.
He's going to spend his Rolling Thunder on the execute. And if they read whether they're going to play on site, a lot of times there's that mind game of we have certain ults will play off site to preemptively play against it, but Flash actually setting up Dapper. They're going to re-flash.
Stack up.
Oh,
good timing. Dapat 3 Jelsis-nya. 4 ace dong, masa iya.
Balas lah.
Gantian ya, balas ya.
Gantian lah, ini sekarat ini. Yeay, Dapri.
Lah. Dapri
what is the
pahit.
money for 100 Thieves? A couple of low economy players, but they should be able to get a full buy at least. Here's Zelsis round. The double flash. What? Those two
baru nyerodot ya kan?
Ridiculous.
Or like at the exact same time.
I thought it was like, I thought it skipped a
Ya
frame.
udah Dapri dah.
Udah berantem dah nih pasti.
Match point for 100 Thieves. Overtime for Sentinels.
Kalah ini gara-gara tadi nyolong es asli.
Asli men.
Kalah udah.
Heading towards B. No aggression from Sentinels.
Dia tuh jadi malas main.
Gas cepet ya, gas cepet.
Woi!
Entot, slot kalau udah
is able to keep them back.
Dulu smoke keri anjing dapat mulu.
Itu cuman bisa itu dia.
Udah buka baju kayak si Zelsis. Aduh, ngentot timingnya.
Initial hit doesn't go their way. How do they want to go about this?
Oke, cepet jam.
Ya.
Hey.
Stellar and Derek, the only two
goblok.
remain. They still have
Kalau
the spike
100
and they still have
kalah
some
nih.
time. You've got 10
Dikatain nih
around on the flank.
100 throw.
Well, the timing goes away. Stellar's been spotted. He still swings up. He still challenges. Oh, it's
ayo
chaos
buta lu.
Flash in Stellar's face as they're trying to drop down on, but instead he's the one
Surut, kabur surut.
for the fight. Derek, 1v2.
Oke.
Clutch King in a position to do it.
Oke, ote kan. Ote mulu nih.
Of 100 Thieves Sentinels this year, and we go to overtime.
OT.
The first time we see these two teams, and it feels like they're neck and neck.
Pas lawan Fazil
It
juga
really
does.
does.
93. Nah, itu
The
dia
mid-round
ya.
calling for Sentinels, phenomenal as always. A lot of people started questioning it a lot of this year, but for good reason. I mean, they went 0-5 in stage 2.
Let's go.
Looked like the project was over. And here we stand,
biasanya menang
revitalized.
OT Julia. Apalagi babak pertama.
Overtime here on Fracture.
Yang kemarin ya.
With an investment, glass cannon up on Chamber.
Yang awal banget juga OT.
Something you would have never seen in stage 2, but 20 and 15 right now. Here's back to the defensive side as well.
Dueling utility out from both breaches.
Okay.
You see flashes, you see fault lines, you see a little bit of everything. And now that that gentleman's agreement has gone on, you dump yours, I dump mine. Now we can reset the round. Sentinels bring the spike to the southern side. Siasna, he's flirting with fire.
Sabar ya. Kode FPX nih.
Late round pinch on the south side. I think this is 4 here comes.
The flash is out, but it's so well handled.
Aduh, tensa kecuali
Yeah, Bang presses on the other side.
Jalsis dapat timing.
To equalize things back their way, but surely they were looking for more than that.
Nggak ke under Jalsisnya, halo?
Can't cross this trip here. Doesn't have the wall either to actually use it this round. 50 seconds. This might be the
timingnya
on the flank. He'll catch Celsius if he goes any further.
If he looks.
Nice.
Oh, cakep.
Aduh, sajamnya.
Will equalizes it out. They trade it back tit for tat as kills continue to go both ways. Now a 3v3 here with 30 seconds left. The operator still in the hands of Will to spam through the smokes. The Sentinels have done well to at least get on to B. They're going to get the spike down too. And how fitting that it's going to be a fight for retake to keep this thing going. Spike ticking away. Derek playing on the other side of the smoke as 100 Thieves slowly creep their way forward.
Jalsis, please. Carry this fucking team.
Worry about time here though as it continues to tick away. Amalia flash as they swing out.
Oh, nice! Oh, nice flash, Dapri!
Will's left alone in a 1v3, which quickly turns to a 1v2.
Oh no.
But there's just not enough here. He's got the molly in his lap, and even the best thieves in the world can't steal time. The spike ticks away.
Pinggirnya nggak kena padahal.
Options for Will. Celsius gets 3. Sentinels take the lead.
An advantage for them now in overtime against a half that they were so successful at. This is where the comeback started for them on their defense. Remember, first half was 8-4 for 100 Thieves on their defense.
Dapat timing tadi
So
di
losing
Arbet
that
kalau mati itu
defensive
kalah tuh.
round right off the bat here in overtime has got to put them in a situation where they think this game is really, really easily
Gak ada
losable.
delay lagi anjing.
Sentinels have got this within a round right now. It's in their grasp.
Jalsis. Untung Jalsis.
100 Thieves calling a timeout here.
Ngocok serot
Feeling
anjing.
that
Perhaps 13
result, trying to find a way to change what seems inevitable.
Kertak-kertak enak.
Pretty freaking close. Sentinels once again, they take the lead.
Ben, oi.
Taking care of the deficit that
Will
was
dari
before
mana?
them in
Gua
half. You
lupa
see it
Will
on the
dari mana ya.
timeline.
Dia mirip
Lower
Warner
half,
sih
they're just
Will.
riddled with rounds going Sentinels' way.
Kalau timeout lagi, kalau timeout.
Iya.
Super important here. We get another timeout in overtime for both teams. Even though I don't even.
Nanti kalau misalnya 13-13 bisa timeout lagi nih harusnya. Refresh gitu.
Because they have to clean up this attack side if they want a chance at this, because it's gonna happen.
Gua nggak tahu batasnya berapa kali.
Or they're gonna need to play this again if they tie this up right here, and they need to be able to close out the match on attack.
Maju.
Sentinels with a heavy push to the southern side of B, the same look we've seen a couple of times, but there's no one there. In fact, 100 Thieves want
Ya, Dapri kena blind shot sama Asuna ngin.
No, he gets pushed back.
Anjing. Line up molly-nya ke drop.
This flank is so fast too, and they have no clue. It's completely silent.
Cakep.
Celsius falls, now Derek understanding.
Oi!
Wow.
Little Neon v Neon, Asuna with the lead, and now he's going to
Alah, lagi megang flash, timingnya jelek banget.
Shroud in a 1v3, 18 HP.
Oh baby, Shroud 1v3.
Stimmy in his lap as he just tries to spam
ini mah kalau Shroud na megang.
get something, anything.
Sama kayak Zero lah. Kayaknya depan S tuh lagi bau deh.
No, it's just gone from bad to worse.
Asli men.
Shroud Zero.
Caranya 18 lagi.
Gave him a lot of room to
Kalau
work.
kelas sih, dipuja-puja udah ini. Makin gede hidungnya. Bukan pala.
Makin gede hidungnya nah dongol.
Like that, and you've got a couple players. This will have to be a Shroud moment if he wants to pull this off.
Takut semuanya nge-respect.
18
Nge-respect semuanya,
HP,
gila.
very little time.
Respect biar keren aja settingan dibayar sama
deal with. We dance again.
S-Magic, tahu juga berarti katanya Mas.
I mean, that would have been the top post on Reddit
of
all time.
Nah iya, fakta gak?
1v3 to close out the map. And it hasn't necessarily been the same performance that we saw against Shopify from him, but
Bagusnya di
still,
ini Tadi lagi apa di
Yeah,
kota.
13-13, our second
Apa
overtime.
kan? Ya kan SM soalnya depannya kan. Apa
This
kan
is
nggak
for
bisa
100
nge-heal nih.
Thieves if they want.
Apa.
I mean, they cannot start losing these defensive side rounds. If they do over and over,
Ya Allah,
you're seeing the
bang.
Sentinels win written all over this game.
It's going to be heavy aggression defensively, and look at that. They've stunned up 4, but there was a
Yeah,
bit of utility
yeah,
drop right back. Now
yeah.
the relay goal, they have to give the space back.
Yeah.
Asuna can't see a dang thing.
And once again, the double arcane aggression from both teams goes in
Ayo
Sentinels'
Tens,
favor.
maju anjing, lurk.
100 Thieves just not winning that at all, and they've lost Asuna, the guy who has been on fire for them towards the tail end of this game. And he barely got anything for it, too. Shroud does only have one smoke. Maybe we're hoping to execute off of that. Very fast arcade control.
Gone from a high-paced roller derby to start the round to a very quiet, very tactical, methodical chess match. All within the same round. I mean, you're not hearing a single thing go across the map.
Ten's actually hoping that smoke that didn't go down. He might have been able to fake them out. He's still going to go for it, though, but Bang's inside. Should be an easy kill.
Oh, nice. Dapat looknya.
Maybe not easy.
Oke, masuk B.
Does come through in favor of Tens.
Bikin galau ya kan? Bokong, oke.
Sentinels have gotten established control
Lari
of
Tens,
the site.
cepetan,
They've gotten
cepetan,
the spike
cepetan,
down, and now they have
lari.
the numbers advantage. Will and Derek
Lari
still
Tens
alive.
kan?
Derek's
Allah,
down
lama
already.
banget, buset.
He's
Jangan
just
jangan
so
keluar,
consistent in these
jangan keluar.
situations. Derek with the
Ya
ball in
elah
his
lewat
hand,
situ
he's
lagi si
having to
Tens
hold
sih.
it. He's just gonna hold it the entire way, and the first shots don't go through the swing out. Derek,
Lah.
what kind of flick was that?
Wow.
I mean, the
flick.
defuse was secured, but that was still filthy.
It's magic from Derek at this
Udah
point.
info ya, 2 side ya. Buset,
2 versus
lama bener
3,
tuh lari.
and they pull it off. Tens with the success on that A side as well.
Gila,
100 Thieves was on a timer because Tens was coming through that spawn, but once again, so slow. And you're right, the defuse was secured, but still, I mean, puts him down.
Paris.
Shaking his head too. He knows how freaking good he is.
Feeling it like that.
Satu lagi kayak Dea nih.
100 Thieves once again find themselves on map point. Once again in a position to put Sentinels away
Lo
on
liatin
their
sekitar
map
gue nanti
pick.
jagain. Gue gak pakai suara soalnya
They
nih.
struggle to close maps out.
Enak banget nih nyayur
All of
nih.
LCQ. Can they do it here?
There hasn't been a full
GG-nya mana adik-adik?
last time, but sure, you would definitely say this map should not be as it is right now.
I'm out of here.
Exploration here for 100 Thieves that we haven't quite seen. That wall to cross back over. But they're still set up on the other side of the
Paling
map
mantap
right
tuh
now. They
Bang
definitely
Por
don't want to
udah.
be committing.
Bang Bor.
Important here that they're not really spending. Oh my
Ya.
goodness. Selson with the fast break!
Ya.
Gua kira dia nggak bakal lari anjing.
He had a shot at 3. 3 backs facing him.
Gila lu
Swing out
dia.
from Tens.
Belum sabar.
Equalizes it
Throat
back.
moment.
Shroud
Ini di
playing on
rumah
the other
kotak ini.
side of this box, and they may not know where he
Satu.
is. They don't know
Wah,
when
depan.
the ball it is.
30 seconds left.
3v3 here.
Ini Dapri momen nih.
Members of 100 Thieves weak.
Cakep,
Spike's not
begitu
down yet.
dong,
Tens on the flank.
ngelur.
He gets another. Seller and Bang, no Derek magic this time.
Ah,
around. It's gonna
buta
have to be
tuh.
others.
Last player.
Ah!
Ini ya.
Three on the round, Stellar on the
Ah!
swing, and Stellar's dead. 14 apiece.
Berangkat. Terus Ote.
Overtime number 3 we go.
Overtime.
Over and over at this point.
Nggak taunya milih
You
round
have
ya.
to. These rounds, they've slowed down so much since the last 2 in regulation, essentially. Both teams know what's at stake right now. And also, I think both
Ganti
teams,
crosshair lagi si Tens
at least
satu.
Sentinels know. When these rounds are
pede
slow
ya.
and they're getting into
Tadi pakai
chaotic
crosshair throat
situations
bau.
after a couple of kills have been exchanged, it feels like they're
Ya,
in the
surat
lead.
diikutin.
Minus
Ikut
that 4v5 we saw at the beginning of the
Surat.
last overtime.
Surat virus.
So how can we continue to force those situations? That's the question. They're answering Asuna versus Celsius again.
Timing lagi nih dia.
Look at that. The hole, but the spam. Asuna fully flashed. And a clean shot onto
banget itu.
Celsius.
APJ fully
Sunat.
flash
Worse
caster
for
ah.
wear, but the damage is done.
That flash. They don't have to actually catch Asuna fully. It was a nice pop flash, but
Nyentot 3 dari
A
set.
little bit over his head. Didn't see it coming, but only half blind.
Oh no.
We see this funnel out from drop. The one key that's going to be missing is Elsis' is fast lane.
Kata kayak dia live streamingnya Tens lagi sakit kurang kasih
alasan.
This may hit all of them.
Lapor second lagi kopi teh jago.
No.
Ayo kayak dia. Apalagi kayak dia. Coba cari alasan lain kayak dia.
Dancing around waiting. As you see the utility clear out the mollies, aftershocks, everything.
Bapaknya sekarat.
Kata kayak Tens lagi hate. Oh lagi hate mas malah.
Lagi ini.
Oh serut.
PMS.
Woi. Apaan itu ngentot?
Waduh.
Anjing apa sih? Si Derek
is that?
Not human itu man.
Are you kidding me?
Ngentot tanda tanya banyak.
Those 3 kills came fast as lightning.
Cing.
Switching sides.
And he's not playing the lightning. He's not playing Neon.
Cing merinding kaki gue nih.
These 2 guys, Asna and Derek, have pulled out some ridiculous things this game, and it just continues.
Tuh.
Derek has just been
gila anjing counter trapnya.
And we're like teetering on dangerous territory where we just almost expect it.
Yang mana si Derek?
Gue gak tahu Derek yang mana, lupa anjing.
Gue cuma tahu Asuna tuh yang kiri atas.
Asuna kiri atas, Will yang mirip Wardell. Iya. Will mirip Wardell.
Once again find themselves on map
Bang-bangan Asuna gitu.
Find themselves in the
Hiko, ada Hiko.
But Will's opener does not go.
Hiko jadi analis anjing.
Oh iya.
Analis di streaming.
Kenapa kamu main?
Woi, ngentot bantingan atas. Ngamuk ganti crosshair lagi Gi. Oi. Ace.
Alah. Derek ngelonin tadi nih.
Nothing doing.
Ini match apa?
15 apiece.
Still a ridiculous round for Tens. I mean, shut that completely down. Any other player would have been succumbed to the pressure. I'm wondering as well. He gets suppressed. I mean, he just challenges over and
over. Jadi crosshair throat lagi nih si Tens. Anjing.
Turns the flash too. This was, I feel like, maybe one of the first vintage Tens round we've seen in the tournament so far. 27-26.
Let's go. Where are you going? Yeah, let's go kill
He
Red.
had the most fantastic year. And last weekend he was sick as well. In this map, he's delivering at the tail end of the game.
Kecil skip.
Karena di Instagram.
Going fast into dish. Look, they've already got the fast lane down. They've cleared out the
dicek langsung,
trademark. They're
cek
just
aja.
gonna go fully into
Ada yang lagi di Thailand.
Nama Instagramnya apa nih?
Implan di Thailand. Kayak dia sayang dia.
Kayak dia lagi makan som.
Get advantage here. Sentinels already on the site. Retake difficult for 100 Thieves always, especially with Will having an op.
Tetenya mini.
Shroud has Molly. Shaz has some utility as well. Can they stay
Shazam
alive?
udah tinggal
Use their post-fight
nunggu
utility.
drop.
Take a look at
Flash,
Zelsis and
Zelsis
Dapper.
nge-pick
First
sama
line of
Dapri.
defense. They're just waiting to see if there's gonna be a
Skemanya udah bagus banget ini skemanya. Skemanya udah bagus banget, gentot.
Cleans one up. Sentinels again.
Serut. Oke, serut. Mantap serut.
Nah, masa Serut gak dapet kill kayak gitu,
This
Serut.
seems like a foregone conclusion
Serut.
here. Can Stellar win this 1v3 with 30 HP?
Oke.
No. Now it's
GG ya.
Sentinels on map
GG.
point.
Satu lagi. Di sini kalah lagi sih gentot nih Sentinel ya. Hei, tolonglah.
And it took 100
Gue ngebet
Thieves.
250.000 nih, tolonglah.
A little bit of heroics, getting a couple of those crazy situations actually going in their way.
21 anjing
Back on
main
the B side.
badminton lah.
So here we are.
Tapi adaptif di pure sih. Lo gak tahu kalau Sentinel kalau popu gue kurang. Lo di rong
This has been in the last 3 overtimes.
Popu ditarik mas. Tuh 157.000.
Side that they've struggled on.
Iya makanya itu
Same in
mikirin itu
regulation.
PISITI-nya.
They've tried to slow things
Gimana
down.
pun gua harus
It's just made it
Sentinel lolos.
Knives traded at the beginning of the round.
Kalau enggak ya udahlah.
Seems like for now, we may end up towards A.
So look at the difference in
Aduh, ada cemberut lagi.
Tens is choosing not to go for the
Di
last
flash
cannon out
Tens.
because he's been feeling it on the handle here.
Di flash.
But he was going for that angle. There's the space up, the rendezvous, and now the flash. Here we go. The fast lane. The drop down from
Oh, nice. Aduh, satu lagi, bro. Jam, timing jam. Cakep jam. Kasih tau jam, berangkat jam. Tut lagi jam, cakep flash jam.
Oh, udah GG men.
GG dong, GG.
Masa iya enggak?
Aku tidak merugi adik-adik. Kita lihat kayak deh ya.
We go Breeze next.
Tyson.
And that was 4
We go
Breeze next. And 100 Thieves battling. 4
My little tiny pussy and tiny boob Tyson.
I'll fuck you up tonight, Tyson.
Finally, it looks like these teams are even when it comes down to it. And Sentinels looks good. I mean,
My little tiny booby.
Mas lepin lah mas. Mumpul lagi nunggu map doang mas. Asik. Lihat si masnya ayo.
Entirely, even from the old eras of
Bacot anjing. Ini mau di kill dulu.
Mas. Kaide bingung kan dia 100 TV anjing si Kaide kalau lagi Sentinel sama 100 TV tuh. Kayak lu kemarin lagi BTR sama GVR.
Di endorse 100 TV.
Itu kan BA. Kalau apa? Talentnya 100 TV.
Oh, talent dia.
Ya. Bingung lah. Kayak lu sama GVR kemarin tuh jadi BVR.
BTR. BVR.
Kayak dia mungkin 100 sen. Talent streamer, iya streamer. Kayak Nugi lah. BVR streamer.
BVR. Timing is everything itu BTR lawan
Tolong
GVR.
mas kasih sayur-sayuran mantap. Lah duit lu udah habis lagi Ki?
Lah kemarin mah 0 Ben. Kan habis beli Deagle.
Oh, beli bukan rental.
Beli berapa ya? 75.000 apa?
80.000. Bisa
ya,
di assault kan?
Oh. Deagle.
Iya di assault kan? Kan Deagle gak di assault doang.
Oh iya di assault.
Di assault kan. Kayak dia jadinya 110 sanjay. Adik-adik yang baru jangan lupa di like adik-adik.
Gue cuma ke zona-zona ini doang nih, kalau dapat enggak, kalau mati ya udah.
Gue bukan pro player. Lu mau kemana? Ke hotel?
Ini sini.
Anjing.
Ini ada orang Sasik juga nih. Iya, makasih guys, David di sini. Kontol. Yesus.
Denied.
Anjing, ini gara-gara gue tadi nyayur banget di sini anjing sampai pistol gue habis ya. Kayak dia jadi nginjak situ dah.
Di PDM anjing. Jadi talentnya PRX sudah ada Bang Rijal kan.
Let's go. Menang kan tim gue tuh, menang. Udah gak usah zona.
Oh ya biru menang ya? Jam segini anjing.
Menang,
ini mah emang tempat biru, Deng. Apa hotel? Wah, ini dia yang pengen di-ban 5 hari.
Nanggung udah mau mati, mending sekalian mati. Ya enggak? Gue mah baik mengurangi penderitaan orang. Ini juga nih, kan gue bom nih, goblok. Tuh lihat tuh.
Talent GVR bisa lah, talent GVR. Paling bener talent MCG sih. Gratis ya kan. Ben udah level berapa kalau TH? Gue udah level hampir 30 kayak 29 dah.
Tidur.
Enggak dong. Orangnya Belgi Jul.
CG Esport kapan bangkit lagi? Wah nanti nunggu nyewa GH dulu.
GH. Wah itu ada. Nih di sini nih set. Dah.
Coba Nimo 3 tahun jadi itu GH ya.
Jadi GH, BMW, Mercy, rumah mewah. Ada kamu.
Uy. Mahe.
Mahe di mana? Ya si culun itu anjing.
Sumpah Gi, lu pakai Gusenberg lagi. Asli Gi, cuman gak sejauh karbin sih. Tapi enak banget di pala. Tadi gue nyayur
pakai pala Sahid dah nih kayak.
Gusenberg, Cok.
Naik, men satu. Nah, kita udah full dong, kok.
B.
Goblok.
Si Basir itu tadi ngentot sama Jablay. B.
Udah sakit pala biar ngentot.
Lebay.
Udah sakit pala gua ngentot.
Lebay.
Dikit lagi subuh nih.
Bat.
Nugi anjing anak BTR ha?
Enggak terpiur biar yang biasa nonton.
Iya, dulu dah ngata-ngatain pakai Spice Changer.
Iya, pakai Spice Changer. Biar enggak streaming ya ngatain lu.
Mampus lu kerekam lu di lab gua.
Anjing.
Orang OC baru buat bakun langsung level 13. Dulu dia main, cuman kan gak ngerti apa-apa dulu.
Sekarang juga ngerti apa-apaan.
Sama. Ini dia. Damar style anjing. Teneng. Aduh.
Neng.
Makan tuh suara naga.
Susah banget cok.
Pakai klik kiri ya.
Apa iya pakai klik kiri di hold. Udah gitu di pego kan udah kenceng ya. Tetep berat anjing.
Ini kayak harus di sub oso dulu nih gitu.
Asik sub oso anjing oso.
Wah. Gak jatuh gitu.
Let's go boys. Jatuh kayak kalau gua tipisin.
Bisa nendangnya nggak bisa ya?
Gak bisa. Ditodong.
Bang.
Gimana lu kayak gua jihad. Lu turun ke yang banyak orang langsung granat. Klik kanan langsung G anjing dapet tuh tadi gua 4 7.
Anjing hoki dapet tuh.
Dapat granat aja di tempat hilang orang.
Orang doang lagi.
Berat si Mas ngeluh 6 lock rusak di Nemo masih belum ganti. Ya. Hemat bro. Hijau Kikuk. Wah dibokong Binturong.
Lah dari mana anjing?
Gimana sih Drak anjing? Di atas kayaknya di atas lu.
Enggak ada kayak di belakang, ada kayak miss vision gue tuh masih di pantat anjing.
Iya kan? Itu entertainment itu jatuh.
Naik.
Itu motor Muji anjing.
Tot sini tot.
Ayo.
Iya motor
Muji guys. Tolol, udah tau motor gue.
Harga gift di Twitch mahal nggak bang? Ya $3 lah.
Ya.
Gocap bro mahal. Nanti di akhir bulan juga ini membership gue mau gua hapus dulu 2 level yang di atas supaya gift membernya jadi murah. Nih channel gua kok gak hoki aja kebagian yang mahal, babi lah. Biar yang 10.000.
Meow gitu kan? Tet.
Smoke on the water gitu.
Orang bule itu si pelosok.
Tanya Gi, podcast.
Where do you came from, bro?
I am from Holland.
Holland. Penjajah ngentot POC gitu.
Ya, Van Persie.
Brazil.
Van Persie blow on kupingnya.
Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, Holland.
Ja, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui.
Yeah, Sui.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui. What the fuck, you have very good computer, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh iya,
Very laggy.
What you spec?
Predik dulu guys.
i9?
Intel Core i25.
i25, what the fuck?
Apaan tuh anjing?
Get out car. Turun.
Mau lu bawa mobilnya ya. Gimana nih belum bisa turun?
Tapi bohong.
Anjing, jokes tahun jebut.
Mending lewat impon Gi, kalau di sini Gi enak banget. Nyayurin merah datangnya dari kanan. Iya gak ada bandar. Hijau, awas jihad. Oh lu bet 100 thief Ben. Iya soalnya ini bakal 21, bakal map 3. Jing. Mulhan. Nah, itu dia Nuk. Itu dia Nuk. Dapat gak sih? Dapat ya?
Itu gimana caranya?
Klik kanan G. Ini dia Nuk. Anja, sayuran matang, let's go. Anjay, berangkat. GG-nya mana adik-adik? Ayo GG-nya adik-adik.
Musik Nugi.
Goblok nembak anjing.
Nugi.
Viewer doang bacot bisa nembak. Goblok asli tolol 5 biji gak ada yang bisa kena. Goblok. Shot. Memek lu gede.
Medik very better.
Alah, bocil.
LVT, bancot anjing bocil. GG Tony. Wah.
Ya, Tony-nya udah turu guys, sorry dah.
Binut.
Siapa Tony?
Tony.
SM.
Jadi pro player Kak Tony.
Udah gak ada GG Tony.
Iya.
GG Entot ramean sekarang ya. GG Jeki lah.
GG 2JJ. Gue tahu banget.
Ayo Seno Muhammad. Nama gua ngentot.
Lah.
Gak dijawab anjing, gak setuju.
Slash P nih, Lugi mati nih bentar lagi. Biar meledak nih. Slash P gak nih?
Nggak dong. Males gua sama orang-orang gak punya mic anjing.
Aduh.
Gila lah.
Karena nggak live sampai season depan kayaknya Ben. Gak tahu sih. Nanti gua pinjem lah channel Seno.
Apa tuh ngentot?
Gak tahu, bantuin musuh aja gitu mah.
Ben,
ada
apa,
kamu
Brar?
di situ sayang.
Like-nya udah berapa adik-adik? Ada yang belum like kan?
Gini. Ya, gua mau jihad. Nggak asik tuh orang aja.
Kalau ke atas lempar granat ya kan? Dar.
Ya dar, masa nembak.
Dengarkanlah.
Kesian nembak nanti pada rata anjing, kesian ya.
Dicariin. Bacot. Bentar lah gua subuh bentar ya.
Oke. Masih zaman.
441.
Bro.
Masih jamu.
Gue takut nyusul ntar ya.
Oh iya. Doain ya yang ada di sana.
Itu level 20 ya, Gi? Karbin
ya, 10.
Bisa level 14 ya. Besok lah ya main kan. Sabtu double XP katanya.
Besok hari apa ya?
Besok Sabtu men.
Hari ini Jumat.
Iya.
Mati orang. Apa tuh? Nih, Jol. Aduh sakit banget anjing. Ini siapa sih ini orang?
Enik yang tadi.
Dia lagi loh, ya. Gue dapet spot sih enak tuh, bisa nyayur gue Jul anjing pakai assault dong. Tadi ya kalau gak mati-mati konyol kayak tadi nih bisa kill 50 mati 10-an doang gue anjing.
Gue sih tadi siang sama Bocil
kayak pakai tank gue anjing.
Duit gue sih minus ya, gak nambah-nambah anjing, beli motor mulu ngentut.
Ngekill sih Jul anjing.
Iya ngekill 2
masih kit lah.
Kadang nggak ngekill.
Ini tadi duit gue cuma 15.000 udah pas streaming nih. Pas option gocap ya. Main ngendok, cari spot enak dah, sayurin. Pap.
Tadi mau menang tuh kan. BC ngentot, ini jelas. RTO.
Gak gede juga Jul menang. Neo. Anjay. Jago anjing gua.
Mana teng neo lagi?
Aduh, ini dia Jol. Kita HBD. Turu goblok. Bangun. Bangun sendiri. Hari Jol. Ini angle enak nih. Mati tuh Jol. Gitu Jol nih Jol.
Wah, bom men.
Aduh, ngentot gua overpick sih, harus sabar dulu anjing. Kalau udah ketahuan diem dulu Jul. 30 detik gitu sambil nonton PISITI gua. Sengaja disibuk baru gua rusuhin lagi, anjing asik dah.
Yang tadi ada nama yang
Yusuf.
viewer sih, ini viewer gila ya anjing.
Apa?
Nggak apa? Beberapa nggak stream, maksudnya kita nggak streaming nggak main ini, toh udahnya langsung main ini lagi anjing.
Loh.
Banyak dari tadi.
Anjing udah mulai.
Udah.
Oh, baru deng.
Overall,
baru men.
Baru Pak.
Consider stage 2 plus LCQ. Their only map win actually in stage 2.
Lama amat 2 rokat
was on
doang,
Breeze
sahab.
and Tens drop 40.
Ajarin
Sholat
bang,
di
sholat.
komen
Good thing here for Sentinels is Tens heating up. He's definitely been having a rough time so far.
Sama salah, cepat gak dikasih sama sholat.
As well, plus being sick.
Wow.
But here it doesn't feel like any of that's hitting, although Zelsis already exploring down elbow.
Shoulder spotted.
Dan apa aku hadir ya, yang baru hadir langsung like.
Wah.
Kocak, fokus 2 orang. Anjing, Stella pakai sniper.
Was nowhere near, but he still might be able to actually capitalize back. No
Oh,
TP though.
anjing.
And 100 Thieves is now got the sight.
See Will starting to rotate his
Gue juga kayak abisnya AFK di zona gitu. Dia dapet XP. Ini kayak gue AFK di sini dia. Sakit. Disuruh AFK di zona gue.
Wow, virtually flawless one minus Bang. Just not having the angle actually. Cut too close to that wall and Zelsis with his walkabouts gets him, but they get punished so hard. I mean, so hard. And I'm shocked that Tens was so far behind them as well. Still in his rendezvous.
Map 3 ini, map 3 banget.
Not even anywhere close to be able to trade them. Potentially, you know, expecting maybe a trap flash or something like that from 100 Thieves. Either way. Another pistol goes in favor of 100 Thieves here, and they've got 3 rifles on board.
Kerja serot. Astaga.
Fast mid control though.
And that was actually the key on both sides of the proverbial ball for 100 Thieves. They set up Will across the middle of the map, and he was their playmaker. They trusted him to be the spark for 100 Thieves. They're going to have to do it again here.
I also think that poking in mid is a great way to actually find out what's going on the defensive side.
Udah dari master kemarin, Ran.
Sentinels is
dari qualifier juga, dari
very aggressive on these ecos.
Dari optik juara juga udah gini.
And they'll find a stack over towards the B site here.
Rumahnya si Trevor tuh bisa dimasukin gak sih?
Recoil.
Udah
tahu, udah coba.
Kalau offline, bisa kebuka ya.
Oh
iya, dah. Bye, good time.
AFK di situ.
Ya, sambil nonton. Fokus nonton dulu, men.
Kita 3 inisiator anjing Dapri Fade sih asik banget. Aduh, enggak kecuali.
Lah, busuk anjing Dapri.
Lewat dari belakang siapa sih yang bisa, Mas?
From Bang. I mean,
wow.
You actually have the flank coming in from Dapper. Bang turns his head. And we'll get the anti-eco on board for her. So exactly the same situation we had on Fracture.
Bonus sih menang ini.
Very little to be gleaned from these first 2 rounds. Outside of Sentinels wants to be taking the risks on these sort of pushes.
Handoti pada baru pemain enggak baru juga sih.
With the flank. Something that you did not expect coming into Breeze when you see Sentinels playing the fade and Dapper playing the fade was the amount of flanking that he does on this map.
Teglas udah Teglas terakhir habis. Cooldown dulu sampai minggu depan Teglasnya.
Outside of adding, you know, the utility that the initiator provides towards the execute. But after that, a lot of times he's just gone.
Iya, hilang tuh. Si Zelsis banget nih harusnya nih mapnya nih.
This deep wall as well for 100.
Kemarin dia menang
Iya, tapi yang teh gelas diem menang.
Clear the entirety of this
lawan apa tuh awal? The guard.
Lupa.
The guard.
And Celsius in front of the wall.
Zelsis playing around the
Cakep. Aja. Apa lu telat apa gua?
Udah ada pas. 1 menit pas.
Ya.
59.
Serut. Serut.
Terus.
But with that, they've lost numbers. They're outnumbered right now. Derek weak. The flash up from Asuna was 52 HP.
Tele Gaming.
Here's the Prowler.
Cakep jam. Cakep. Itu dong nice retake. Nice retake. Belum juga di plan ya.
Really nicely done.
Berarti lu besok sekolah kena.
One player after it's all said and done. Zelsis with the opener as well on Will, who's not able to punish him whatsoever. Because the flash from Asuna a little early, it doesn't catch Zelsis at all as he goes for that peek on the left side of the pyramid. Then Shroud as well, playing very well there on the stairs. I don't think he got a kill even, but the way that he's swinging with Shazam, the way that he's staying alive for so long and applying pressure towards anybody who's not crossing it out of cave, very, very nice.
Sentinels get on the board a little bit earlier this time around.
Bisa prone.
They have guns to work with here too.
Apaan?
Mayan jual.
Again, we see Will exploring mid-map.
Oh iya kah?
Iya.
It's all the way at the bottom as well.
Terus gue liat ada yang joget.
Ya, dance 3 paling tuh.
Actually cleared quite a bit into elbow with a prowler.
Standaran.
Oh, gua kemarin lihat komen viewer Gi, ada yang bilang kata Fendi server KOTH tuh mahal deh.
Is always possible.
Yeah.
Will's just sitting in mid.
Bayain lah.
With Stellar's position too, I don't believe they should full commit.
Asik sih kayaknya sih.
It's interesting, really. With the knife that hit Asuna, they were starting to rotate towards B. Sentinels were, and they still kind of committed that way.
MCG lah, MCG KOTH men.
Trying to work.
Ya kalau ada yang mau ngurusnya mah tuh developerin apa, staff, admin.
Sort of very early on that orb take.
And another instance in which they prioritize that over the Viper's Pit. Maybe Bang gets through it if they manage to get the plant down, but they have to get through the defenses of Sentinels first. If that's part of their game plan, Asuna uses
Kidut Kang IT kan, tapi malah jualan Netflix tuh.
Si Kidut anjing.
Wiko kuliah IT juga gitu gua.
Buat ini juga 3D apa 4K ini edit ada Indra mana.
Coming in on the Bang, gotta be careful there. He was vulnerable. Could have done so much.
Develop dari viewer sih keren sih kalau kejadian gitu ya.
Develop dari viewer ya.
Keren sih anjing, kebayang. Oh nice. Nge-whiff. Si Will.
Not planted for him.
And now he's starting to rotate over. They do have some K presence, but you're right, it's not
Di plannya buat Emen.
A full stick. And we've seen that before. We have seen that story before in this series alone.
Map 3
The flank
lah,
a
masa
little
map
too
2
late
doang.
for Will as well, and he's not going to be able to get anything done because he goes for that door open.
Develop kokoh.
And there's no post plant because Bang falls early.
Bisa, Evelyn
minta tolong. They just completely nullified it right away.
Udah kokoh Petra.
They played that really well too against the KO ult just to stay back. They didn't lose a single person.
Vector udah kayak fitur ini
Star
Citizen
anjing. Anti-KO setup.
Oh iya kah? Gue belum ke Vector lagi anjir.
But 100 Thieves fall flat here.
Off of that, we're tied it to a piece, so interesting buy for them. Asuna has a pistol, Will has a pistol. They're not where they want to be. Meanwhile, Sentinel's fully healthy, bringing everything they could possibly want. Zelsis at 10, 12 the point away from having Worlds online.
Telat bangun tadi anjing, tiduran tadi tuh.
Very impactful.
Bisa bangun-bangun
aja. Ya mau sekolah.
Hasn't been buying the op too often.
Server KOTH berapa duit emang?
Series, but
tahu kata tadi sih mahal, nggak tahu mahal berapa.
40 juta gitu.
Maybe.
Worth it sih. Gituan juga masih worth it sih.
Balik modalnya kalau kayak Cosmic sih.
mid control as well.
Kayaknya.
Kencang dah kayaknya.
Here, Sentinels have 2 members on site. The Prowler's gonna push a little bit of it back, but it's just for a moment. It's just temporary. Relief from pressure heading their way.
I wait for the wall to come out, and that's the hit.
Dapri.
Siapa ya?
Terus Dapri terus.
But not much more. Ten still causes problems, gets away to safety.
Kosong kan?
Austin is left in this 1v4. Yeah, Ten's this week. He's able to clear that one up, but that's all it's going to be good for. Sentinels take the lead.
5M sistemnya
I really like the wall timing there for Shroud and how the two players who were on site, Tens and Dapper, played off of it. first they actually challenge Will and the smoke. They split them up very well.
Ya,
And
setelah kan
then
ada
they wait for
replay
that wall
nanti
to
ya.
come out.
Ya, replaynya buat
Play really
membership, oleh
passively
PISITI.
together. It's that moment, right? Drop it right away again. And there's just so much. It's very difficult to actually push into ladder when Dapper's throwing prowlers out beforehand. So, very, very
Masa ada yang
nicely
minta
done.
napas naga, Ki, candu. Apa gue jual aja?
You have that tour de force online for Tens. Same thing with Zelsis' ult, like you called out in the last
Wih,
round.
gila, keren.
So how do they determine to use this time? Tens very passive inside the tunnels. He could go for this aggressive.
Tadi YouTube jalanin Nugi setan.
And there's really nothing to restrict that sightline at least.
Yang gue tahu
yet.
itu no
Maybe a
pixel
cloudburst or
pengeluaran setiap
something,
bulan
but for now,
10.000 USD buat server doang.
they try to cross or goes
Ya,
over.
ada yang ngeras tuh, Jul.
Goes up, excuse me.
Gue bisa dapet vision anjing.
Oi! Aduh, udah bagus banget.
Orang, temennya gue biru, Cok.
Ya elah, babang
Lupa gue biru.
Zasuna takes care of him. See some info gathered from Dapper as they try to push their way forward.
Sajam please Sajam dapetin flank-nya Sajam ya.
You've got two members playing in caves and look at them. They're rotating right around each other. Shaz may get the timing on the Stellar if it goes his way. No, turns around. Now they know where he is. Stellar cleans him up.
Iya, meninggal Flawless.
Flawless round comes through for 100 Thieves.
Jul!
And that mid split, really, really well played. Actually, all three players of 100 Thieves played that flash from Zelsis.
Ada yang ngeras ke lu itu, Gi?
One that he's been throwing from the pipe.
Anjing, gue cuma ngomong dong, kaget gue Jul lagi megang rokok. Tangan kiri gue megangin asbak.
Obviously, he had to pop the ult as well prior to that, so they really know to expect that.
Nah, hidup lagi.
Good reaction for them, and I think that's somewhere they
Tapi
can
aja
start
di
to push the
YouTube
button a little bit
Fatalis,
more, right?
bangsat.
That
Ya, di sama
mid
siapa sih?
control
Gue
has
lupa,
really
Bet.
not been getting contested, and then also going for that mid split. The nice thing about 100 Thieves' attack so far is they've been playing really dynamic in the sense of they don't put this wall down early at all.
Biar cuan.
So they can choose late in the round which site to go for and even go for any
Ya,
split.
si Ade, oh iya.
Gotta be careful here from Dapper.
Tidur lah si Ade.
biar aman.
Dapri, timing Dapri.
He's the only one who's looking his way.
He's got his wall out though.
Here's the footsteps. Will goes up top, dashes forward, but look at Dapper. He's found the top.
1, 2, 3.
Cakep.
Anjing gak fokus gue.
And now the power. He's got the ult.
Tinggal di Nightmare, take
down on the side a little bit, but again, more info.
Udah nggak usah Dapri.
See him, he thinks twice about the nightfall. It was there, he had a position to do it, but Asuna the only one standing on the side of 100 Thieves. It's I heard the
tapi map
shock dart,
Giga
but it's
lah.
actually Tens that cleans him up with the headhunter.
Ya, map
Good
lagi.
play from Dapper. The guy has been a monster this
menang.
entire tournament, Bala.
Udah.
And
Tiga
also having the most successful
Tapi 2-0
gara-gara
sih
di
kalau
Sentinel.
Brisma.
on this map specifically.
Menang sih Brisnya Sentinel
Very
sih
few
kuat.
have tried it, but it's crazy to see Sentinels actually successfully implementing something that is slightly off meta on this map. He's had massive impact, especially when you actually go towards the attack side too. We're not even there yet. Ten's got
Gue
the up
bingung nih,
online as
trapnya si
well.
Stellar tuh ditaruh di mana
Gonna
anjing?
solo towards A.
Si Dapri bisa lolos gitu.
Very difficult to actually spot out what defensive setup they're using on this B site until you spot Tens, because Dapper's consistently using those prowlers to get in positions on elbow.
Tadi nggak beli trap dia ya.
So there's a sense of fear whenever you come towards this side of the map.
He still has that Nightfall online too. See him tuck around B. All of 100 Thieves are here. Shaz it on the shoulder yet again up in Nest to see if he spots anyone. The ult comes through. Two members that are tucked in B. They're going to have to do it with their guns. And there it is. The Nightfall drops.
Ya kalah Jelsi.
Silence like crawling across their skin. The tether just like a wound that will not heal. But they get the info that they need. They're
Off
getting
jam,
the
off
kills that
jam.
they need to. Tens and Shaz both remain. And now it's just Tens. Eric on the spike plant.
Kiri Konda.
He slipped the net.
Oi!
He slipped the net. He's managing to get a kill. He's gonna land the
Aduh, hampir tuh timingnya udah pas banget anjing. Cypher naruh trap dia maju.
What is the clutch count on this guy now?
Gila.
I feel like there's been probably 2 1v1s at least for him where he's denied the clutch.
Poin lu masih banyak
specifically
kalau
against
aja lah
Tens,
ya,
even in
nggak
the
apa-apa
series
sih.
so far. He's got to be up at like 13 at this point. What a play. And actually, pretty interesting that
Bang, Lorin AWP menang tuh.
back in the first place, because it feels like we've been trading
Turu
very
biasa.
clean rounds from both sides.
Mesin
Obviously,
tua
that one
sama kayak si
towards
Will
the
tuh
end
152
was a little
151.
crazy when the retake actually starts. But the hit from 100 Thieves was pretty nice.
Wah, si Noob
Successful in terms of getting into good post plant positions.
Duduk sini santai.
Entot Cio juga loh.
Duduk,
So let's see if this pattern continues. Sentinel's gonna wipe the floor with them now.
Umpet sih mencet Q di dalam udah.
Good chance to think about exactly what 100 Thieves are gonna try to do here.
Keras. Anjing, orang gak ada siapa-siapa.
Orang gak ada orang ya.
Austin with a strong
pengenan.
performance to kick things off. You see him 10 and 5 already. That tends is continuing the terror that he was on Fracture. An 11-4 stat line, but you're right, it's pretty early. It's been a good read, and much like you were saying in the rounds, it
Ya, berisik dah kuping gua ngentot.
this is a very good early matchup.
Tai. Tahu siapa anjing?
Ten's continuing to be on fire. When he pops off, a lot of times this map, specifically in the series, gets crazy.
Morocco.
And again, they're really putting a lot of reliance on him getting up close. That
I am Jesus.
And Celsius actually rejoins too. They might go for a pop flash late here
Yeah.
with this close setup.
I am Jesus.
Potentially after Tense takes contact. And then another interesting thing here as well. Dapper is rotating off the B side for the first time.
Maria.
Shroud alone there.
Tense.
Here's the walkabout.
Good timing.
Ya,
good timing.
alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar.
Not necessarily going either which way quite yet.
Aduh, shopnya Zelsis, awas Zelsis.
Ya. Alhamdulillah.
Oke, dapat nih Tense. Cakep, spike-nya dapat, kesot. Dah, kontrol cave, let's go. Dah, jangan aneh-aneh, Deh, diem di hall. Dah, cakep ini udah posisi win ini.
Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin amin.
Jangan aneh-aneh lu Tense, ngentot.
Allahu samad.
Oke, serut di belakang. Cakep, ace. Lu bet Sentinel apa 100 Thieves? Kalau di map ini 100 Thieves sih. Man gak apa-apa lah, 2-0 aja, ayo berangkat.
Gua diajak ngaji anjing sama nih orang.
Oh iya, coba kembali.
Iya. Nih, Allahu ahad.
Steals the ace. I don't think the seller would have walked into Tense, but really good reposition from Tense after that. Actually, the first kill, just in general. The fact that they go for this push, and they're obviously alone with the drone, very dangerous, but that kill where they walk to the halls and then goes down the rope, and then back up the halls again. How can you predict that? And how can you prepare yourself when there's already a crossfire with Zelsis
Surat
set up
anjing.
in that
Udah tahu gua gak banyak apal.
Murotal.
Another clean round. Back to back clean rounds, it feels like.
What's he saying? From Will early on, pistols the rest of the way for 100 Thieves. And much like has been the case this half, they test the waters mid. Find something to work with Zelsis. Playing just on the other side of the
Ngentot nih orang ngajak ngomong mulu. Bukan nonton PISITI.
Yeah, he spots one.
Wait, let me pee.
Every round so far in this map has been it.
Yalla.
As a team gets the first win the round, and once again, I mean, we really expect this one to go.
Wait, let me take a break. I wanna go to pee.
Go sideways, right? Yeah. Will with the blades dashing his way forward. You see him go up top. Yep, Will gets a second.
Aduh, Stellar. Aduh. Jam. Cek dong jam. Ye. Untung di trade anjing 3 lawan 2 tolonglah. Lawan tuh 3-3 ya. Anjing. Aslinya sekarat sih. Oh nice. Serut. Clutch Master. Serut. Alah.
Banyak tinggal.
Hotdog nih, dongo anjing.
Oh penyemangat Jumat gak? Apa tuh Babang Syah?
Ajar Gisia.
Apa itu penyemangat Jumat?
Berisik nih orang ngentot.
Berisik ah.
Ngaji jadinya nih orang ketagihan babi.
Impact for Will even though he's still at the bottom of the scoreboard.
Apa nyanyi anjir?
A lot.
Ilil.
To point towards him as
my friend.
really got it started.
Oh yeah,
Celsius too. I mean, got that first kill, and then
Yala.
Ngajak dia.
Let's go man.
mid in that case, right? That's his
Let's go.
Gets the double doors kill.
Anjing kenapa dia nyaman sama gue jadi ini
They're
ngentot.
just not prepared to actually deal with
Udah gak apa-apa gue mati dah.
Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ayo let's go.
Ini Gi.
Anjing.
Barmikom balayawa dia gitu.
Barmikom balayawa dia. Artinya apa itu?
Itu biasanya yang jihad gitu.
Red.
Barmikom balayawa dia.
Gak apa-apa gue mati lah demi orang anjing.
Kiri dalam ada.
Wadah plik Pak Bin.
Mediasir tapi kena batasan
Gak
usia.
apa-apa men. Biar cabut dari
Gak
tuh orang
bisa.
anjing.
Otomatis dari Sosiaba Saweda kan gak bisa.
Kayaknya gue harus cari tempat
Kalau
lain Jul.
Ekret TikTok gak akan bisa.
We do have to remember
Nggak, lagi gabut gitu. Dia tuh
Ntar
lagi
channel gue yang hilang Pak Bangsat.
belok anjing masuk ke dalam diajak ngobrol sama dia.
Rod mana Bang tuh di bawah anjas.
Goin.
Maju.
Mulai nih. Hancur lagi.
Padahal videonya mantap. Wah, janganlah.
Emang default di situ ya kayak.
Tahu loh dia berkali-kali ya.
Iya.
Orb once again funneled into Asuna. Bang has his pit too.
Daerah.
It seems like that's where they want to end up.
Terus Sore bangun, Ben?
The Cloudburst, the dash out, the Hunter's Fury too.
Sore bangun.
Bangun lah, gue Jumatan ntar
It's gonna keep them at bay for now, but is there any follow-up, anything?
Main Gi.
Hunter's Fury is gonna
Apaan mau main apa Gi?
Viper's pit fall.
Kalau saya paling anjing lagi banget anjing gua.
Tapi itu kayak gue abis Jumatan pengen syukur dulu sih.
Will trying
Iya,
to
Paling jam 3 balik lah.
on the other side of the goo.
Sekalian recoil apa? Vape.
Nice.
Udah 2 bulan Jul ini. Coil gue masih nggak kenapa-napa, cuman rasanya udah mulai hilang.
They're both so weak. Dapper on the tab, that's all it's gonna be so far. Darius on the flank, but can he get?
Aduh kelamaan nih, udah kebokong kan.
He might have an angle from bridge here.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna have to do something here.
Dah, sip. Plannya bukan buat dia.
A little damage. Derek once again in a clutch. Zelsis.
Yo my god, Derek lagi yang clutch anjing, ngeri banget.
Clutch is almost commonplace for him now.
Gila.
I said it last week. You might as well call him Mr. Red Bull. This guy.
Bisa masuk ya?
Ya udah cari yang lain dulu.
Jul, banyak Jul.
The
Assalamualaikum.
consistency that he's hitting these punches
Derek
with.
gila.
1v2 this time as well.
Gua bom Jul anjing.
And Sentinels.
Sisa jam kenapa main di situ ya?
Not able to get another retake going here.
Gak
They're
nyangka ke
struggling
stairs
in these
kayaknya dah.
situations.
Nyangkanya ke
For
orange.
good reason. I mean, 100 Thieves is one of the best
Kan
post
kalian di
fight.
situ udah pasti ke stairs anjing.
Oh enggak, ini viewer ini.
If not the
Ya,
best,
makanya
if you
mah.
could consider them that.
Oke, coba nih pintunya rada aneh nih.
Jangan over
Now,
tense.
Fracture, they gave him a run for their money in those situations, but
Lu pernah
Yeah,
nggak
Breeze.
misalkan lu nyewa
Different
mobil
Viper.
atau nyewa motor, tapi malah tiba-tiba spawn di tempat lain, gue gitu anjing 2 kali.
Tempat apa?
Tempat lain jadi tau gue di dalam air aja udah di zona.
Jul, tadi gue spawn Sanchez, terbang Jul, turun ke bawah mati lah gua ngentot.
Siapa gue sih gitu nih? Tapi kalau saya langsung tiba-tiba di
Tapi sekali 2 kali doang.
Heeh.
Wajar lah, ping kita, PL kita. Srot, dapat timing dong Srot.
Diam Jul.
Srot siapa sih?
Mentot.
Enik Gnum lagi Gi.
Yang jelas orang.
Ih, nice banget Srot. Aduh, gak kena. Nice delay banget anjing babang Srot gila. Alah, Tense, hampir nge-whip lu Tense gen. Eken lah, nge-pick sih.
Tolol banget ya.
Belum ngeplan ngentot.
Belum ngeplan ya. Lupa kali.
Ada dia darahnya udah sekarat, masa gak sadar anjing. Bangkong 1v1 kalah.
The Bangkong
lagi.
situation. The Tense, the Bangkong.
Tense can put a 1v1 tuh. Srot is S anjay.
Is S.
Wah 2 menit nih. Nonton si Mas ngaji dulu lah.
Nonton si Mas.
Oh udah gak ngaji.
Gak ngaji udah gue tinggalin tuh orang. Diajak ngobrol nanti gue sampai subuh anjing.
My friend.
Hello, yala.
Bentar, kalau
Tadi
manggil
gue
gua
pengen
gini
dibunuh
sekarang
anjing
bro,
gara-gara
manggil
gue
gua.
ngaku Yesus, bangsat anjing.
Oh iya.
Iya. Can you say any of Arabic gitu. Gue bilang, ya udah gue baca Al-Fatihah anjing. Oh ya. Let's go repeat after me, diajak kalau wahat anjing emang nih orang.
Kok si Juan nggak nyaut ya dipanggil? Wah, tidur nih masih Juan. Egi kok nggak ada suara Egi? Oh, emang lu matiin suara ya? Gue lupa. Suara in-game ada kan ya? Voice chat mah ada ya?
Ada. Berisik anjing soalnya.
Set audio lu sih gede juga ya. Gue cuman pakai 2 dah. Kalau gak streaming 1.
Aw.
Ini si GG enak juga nih main sama si GG. Responsif orangnya.
Siapa GG ini? Viewer.
Biasa bertiga gua sama Takul tuh di mobil. Dia nembakin Uzi kalau nggak pistol.
Ya, gue tabrak tuh si GG. Motel sih. Aduh. Jam berapa?
Si Katol sih tukang jihad doang tuh anjir.
Ini
Gak mati dong lu.
Hello motherfucker. Lah. Ada ini mah teman-teman gua.
Wah, di jalan lu. Au, shit. Anjing, lu Gipeng Mawan Gi, subuh-subuh buset. Terima kasih David 16.000-nya. Lu Gipeng Mawan. Yang modal. Udah mulai ya?
There are sneak refuses. There's a little bit of everything you could possibly want. And now we turn our attention to 100 Thieves' defensive side, where they were statistically better than they were in the first half, as they carry this 2-round lead in.
And this is
Paul's
fight from Will right away against Tens. He will escape with his life, much like we saw in the first pistol round of Fracture.
But Will weak. He took some damage, and Tens, with everything thrown his way, continues to push forward. Not satisfied with what he's got. Not satisfied with what he's taken, and he's not going to be satisfied with the end of that round. Stellar wins that opening duel.
Thieves can pull back and start to get the advantage here in pistols in this series. Turning it for themselves as well.
Masa Nugi Feng Mawan jadi merep TP kan?
Through double doors, they're all going to funnel in at the exact
same
time.
Woi!
Anjing
asunan banget.
Now it turns into a 2v2. Stellar and Derek.
Itu lagi abis jatuh nge-flick anjing.
Shroud 89 HP. He's playing
di kanan,
lineups.
Babang Srot.
Oke.
Aduh.
Ya.
Nah, yang keduanya adik-adik.
Padahal momen dia coy itu.
Iya, ini
momen
dia loh.
So much like many Sentinels clutches I've seen in the past.
Dia udah tahu itu ngedingin, kenapa nggak diklik kanan ya?
Itu klik kanan tapi nggak kena yang kedua.
Oh. My goodness.
Yang kedua itu nggak kena.
Almost living up right away to the Sentinels.
Jadi keluar 3 pelor nggak kena semua.
But that is a pistol round win for
Lalu ya, orang terakhir Babi susah banget.
First half was the poorest
defensive half
we've actually had from Sentinels.
Yang kemarin-kemarin kan clutch mulu si Srot.
And I don't really think that they were able to get into the same type of setups that they wanted to, especially with the aggressiveness that we were talking about.
Tunangan.
Tens in a lot of these situations, not really letting themselves out of advantages early. Because 100 Thieves just understood.
Oh, kayak KD mini tiny.
Gitu. Mini booby.
100 Thieves.
Mini booby.
Buba.
Defensive side is where Will comes
Mini booby. Boba.
Mini buba.
Sentinels even with the plan, they don't buy up.
Lo kapan mau nyamperin Budi ke Jakarta Jol?
Much of anything, they just decide to play this out with classic.
Mini gua lagi. KFC.
Bukan yang oces.
Peren Putaing.
Peren Putaing.
Seems like they're gonna rotate back towards A.
Halo Farhan. Enak ya bangun pagi ya.
Gue beli rumah, tau lagi? Gue beli rumah Gi. Gue udah deket sama lu. Nggak sih emang kita awalnya deket, tapi lebih deket aja.
Kapan?
Tadi.
Udah.
Belakang lu gua, rumah gua belakang lu.
Itu sebenarnya bagus Jul, nempel Richman man.
Belakang lu tapi sebelah kirinya. Bagus super bagus. Ada kandangnya juga nanti mau beli buat naruh bahan.
Ada kandang Jeki. Si Tens keples juga. Astaga Tenjet, udah kayak DBangkong itu.
Kanan mulu lu.
Bagus sih dapat plan mati 2 oke. It's okay.
Anti-eco conversion from them.
Jabat bang.
And a solid lead now, 4 rounds.
Tens Iron, buset.
Was a 7-5
Bang Dra, gendong Bang Dra.
And I do think as well, this is the easier half to prep for it if you're 100 Thieves. If we continue that narrative of this team being very good in the prep, the attacking tells come much easier because it's the attacking side that's making any sort of initiative of the time. So,
nggak nyaut
prep here. Sentinels not really changed up the executes. It's definitely something that I think 100 Thieves are used to.
Lagi
Take an edge.
Tuh, nyaut kan. Uy!
Look at the aggression.
Kontol jatuh. Aduh, ya Allah.
Lah.
Wow. Gua takut channel gua kena PNAP. Terima kasih Babangsa 50.000-nya. Menang nih Sentinel nih. Ketahuan ya tetep ya bangsat lah.
On all the players backside, everybody even playing in spawn, and some players if they're aggressive in mid too.
Ya, nggak tahu nih replaynya bisa ditonton atau enggak ya.
Santai men. Gue sambil nonton PISITI soalnya. Cuman numpang poin doang gue anjing. Wah di Sindra ini nih yang bisa ngedit nih. Nonton di BBN anjing, cepetan DBangkong. Oh iya. Udah ketiduran, coba komen dulu. BBN kayak kontol muka lu.
Bonus from 100 Thieves, so weaker weapons. I'm not sure if that is something that they're
bisa komen lu.
They can't use the regular.
Wah parah lu belum bisa berarti.
Or against that strat.
Gue member.
Oh lu member.
Dia member.
Coba lihat.
Different.
Coba lihat.
A lot of times teams opt to actually open the door.
Gue gak member.
Bos Indra asik.
See if that's something that
gak usah main sama gua anjing.
Parah lu bos tuh kan, pundung si Mas lagi dan
Gak jadi gue ditembakin Dra ngentot. Gak jadi Dra sakit Dra.
Disuruh komen ngentot.
Once again, we're just waiting for aggression. We just saw this a couple rounds ago where Shroud was waiting just at the end of Hall.
Lu matiin Dra, ya tau gitu gue healer. Kontol ada orang.
Will has made his way almost all the way up, all the way in.
Oke, thank you Kon. Bapak lo 5.
Lying in wait. Drone there, is he gonna find the time?
Goblok anjing naga-naga.
Given up with the flank.
Masuk bang.
They're not looking at it anymore. The knife out onto A. You see the dart, you see the molly, you see everything thrown out, and now the Hunter's Fury.
Oh my God, sajam! Ya ilah jam! Hampir nge-whiff itu. Gue kira mau dipisau Gi.
Gila kali. Skor segini anjing.
Awas cave-nya itu. Oi! Ngentot Jelsis.
Bagus banget Jelsis.
Udah surut.
The original architect of the flank at the beginning of the round.
Keren banget nih RGX anjing, suka gue anjing.
Dipantekin 3 orang, kamu meninggal. Ya, semoknya kelewat.
RGX. Nice combination.
Inilah Jul, auto headshot yang ini Jul.
The drone tagging back. He falls all the way back to the back of the yellow.
Ayo, nonton PISITI dulu ya, men.
Guess what? With the Hunter's Fury, Zelsis also has a lineup for his KO nade. So he's already tagged.
Masih sekarang Juki udah sombong banget.
Petrus.
Sentinels.
Again,
even this round, this map up. 7-9, 2 rounds.
Katanya.
And they forced 100 to actually.
Wah, maju nih. Dalam co.
Ini lagu sangat-sangat chill ya Babangsa. Terima kasih gocapnya lagi Babangsa.
Di dalam.
Ju, lu mau beli rumahnya Boy kan?
Mau Boy yang lama ya? Gue pengen ngambil yang di ini sih, di rada ke atas yuk. Ada yang bagus yuk. Rada ke atas.
Adik-adik yang baru nonton, ayo jangan lupa di like. Masa 200 aja?
Gue baru beli rumahnya gitu deh, deket rumahnya Miki soalnya, deket rumah si kakek Opin.
Udah beli apa mau beli?
Udah beli.
Anjing.
Tenang duit gue banyak.
Kak Tony asli.
Bisa 5 juta nih.
Gigi Kak Tony.
Sumpah. MB banyak banget anjing.
Jalannya taruh sini aja nih.
Knowing Sentinel's typical timings, they back off.
Udah like 2 kali, terima kasih Jokes 2016 nya.
Prowler actually, that might be some good misdirection. It breaks the trip as well, so Stellar.
Ya.
He positions his camera.
Tiba-tiba kena thrifty nih, Ju.
They still haven't really known that this hero buy is coming out from 100 Thieves.
Susah lo jadi ajak ngomong sekarang.
Ikut.
Ngomong.
Gendong, kiri.
Gak jadi, Ju.
Gak jelas, masih pagi bro. Sewa lah, masih pagi.
Oi! Ngentot bener kan, kena thrifty kan? Emang analis DBangkong tuh 90% tidak dapat diragukan ngentot.
Thrifty.
Aduh.
Mana Nandra, gue lagi sibuk nonton PISITI. Indra, sorry Indra kalau gak jawab.
Karena thrifty.
Yeah, and they read the situation well as well.
Iya,
They waited a long time to see if there's anything coming out of B. And
oh tadi menang tryhard ya.
Once they noticed for quite some time that wasn't coming, even with that prowler coming through from Dapper,
ini muka Beben yang
they
yang
still
disawer,
commit will to
ini
that
muka
side
gue
of
yang
that. They
nyawer.
still
Kalau yang nyawer ya,
and it works.
jangan terlalu bangsat, tak terlalu hilang.
Mana main anjing, let's go man.
Flax road anjing. Overhype.
And the time
udah bangkotan
on that hit, not something that's typical from them.
Udah bangkotan.
Udah dibilang OBS udah alat terbaik buat dia anjing.
Fans kurang buff Kaidai sahadai Ju.
Kaidai with little tiny booty.
Kaidai. Dulu Kaidai ya, sekarang Kaidai.
Ini kalau yang jualan gulai
ya udah santai gue tunggu di sini.
Aman besok lebih parah. Jangan demi kelangsungan hidup nih.
That you actually
ini katanya kalau kalah pindah kira ke Asuna.
Enggak. Terus balik ke klub lain anjay.
Have some trips and some cages on this site even though this is coming out.
Pindah ke Asuna.
Kayak katanya pengen di kalau senjata over di gangbang viewer tense.
Kalau Tens menang jadi huge booby nanti.
Huge booby.
Oke.
Hampir kena flick. Babang Srout.
Ya Allah, Tenjet kena spam anjing. Sakit tuh hatinya tuh.
Anjing dipus dong, gila nih orangnya.
Wah, gila.
Ya bisa apa Babang Srout mah.
Anjing. Udah semburat tangannya anjing.
Thank you udah subrek ya, jangan lupa like adik-adik.
Tangannya udah semburat anjing.
Ya, gagian berserek.
Light buy out of Sentinels that we had from 100 Thieves in the prior round, but
tumben Srot Phantom. Baru nonton sekarang nih si Rahmat.
Gue bayangkan gue tungguin.
Never pandal.
Terpaksa.
Karena Phantom itu senjata yang lebih gampang ya.
Mau kemana sih? Udah.
Sweret apa sweret anjing?
They just use the knife.
Where?
So they're not going to have a
apakah map 3 nih sesuai prediksi
Arab?
Maybe this is where
I'm
they flip
rising.
the script and try to go B because they haven't been there.
Astagfirullahaladzim, seret kagak nyampe otak gua, Cok.
They're seriously
kalau kata orang dia tayar
the middle
Phantom.
side of the map. Sometimes obviously Dapper's still throwing his prowler.
Ya Phantom maksudnya Beng, bisa aja Rahmat.
They are.
Enak banget mobil anjing, coba gue donate. Bang,
starting to put together a lot.
Itu yang enak nih, yang top
this push
itu
that's happened now twice
yang VIP lihat dah. Mobil pertama yang apa Porsche ya? Kencang banget anjing.
And 100 Thieves has also swapped Stellar onto this site too.
Ya UTP enak sih.
Potentially they won't stick to that setup given the pit is gone now from Bang, but no they will.
Tidur belum, Bro. Jangan-jangan hotel lagi nih, Jo. Udah 11 ini.
Enggak mungkin, men.
Oh sih, enggak.
They will have to deal with getting through these cages, getting through the trip setups that he's put.
Salah ini, men. Sentinel, men.
And here we go. Finally, some exploration of the left side of the map from Sentinel.
Ron ini kalah aja, udah habis dah Sentinel. Next game.
Tadi juga gitu, Ju. Nah, 12.
Nebeng udah kemana aja.
Menang tryhard kan. Kontrolernya bangkotan anjing.
Looks like he's actually set up to hold the halls and
Waktu maunya AFK aja di mana gitu bengong.
And I think you're right.
Susah ya.
Oh my god.
What a shot on the Derek, a one tap.
Apa tuh?
Crosshair gue dipakai juga.
Has pulled rotates out.
Crosshair standar itu ya si Tens ya?
Standar CS 1422.
Kalau gue 1322.
Just walking out. Stellar right
1322 lu ya, kayak Suigetsu.
Itu Suigetsu itu.
Iya.
Hit us again. But
sekarang nggak sih lagi pakai yang outline
deep into mid.
Jadi lada lebar.
Aduh, Tenjet.
Kalau ganti Crosshair anjing kita guys.
Wah.
Wah.
Thank you next anjing.
Nothing giving away.
Ih, si Slot malah pindah loh. Padahal nggak bakal ketahuan gitu.
Belum. Udah nge-play belum kan?
Gue suka nih begini-gini nih. Kalau gue lagi nyantai tapi gue lagi ngantuk nih.
Wah, sesuai pendek gua
really trying to pull something back out of this.
PISITI man.
I think that for good reason, right? They needed to win that round. They needed it so
Anak
bad.
babi.
They pull out a crazy strat.
Gua kan gua bilang gua mau nyantai. Dia dirah.
Maju dia.
With this pit.
Thank you Indra. Teman gua mana anjing?
So.
Ya gua gak bisa hidup sama kita mati ngentot.
Throw the force so it is a full buy here
baby
from
oil, ya
Sentinels.
Allah. Gue dulu sering pakai tuh baby oil buat korek kuping.
Will holding this angle, understanding that.
Siapa ya? Kenalan dulu dong.
The first contact and Will has to dash away. Preserves his life for now.
Bacot, bapak lo 5.
While Dapper having to deal with his own.
Ini Jo, gue pengen ngambil sini nih.
Derek pushes him back.
Mana? Streamingin coba.
Drop gue di mana sih yang bisa gue FK sih gue lagi nonton PISITI. Gue cuman mau GB point. Iya.
Rada di atas.
Not much place to hide. Except for backside.
Coba keluar.
Tadi sih di tambah senjata sepi. Sepi senjata sepi.
They have to be
Oh, ini udah diambil.
B-nya udah
diambil.
Udah. Ini udah. Diego yang ngambil.
Pada minyak itu sabun.
Oh, gitu gue sebelahnya. Sebelahnya juga bagus soalnya.
Gue nggak tahu sebelahnya mah.
So if they put this up, he starts walking. Will is in a fight.
Rumah gue yang baru tuh keren juga.
And it's gonna be up close too.
Berarti gue nggak tahu
Suara
siapa.
gue cakap voice changer anjing.
Ini juga diambil.
Drop gue di warung Basir.
Gue nggak tahu.
Kalau ini gue udah booking. Gue udah
Basir
booking soalnya kalau ini. Jadi kalau ada yang mau ngambil gue bilang.
Timing banget.
Gue mati di warung gue sendiri.
Oh my god, Will.
Rumah lu di mana? Ayo.
Ke rumah Nugi coba, ke rumah Nugi dulu.
Nah iya. Jagain gue
Lah,
liburan.
nge-whiff. Oke. Lah dia nge-fake dulu si Strot, kocak. GG. Sesuai analis map 3 ya.
Map 3 pernah siapa analis?
And we're
Map
going
3
all the
heaven.
way in this matchup.
Ini rumah Nugi.
Kiri, gue liat agent pick dulu lah, liat agent pick dulu lah.
Wah.
Liat agent pick dulu.
Analis.
Takutnya agent picknya beda.
Depan kanan.
Ini kanan.
Bukan.
Yoi.
Nah itu juga bisa lewat situ bisa.
Lah Nuk.
Deket banget gue Nugi mah. Kiri.
Terus?
Kiri. Kanan.
Ini.
Nah, ini rumah gua.
Bangsat.
Mau beli.
Anjay.
Ini baru tempongan anjing.
Bangsat gede banget Jul.
Gede banget Jul anjing.
Itu di belakang bisa gua buat. Iya. Tuh.
Totol jatuh ngentot. Bangsat. Ampun.
Oh tadi gue pengen ngambil yang.
Wah
rumah gua kan tuh di depan.
Makasih Abrar.
Depan Juk.
Depan mana?
Terima kasih 15 ribunya Abrar.
Lepas.
Ini lo emang masih belum pakai ini ya? Masih belum pakai suara lo Gia?
Nah,
thank you Dap udah jadi member.
Deket men.
Tadinya gue pengen ngambil yang di. Oh ini Sam Austin.
Kentut. Reaction
700 anjing.
Apa?
Iya reaction time lu sih ngeri anjing. Temen langsung flick anjing.
Kaget gua anjing, kaget. Ngantuk gua. Beteler anjing. Ada orang depan temennya tadi gua tembak anjing.
Yang ujung Jul mau gua ambil nih.
Tujuan.
Nih 700.
Anjing tempat kompe tuh Jo.
Apa?
Tempat
zona
apa?
hijau itu.
Oh.
Wah bagus nih juga.
700 ini.
Oh ini yang tahu.
Cuman lu jauh sama kita Ju anjing.
Oh ini udah diambil orang tau. Ini udah diambil orang deh.
Ju, udah deket aja Ju.
Masih jam scare, janganlah kasihan
Kan
orang-orang yang
di
belum
situ,
tidur.
rumah di situ kan deket-deket enak Ju.
Udah nonton drakor Extraordinary, kayaknya gue udah nonton satu udah, gue lupa tapi ya ceritanya.
Tiap ini kan pada dia tiap ini kan punya teritori, bukan teritori sih, tempat nongkrong. Nah, kadang si tempat nongkrongnya itu didatengin sama kayak tadi tuh tempat nongkrongnya Geber tuh didatengin nama ini Gi, katanya Gi. Didatengin nama admin, didatengin nama si Fendi tuh.
Nah apa?
Buat yang ini apa? Ngasih bobcat.
Oh.
Ngasih lemparan bobcat. Gitu. Jadi biar kita tuh punya tempat nongkrong, kan kantor aja kan jadi dekat kita kemana-mana.
Inilah.
Pagi Ben, gue siap-siap sekolah, siap nanti. Jangan lupa sarapan, mandi ya, mandi, sekolah mandi.
Tanah kayak paling gede rumah gua
dah. Masih jauh ya, masih jauh jalan-jalan. Soalnya kan banyak yang cancel apa membership. Jadi pokoknya gua tuh harus emot baru tuh harus membershipnya harus 450. Sekarang tuh ada berapa ya?
Masuknya oleh mana dah?
Hotel. Yang depan
sekarang ada 384 tuh. Masih jauh,
Nih,
harus 450.
Ambil semua kamar dapet. Baru sewain ntar.
Hemat baru 450. Jauh.
Anjing jadi juragan kos-kosan anjing.
Gas.
Langsung bilang ya, Ben 700 lah gas nih. Richmond Hotel. Ben Richmond Hotel Bel. Anjing.
Itu nuk. Langsung turun ya kan open.
Enak rumah.
Siapin GG-nya adik-adik.
Apa sih ngambil ini nih?
Wah,
kok gak dapet? Harusnya lu dapet itu.
Iya, anjing. Padahal udah trik spam bomb tuh.
Kalau lu nggak mau, ya gua kasih Crespo aja.
Nah, nih kalau mau cari.
Biar lebih dekat nih kalau gua ngambil sini.
PISITI,
itu bagus tuh apaan tuh? Aduh, goblok.
Ini seberang rumah Ijul, dekat rumah anjing, dekat
rumah lu.
Masnya coba lihat
belakang rumah lu, Gi.
Iya, ini rumah lu, rumah lu. Rumah Ijul.
Oh iya.
Cakep ini, cakep Ju.
Anjing tetanggaannya.
Yoi.
Aduh, goblok. Kali ya gue jatuh anjing sambil lihat kiri.
Ini rumah Atul ya, ngentot dari sini gua open anjing.
Atul ya Atul.
Dari sini gua open Atul nih.
Basoka asik
Sorry bro.
Enggak, fuck you man.
Ju dari sini lu coba start fire Ju.
Sorry Gi, habis melintir anjir.
Melintir gua habis ngantuk.
Bisa start fire.
2
set fire kan?
Anjing disengin bangsat.
Nih. Kalkulator bom.
Enggak kena, belum harus maju lagi.
Bisa berarti. Bakar-bakar.
Kalkulator bom.
Anjing.
Ya,
enggak anjir.
Ngebut soalnya udah enggak bisa bakar-bakar anjing.
Kita KOTH apaan sih? Gimana konsepnya? Kayak Arma, kayak Battlefield, nge-capture nih zona kuning.
Turun.
Poin-poinan ada di sini nih, harus sampai 100.
Aduh bang,
mati.
Cuman aku nggak jadi deh. Bukan. Kacaunya downgrade katanya.
Anjing.
Ya Gi, itu di Suarez gitu Kang gigit.
Kalau gue pindah sini downgrade jadinya Ju, soalnya gue nggak jauh-jauh banget dari tempatnya nanti sebenarnya.
Oh, lu di sana ya. Soalnya stempongan banget.
Oke, thank you man.
Nggak jauh banget kalau pindah.
Lu kasih game grinding mah dimainin sama dia 20 jam sehari.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah, sorry.
Anjing, kita jadi anak Greenwich ini mah, bukan Rockford Hill lagi ya?
Mati anjing, mati Cok.
Greenwich.
Anak Greenwich.
Gunner.
Jadi anak Greenwich ini mah di mari.
Pindah RT bego, gua menunggu udah pindah RT nih.
Gunner-nya udah mati itu, Gunner-nya pulang itu dia.
Lebih bagus yang ini aja daripada yang kemarin ya
Tapi
rumahnya.
ini Pak, ini bagus sih anjing. Ini parkirannya panjang nih.
Iya.
Mau masuk ke dalamnya panjang anjing.
Parah men. Anjing mati dong.
Anjing. Ada mobil OP tuh Gi.
Mobil OP itu ya.
Kadang
Anjing hampir gua.
Tapi ini kayaknya disatuin dah Ben.
Iya disatuin, gue beli
Disatuin lah pasti.
sama kayak Nugi disatuin.
Tapi kalau bisa dua satu sini sih keren ya anjing.
Wow.
Tapi harusnya bisa-bisa aja sih.
Nggak bisa di
telenya, nggak pindah telenya kan?
Kalau rumahnya gitu nggak bisa digabungin gitu, nggak bisa deket-deketan.
Oh nggak bisa deket-deketan.
Jadi makanya rumah aja, bukan rumah apa namanya, kos-kosan motel itu harus pisah beberapa blok gitu. Jadi misalkan nggak bisa 1, 2, 3.
Biar gak error
Jadi
ya?
harus
kan bakal pakai Omen kah? Nggak tahu ya, nggak tahu Astra, nggak tahu Omen
9
ya.
gitu. Sisanya nggak bisa diisi.
Di sini ada orang nih,
Nanti
spray
ketumpuk
aja udah.
berarti ya kalau dekat-dekatan ya.
Dapat anjing gua nyepray sasalan.
Dapat siapa tuh Gi? Lu temen kayak tadi.
Temen ya, udah gak apa-apa gua spray aja.
Betul, ini siapa ya yang oranye ya?
Enggak tahu.
Di sini ada orang nih.
Jesse dah.
Armstrong.
Kalau nggak salah ini Jesse nih.
Habis peler dikit lagi.
Baru dikeker. Enggak dong, di sini ada Hilan tuh.
Oh, ngentot.
Ya makanya gua berani kayak gini dong, klik kiri, men.
Gua enggak lihat map anjing.
Makanya kalau enggak gue mau jualnya ke lu aja gitu.
Motel sistemnya 3 pintu 1 kamar.
Oh Nugi juga bisa nih kandang atuh.
Iya.
Rumah gue sih memang the real gue doyan anjing, banyak open space ya.
Ngit apaan tuh seleketep?
Nggak tahu Ben. Ada tadi pokoknya ada orang di sekitar sini, pokoknya gue spray gini aja. Ada gunner tolol tuh.
Gue ngambil ini ya lah.
Gas lah.
Bersama-sama Greenwich.
Wih, biru banyak. Oh nana.
Ke kantor coba Juju, ke kantor coba lihat juga kantor. Jauh.
Kantor di mana kantor?
Dokter saya kemarin.
Tolong.
Sebelah gereja.
Ita.
Oh jadinya yang situ.
Agent pick.
Gue juga bingung mau di mana coba.
Kita love you ta.
Ini kalau Strot ganti jadi Astra nih kalah nih.
Tak lo ada Hilan tak.
Oke.
Tidur tau, jangan begadang tau.
Dappernya apa? Fade kah? Oke.
Enggak jauh-jauh banget.
Enggak jauh ini mah. Wajar lah, jarak wajar.
Menang nih.
Kantornya mau di sini atau mau di mana ya?
Ini boleh sih. Tapi kalau ini lumayan deket.
Udah tidak ada sofa di Heaven. Tanpa duelis lagi, udah pasti gak ada duelis ya nama. Jarang.
Kalau gue istirahat main ginian.
Nah, bagaimana yang lagi coba Juk? Di situ paling cocok kan?
Tai anjing ini game. Game tai.
Main di kota. Tengah kota ya. Gedung tinggi tengah kota banyak kan dengan.
Itu kalau
Emang takut chaos sih, gue kenapa milih situ karena gue pengennya ya udah kita di situ aja, kita nongkrong situ.
Tadi Rins, adik-adik yang baru bangun jangan lupa di like adik-adik ya.
Oh kalau nggak tahu ya bisa apa enggak.
Mulai nih bro.
Live Invader juga lumayan dekat sih dari kita.
Masa Live Invader kantornya
Sebelah ada yang gedung kuning. Gue lupa lagi namanya. Dekat Live Invader.
Yellow Tower.
Yang di story.
Oh Yellow Tower itu.
Yellow win.
No,
Yellow Weston.
So all the way into
Weston
this
Moreira.
100 Thieves, this roster showed so much promise, a lot of potential, and Sentinel's coming in with the absolute shocker of so many different things. Not only this
hari Jumat. Jumat
but the
Agung
actual one that I'm mentioning is the Shroud,
Apa?
of course.
Gimana?
And they've improved. They look
Apaan
so
anjing?
much better.
Juan nggak ngerayain Jumat Agung, Katolik Jumat Agung.
Iya benar juga. Itu kan protes ya. Yang protes.
Oh, ini bisa sih. Ini di story kalau nggak salah kantornya ini dah, Franklin. Nih.
Itu Bang anjing.
Ini nih.
Oh.
Masa pistol kalah lagi?
Soalnya di story ada.
Kocak lu Tens.
Ini gedung ini nih.
Dekat Rudy dong anjing.
Kan udah tutup dia bangkrut.
Wah, kocak kalah lagi pistolnya.
Sama
Wih! Jam.
gedung kuning.
Jam.
Yellow Tower di mana, Gi?
Gak ada waktu. Kalau nggak dapet setengah nggak ada waktu. Kalah lagi. Kocak.
Jauh. Mau lap invader sih.
From Asuna and the dive in from Derek
Aduh,
actually
jangan
bought
lagi.
so much
Takutnya lagi
time,
header, takut
but
buat
nobody
dipakai apa,
committed
Ju?
to defuse early there. And if they did, maybe they
Takutnya
get half
dipakai buat
even
nge-hack
before that
apa-apa,
nade
kan
comes
kita nggak ada
down.
yang tahu,
Because
anjing.
100 Thieves is committing so much.
Iya
They're actually
sih.
controlling that C-link with a flank coming down C-long from Will.
Tapi cocok lah sama kita.
Asuna, this is what I'm talking about.
Jasa
That moment
ini
right
anjing.
here, diving in
Ben
again
bagi
after
pom.
Derek as well.
Oke, 4 kata
Jasa
lucu.
Just gets
kehidupan.
back in time to deny the half. I mean, perfectly placed.
3 kata
defuse.
lucu, Deng.
Udah yang tempat yang tadi aja lah ya
And a
dia.
conversion on the pistol round for 100 Thieves.
Iya kalau yang tempat tadi
Ya, ini
nggak
Tinsel
bisa.
Tower aja.
Yang tadi juga boleh tuh. Seberang
Interior apartemen juga bagus sih.
To clear Shazam. He has to
Nih.
fall off with it. Nobody there to punish them. They
Gereja.
don't want to put themselves up in a trap.
Coba lu
position.
lihat aja gitu. Interior.
Gereja nggak bisa
gedung.
jadiin tower.
I'm not sure if that's actually a big concern given the no
Kalau gereja
duelist.
bisa jadiin rumah kayak tanda
He was
enter gitu.
mentioning it on the desk out there. Really
Pengen
committing to
Haleluya.
the triple initiator on Breeze on top of the set.
Jadi rumah gue di situ.
Here it's more committing to no duelist in this sense. And there's going to be a problem here, I think, for Sentinels. I don't know why.
100 Thieves are leaning towards
Ada
the
di
right.
misi yang
You just
baru,
saw
Gi.
Zelsis go down C long and clear out the alarm bot. I
Coba
thought
aku
there was a
login GTA
moment where they
online.
may pivot back to B, knowing that they've lost long control, but it seems like they're committing to it. Perhaps leaning on what should be the gun advantage.
Master bracket gak di-update. Itu kan buat apa? Apa buat yang
The
master?
gun difference coming out, but they've kept it close. Just Tens and Chaz that stay alive though.
Yeah.
Halo.
Bracket
I think
enak kan
100
gue
should
nggak
be
nyariin
happy here
semua,
because
ngapain gue update?
They walked into a stack and they come out with the
Saya
men and
sering pakai chamber.
there's
Tanya sama
no
bapaknya.
major traps that they fell into. So this could have been way worse in a sense. Obviously, you're not going to be happy with losing anybody on
Anjing
the set.
perannya kerennya ini klasiknya.
Wah,
Set di
Swing out is clean from the boys on.
Badinya iron anjing.
Not losing a single more person is
Badinya
very, very
iron.
nice.
Body
Way to
Landing
convert
and-
once they realize the stack is there.
Gimana cara
And the other
pemerintahnya?
thing too is it's kind of hard in a lot of
Oh, ini
instances
cara
to, at
pemerintahan.
least in Valorant to
Nggak
feel
pernah
out these
dipakai
stacks
ranked ini
given
mah ya?
that you want
Gak ada
to
yang ini
go
mah
for
cara
these
NA,
dives
ada
from
yang cara
Asuna there. He satchels out, for
Siapa?
example, of Garage.
Ini
Bisa
cara
jadi.
mereka
And
semua.
at that point, you're kind of committed.
Kalau
You can't
misalnya
really
udah
feel
kayak
it out
master
before
main di
you
EU
count.
gitu pasti pakai cara pemerintah, cara EU.
Anjing kenapa si Will
So
gak beli
round
half
four
buy ya?
Sentinels.
Cara pemerintah.
Really
Oh,
curious.
iya.
Buat
Cara
nyimpen
pemerintah.
AWP Gi.
Combinations
Bonus
Dari
buat AWP.
ininya kali akunnya. Dari Riotnya, Jul.
Oh, ada semua dong.
Ada semua.
on this defensive side.
Radianit
Maybe
poinnya
just
125
a little
juta.
bit at the beginning of the round here. in the
Radianit ya
lobby.
bukan Valorant point ya. Yang buat kapret-kapret.
Lebih mahal
Any
itu. Ya.
follow-ups are going to be so slow from Sentinels.
Skinnya juga gratis kan? Bisa beli apa aja kali dia mau ya.
From tens, Will
Iya,
has
bebas
spotted it.
pilih anjing. Tapi pas
Bebas
turnamen doang. Kalau kalah balik lagi.
Tens, he was patient the
Akan
entire
lama.
time, able to deliver the blow.
Sekarang Tens
Meanwhile,
pakai
the rest
chamber
of
pasti
100
di
Thieves have worked
rongrong
their way
lagi.
up.
Pakai jet lah, pakai jet. Dulu
Long
pakai
you see
jet dikatain mulu,
waiting
pakai jet mulu.
for someone to pop out. Shaz is close
Ya,
by two.
viewer.
Plenty of utility to work with. Flashes after Shaz.
Itu jadi
He
perfect
doesn't have
anjing.
dapper
Aduh,
anymore.
aduh sayang banget. Itu udah sayang banget itu.
The
Buang
defenses
banget itu
crumble and
musuh.
now there's a wall up from
Iya,
Zell
betul
to
handal
deny
kok.
any other
Timbang
additional
udah ini.
entry. It's just
Biasanya.
Tens who's up in heaven. Shroud playing close by two. How do they get in? What opportunities are available?
Makanya kalau kalah sih, gue pengen liat komen YouTube apa gue udah di YouTube ya.
Patiently waiting. You see the nades.
Komen Twitch.
Oh, nice banget flash Astrot. Nice banget. Anjing.
With them as Tens gets 3. He's got a chance at 4. He gets 4. Ace on the other side of the smoke.
Bentar. Itu bukan flash Astrot.
No dapper to steal it this time around.
Flashnya Bang.
It's Zelsis who actually does it. Shroud's gonna get the defuse.
Iya, flashnya Bang ya.
Again off of Tens'
Soalnya kalau dari Aling kayaknya Udah
That's gotta be
gitu
the
dah.
fourth 4K for tens now too.
Patahannya.
Poor guy, man. Just getting
Aduh,
teased.
gua gak fokus lagi.
Serut
I
itu.
mean, hey,
Serot kah?
those 4K.
Iya, kalau misalnya dia ngeflash kan pasti dari Aling tuh di pojokan.
That's true.
Nah nih coba.
Sabar ya, coba gua lihat.
This is really
Oh, enggak ada yang benar-benar serot.
Don't forget.
Flash serot.
Semua dua-duanya nge-flash soalnya mainnya.
Iya.
Recently flashed his teammate. Maybe that was Shroud's.
Anjing serut sih udah pakai ini mantep nih harusnya ya.
He's getting the assist for it, but that flash
Kalau nggak di flash kalah anjing.
really, I mean, he was full
Ya,
prime when 10 drops. and that's where the momentum starts.
telur.
Before that, we were
Si
asking
Egi baru buset si Egi.
Telur asin anjing.
Di take 4.
Anjing. Wah, nonton gua nih.
really can't play
Nonton gua itu dia.
super aggressively in that A.
Lempar di situ tahu anjing.
Flash support.
It will punish if you walk up.
Lauk.
Nonton
Lauk
gua.
XDR.
Two prowlers to clear out the garage. The first one didn't make it out, so he doesn't have any more prowlers to work with in this round. They put the wall up towards B, and it's a fake.
Pivot.
Anjing langsung
They're
dong.
gonna get into C. Unless Shroud can do something about it. He tries spamming through. Nothing's gonna land. Once again, it's gonna be a straight up 5v5 for the site. These rounds are chaotic.
Sini nih, Nugi di sini.
Yeah, but Celsius
Anjing,
wastes his
anjing.
flash already, so
Enak.
nothing really to follow up except for this, but there's the flash from Shroud too.
Kondenya kelihatan tuh. Buset.
Iya.
Ya, ngetro ngen.
The showstopper gets him
Ya.
Ngetro
Bersih
anjing.
roundnya.
out for 100 Thieves.
It holds so strong there.
Konyol.
Against the
Konyol.
retake from Sentinels. That comes
Nggak jelas.
exactly how they expect. Although,
Serot ngapain
see,
geloncat
actually had
gitu.
Stellar
Siapa
way
ngajarin
deep
anjing?
up, close towards spawn, then he's
Biasa,
falling back
otak-otak
in.
bapuk.
Tuh,
Yeah, but
lihat
the
tuh.
only piece of utility here was
Masih di atas.
Shroud's flash on top of that. Obviously, Shazam after using the rolling thunder, but there's nobody really diving.
mati
This is what I'm
lagi, Sajam.
talking about. Anytime they set up any
Anjing,
sort
line
of
up ke Sor
utilities
deh.
to be able to punish, if there's not
Tuh,
the
apalin tuh
close
Jo.
spacing that you need, or if they're coming from a different angle, if they're following it,
Kiri kanan.
there's no speed with it.
Itu yang buat ke short ya?
Oke, Nugi.
Gua baru ngomong.
Pokoknya cewek gue
Lumayan
banget.
anjing.
Ah. Emang volume GT lu 100 Ju.
Oh, they're leaving him.
Sorry dah kalau gitu.
Suara Discord gue yang kecil.
Oh, emang suara
They
mayoritas
just
kurang didengar
completely
kan.
left Will there. That's actually pretty surprising given that there was those tells, but nice repush from Sentinels. It leaves the A side
Ya,
a
yang
little
bisa jaga
open,
siapa ya? Yang bisa jaga nih.
and there's only pistol for Shazam, so
anjing.
not much resistance here at
So,
all. They did recover
Retake.
a weapon down C long.
Iko retake.
Belsis.
By the time it arrives, though,
Oi,
all of 100
Bu.
Thieves are going to mix it up in exactly
Makasih
the
ya, Bu.
positions that they want. Very similar to what we saw previously. Stellar wall up to deny entry
Apa?
from Link.
And while this retake might look good for Sentinels right now, 100 Thieves is still flawless in these
Di
anti-ecos.
ulti.
Remember, it was
Oh.
off of Shroud's flash that they were able to find space, and there it is.
Oh!
Once again from heaven gets one.
Anjing!
But Austin and Derek keep him back for now. 2v2 here as Bang tries to
Wah,
hold them.
hampir lo anjing.
And it's Derek who
Chaos
does
banget
it at the
anjing.
end.
Turun.
Sensei lagi
No
wangi nih.
antics this time
Kita
from
bisa dapet
Sentinels.
anjing begitu.
Balik setelan dulu.
So does that count as another clutch?
Ya, seperti biasa.
Even though the
Shrot
last player
zero.
was dead, it was Bang who got killed.
Zero.
It should. And, dude, this guy is insane. I mean, this one is a little bit of a gimme because obviously it was a
Ini kalau ada
this is too
Sik,
realistic.
Ten sama Sik ini
Will
saingannya
definitely
nih.
count, and
Anjing.
he's
Kenapa
keeping his
sih?
38%
Udah
Kayak mana
Oh,
dua.
Wah, belum
Which
pernah
is
tuh Sinatra. Iya
insane.
si Sinatra
Nah,
kenapa ya?
bro.
He's got so many.
Mentalnya
Masalahnya banyak.
Sinatra tuh kayak bro ya,
He's
kenapa ya?
at 14 now.
Ya makanya gitu.
And also another 4v5 conversion. They're second so far on this
Apakah
map.
Wah,
Telepon
mati lu Dapri.
Sentinels a heavy push in across the
Mau
middle of the
budi.
map. Asuna banging through the walls, able to take care of Dapper. Sentinels try to dial in pressure. They try to increase the pace. For
Enak,
mid,
dibales.
down short. Doesn't pay off.
And this is where Sentinels gets tested. the
Round belinya lagi ya?
hardest, right? Their third map
Iya.
here, going the entire distance. A map that they haven't shown so
Ah,
far.
kosong.
Something that they had to have tried to be prepping
Yo,
within
mana?
the 2 weeks that they
Pulang
had
apa
at
lower?
boot
Kalau
camp.
kalah
Now
pulang ini
3
lower.
weeks.
Udah tahu kotanya saya.
The biggest test yet on a map. Again, they have not yet played. And I'm looking at the way that they're
Anjing,
playing
jadi
this
jadi
mid push, and Shazam already
Saving aja.
potentially not necessarily running out of ideas, but team losing faith in some of the
Oh, nggak ada
plays that they should be making there because they're clearly solo peaks on both
Kiri kanan
sides.
Use the Nightfall. Clear the way, not going to hit up on anyone. As you see, all members of Sentinels are tucked in garage. Shroud waiting to see if there's going to be a floor.
Wah, nggak nge-try.
Saving.
Tapping guys, cari sih. Kayak ya, cari ya.
Tapi tetap diduelin anjing. Sajam duelin.
Oh, Sajam bisa. Oh enggak.
Exit kill Serot kayaknya.
There's a trip.
Nyari.
He just used the smoke to get backside, so maybe he can jump over it. No, he just clears it out. Zelsis on the tap. We've seen this story before.
Yeah.
Wise to away.
Oi!
Players behind Zelsis gets
Ya
gifted a second one
elah.
as he spams
Panen
through
kan
the
lo.
smokes. But there's just not enough
Dapat
time. Damage was
Serot,
done.
gokil man.
100 Thieves will get the
Please.
round.
Nah ini killnya Serot nih, Jo. Ini killnya Serot.
Enggak mungkin.
Harusnya Serot.
Takut tadi Serot.
Mati itu.
Dia hampir sekarat. Hampir sekarat.
And something to note too that is
Takut lah,
actually
kita lor.
very, very
046
scary for such a team.
Ya 046 naik.
Obviously.
Serot Derosi.
Serot Derosi anjing. Hubungi 046.
On these situations,
Ada butuh Serot.
where they're taking the site, where they're executing the site.
Ntar lagi ada komen lagi 4 sehat
round.
046 anjing.
Every round.
Lucu banget anjing kalau gue liat Serot
That
tuh.
is a scary
Lucu sih,
sign
gue suka
for
nih, dia kayak
Sentinel's
Fred gitu.
If that trend continues, you're giving 100 Thieves their
Ayo
biggest
Serot, the
advantage.
king emang kontol,
Coming
lihat
into
tuh.
this event, there was 75% win rate
Lord Sword.
in the post-plant.
Lord
That slightly decreased a little bit in their first two matches, but I think this match
Iya nih, dia pandai jadi Lord anjing.
average that we saw from them.
How to aim. Makan tuh how to aim in
the fact that they're running a triple
PISITI,
initiator,
langsung
all
keok.
of the tools that the initiators allow them, and they still have struggled at retaking sites back. So it's not even that they're just getting 100 Thieves into their cozy spots, but Sentinels aren't able to capitalize on the
Bagusan
advantages
smoke
that they
giver
should
magic ini di sini.
have
Tertampar
in their
realita
compositions.
anjing.
Well, we talk about the triple initiator comp, and this one's much different than the triple initiator on Ascent, right? They don't have the double dart, the double recon.
100 throw anjing.
Dapper
That's
harusnya
a major
kamu
factor
carry. Ayo
against
Dapper.
adding the breach here.
Nah,
There's
Dapper
nobody
belum
to
nih.
follow up on that breach, except for like Shroud maybe can go for some TP plays mixed in with the Haunt and the Flash, but we're not seeing any of that.
The entry
Serotnya dong, liatin dong biar
Jangan
nge-kill.
ten, ditungguin udah diem
That's the only dive they have.
Yeah. And speaking of that, he's
Mundur
worked his way
dikit,
down
ya,
to
bisa
one.
TP,
Another
save.
alarm bar to keep him back. This time, does he smoke it out or clear it? See the rest of 100 Thieves barreling towards A.
Aduh,
They've had
jangan
so
jam.
much success here.
Jam ya.
And it just continues.
Kok gitu dia ngepicknya?
Definitely felt a little slow in that reaction from Zam, that shoulder.
Lihat Serot ngapain di chase sendiri.
Austin to miss that kill.
Kacangin Serot.
Sees as well from Derek. Gets the information.
Asuna pushing forward.
Lurker gila.
Oh shit, di DC men langsung si Serot.
Anjing, Asuna juga
Oh
ngeri.
Serot ini momen Serot nih,
Saving.
Ya, goblok, kontol, Serot tolol anjing,
Execute
bapak
from
lu
100
tujuh
Thieves.
goblok.
I was really wondering.
Coba lah, dapetin satu
Tolol
kill.
anjing.
Fracture is a
goblok.
potential in this, and we already saw the fracture. Whether or not 100 Thieves is going to start to trust their executes, because it looked so good in stage 2, but consistently they're going for a
Udah start
mid-round
OBS, start recording
and mid-round
anjing.
comps as well. This one, you could
Bikin
think of
konten.
as a mid-round comp, but I'm thinking
Goblok.
specifically their Ascent comp.
Udah paling
All that
bener
stuff
anjing, cut tuh dari
leads me to
1000
believe
jam
they
lu cuma
really
1 jam lu
trust
yang
that
wangi
idea.
anjing.
And less so
Tolol,
trust their
goblok.
executes, but more and more
Goblok.
I'm thinking that may be a mistake, because that was beautiful.
Bunuh dia orang. Tero.
Merhatiin live chat nunggu coach nih Gi, sumpah.
Nggak ada kalau ini overrated nih real. Nggak kayak Zero kan jokes, ini goblok. Menang goblok. Mau ngomong apa anjing?
So he carries that in. The rest of Sentinels are going to buy up. They're going to have full armor.
Serot adalah orang yang paling kecil mati ya gini. Jadi paling kecil
We
mati.
saw how
Saving
little
Bocil.
impact they had on the retake. We see that.
Betul.
And if they can actually force Shazam to use it in a retake scenario and
Lagi
not
gue
a
lebih suka nonton
trap
Zero
play
nih.
scenario, then things could be really
Lebih ada
easy to
impactnya. Serot ini nggak ada
handle.
impactnya.
Also no, Asuna insane so far, 4-0 these
Coach
opening
ini pun nggak
duels.
bisa ngebela Serot itu. Siapa
He is
konsepnya namanya?
punning-
Justin.
Bang on the dive.
Bukan yang kemarin
Itu
gitu.
Coach Justin.
It's actually Bang who does it. He ults all the way up into heaven. The thing is, will the rest of his team be able to join him? Oh, that hurts.
He did exactly what they needed, but the thing is, Sentinels is really fast here. All 5 players are going to be here before the spike goes down, so there's definitely an opportunity for this breach ult to make massive impact.
clear out the wall that was put up by Stellar too. The smoke keeping Zelsis and Tens safe for now. They see some of that utility drop. There's a rolling thunder that we mentioned. Will's already fallen. The paranoia.
Anjing, dia nge-smokein diri sendiri, ngentot pinter banget.
Gila.
Kena flash ya, kena enak.
It's a 3v3 on the site turning into a 3v2. Derek and Bang still up 64 HP.
Anjing, mundur untung.
Ya.
Lost control.
Wow,
mantap. Oi!
Surat mana surat?
Setengah lawan, setengah lawan.
Asik, congrats for
coba kita lihat, chatnya. Serot get a kill. Serot finally you. Serot is back.
Serot is back.
Gila ini nih, gila nih. Ini namanya penyepong serot nih. Kita sebut adik-adik ya, penyepong serot.
Penyepong serot.
Padahal serot darah 35.
Before LCQ, Shroud is the only hope here for Sentinel. At least in this round.
Serot mau ngapain juga disepongin.
Again, actually, I'm surprised to see that round. I think they went a little slow on that breachal retake, but I think Shazam had to reposition himself to not hit his teammates, and that costed some time. Gave 100 Thieves the opportunity to fall off site, but also commanding that really nice smoke from Bang. Solo down in dark that he could play for, that catches the players dropping out. Caught Tens, or almost caught Tens. Tens was waiting for quite some time. Caught somebody else.
Oh, ada nih, Nugraha Derman, penyepong serot.
Very effective either way.
Nugi DRMWN.
Oh iya.
We'll see now. 100 Thieves with a timeout when they have the lead.
Pongin serot anjing.
Wasn't a fan of this in their series against FaZe.
Dapri ini ayo Dapri.
This one's a lot deeper into this. They definitely want to make this. They have the opportunity here, Doug, for sure, to make this a 10-2 half. I think that's what they're thinking. And if they do that, if they're able to convert that,
pada Javu ya ngentot lah.
You're looking at attack side with no duelists.
Pertama menang OT berat. Gua kalah. Ini kayak pas lawan The Guard nih.
Dreadful to consider. If you're fans of Sentinels.
Tens has the op this
time.
Gue
bela-belain gak tidur ini demi nonton babang serot ngelawak.
The problem with that is every single round so far.
Ya kita lihat serot dientot. Serot dientot. Entot dia adik-adik. Lari.
Oke, kenapa kamu nge-flash duluan serot? Gua nggak ngerti sebelum lu baru datang.
Now they can assume their post-playing positions.
Lari adik-adik. Aku takut.
Kok nggak di-smoke sih? Ini ya celong.
Tadi dia udah nge-smoke jauh.
Biarin soalnya.
Lagi cooldown.
Try to control that either, and that's why you see them. They're pretty tucked up here. They're not playing for long. They want to fight off of anything garage. Asuna, the sole player for 100 Thieves.
Udah bagus
now 100 Thieves continue to funnel out. Will gets one. Asuna still denying entry from backside.
Aduh, TP-nya ketahuan.
Ya, kita lihat. Babang serot ngelawak ya adik-adik. Komen lagi ah. Penyepong serot ngentot.
The fact that 100 Thieves has the confidence to stay on site in a situation where Sentinels has a lot of utility.
TPOC anjing.
To fight back in that situation, a lot of flashes. Definitely a lot of stun as well from Breach.
Kedengeran lah serot, buset.
Bad sign.
Serot.
They're really understanding not only how they're using that utility, but also how to spread and counter it.
Ya gua kira dia mau
and then
ini
they
loh
have the
nge-smoke yang
follow-up plan
itu
to
tuh.
fall back down C-long, fall back on the flanks as
terus
well.
dia ke backside-nya tuh.
The way that they planted that spike.
Your tour de force come online. Look at that death ball in from Sentinels. It's a 4 stack this way. The smoke.
Apa gak ngambil Sage aja di Sage anjing cuman C doang.
They just have classics, right? I mean, this is gonna be chaotic.
Asuna lagi
ace. Serot, tembak dong serot, woi. Ya elah, udah dikasih waktu nembak serot. Aduh. Serot.
GG.
GG gaming guys udah guys.
So good in these anti-ecos. This patient is all.
Dapat ace.
Second ace for Asuna too.
2 kali ace nih ya.
That beautiful mow down of a spray.
Serot, ayo dong, lebih lucu lagi dong ulti ke Tero gitu ya.
And also the final kill. I mean, at least 100 Thieves gives them the ace in this case.
Asuna sih berasa main ranked ya anjing. Kill segitu.
What does that put him? 5-0 in first kills too. He's feeling himself, man. This guy was top 5 in stats in ACS as well. The only player for 100 Thieves up there. That was surprising for me.
Rodi.
Udah percaya nih pas dapet pilih fate. Tolong dapet.
Ternyata pet industri.
Weh, hilang, roketnya hilang.
Wih, GG Serot pas itu tembakannya, padahal yang ditembak si Diaper anjing penyepong Serot ini.
Two down long, two in garage. They just reset and then re-hit.
Repep nih kayaknya nih.
Anjing, pada baca Roja ult.
Actually, another smoke from Bank to come back online.
You see the pings on the minimap though. They do want to go this way. They have the Nightfall, the Paranoia too. Everything is hit up. A little bit of delay out from Garage. The Nightfall.
Lah, nyangkut telenya.
No entrance into the TP miss, and off of that Bang falls. The Nightfall is traded back.
Jam.
It's just Derek who's down long with the spike.
Mau tele kemana itu?
Mau tele ke side.
Something to work within through Garage. And they haven't been able to do it yet. What a hole.
Wah, nggak bisa repep sih.
30 seconds.
Bisa.
Susah
Can't
sih.
even
Dia udah nge-heal 2 kali nih buat
position
dirinya
two.
sendiri nih.
So they have to commit probably
Lagi
towards the safe side. At least it's the biggest chance. Or they're going to be in for a surprise against Tens.
Eric not able to land the flick. Is the third time.
Dapat loh dia nge-hit.
Entot.
Ya, Serot.
To open it, they shut it in their face for the third time this round.
Oke,
C
nice.
is not an
Waduh,
option.
banget itu.
Main triggers. Iya,
Really good hold here. But that is way too late for them to get their first plant denial on this defensive side. And
Anjing.
this is where
3-7.
Sentinels has been having good success in this series is these defensive sides. Against the 100 Thieves who
Bulldog,
have been
nah cocok
weakened
tuh
so
kayak lu
far,
kayak
it looks
anjing
like
sampai lu Serot.
this on their attacks.
Anjing
And at the
Sentinel
same
bego
time,
si
too.
Serot ini Gi.
Iya, kacung anjing dikalungin aja nih si Serot. Jadi pelawak, kontol.
Pagi.
2 ults.
Jangan lupa like adik-adik
Serot
yang join ya.
Anjing.
Mana penyepong handal lu Serot?
Nothing for Sentinels.
Serot komeng.
Even a bulldog on Shroud.
Sama komeng, jagoan komeng ngeplik juga.
Tiap nge-kill uhuy.
Prowler clears out long. For as much as we saw A, this time
Rodi.
100 Thieves want to
Oh iya,
reach
bagus. Entot Serot di C. Iya, bagus.
Sentinels.
Nah, Serot sendiri. Oke, it's time to Ebol. Ready of flash. Asik, flick kiri, flick kanan, Serot. Wow, keluarin semua Serot. Ayo panik. Wow, GG Serot. Adik penyepong andal
Oke,
ya.
Serot. Ayo Serot. Anjay.
Anjing.
Coba kita lihat komen guys.
Komen
Serot
nih,
is back. Cuma ngetik doang Serot gitu.
Anjing numpuk lihat.
Terus let's go. Anjing nih penyepongnya
Main
adik-adik.
Rowdy, anjing. Bulldog OP.
Serot is back kalah.
Serot is back. Penyepong handalnya muncul ya guys ya. Bongin tuh Serot anjing. Titiknya dikasih tai juga tetap diisep itu jual sama penyepong
Capek
itu.
banget ketawa gentot. Ada ya
Is
pagi-pagi.
back, anjing. Daripada si Serot bagi jagoan siret anjing Gi. Ya enggak Gi?
Siapa?
Jagoan siret anjing siret.
Ah, Jaol anjing.
Kita tahu gak?
Jagoan Giver Magic anjing daripada Serot.
Gua masih megang S Magic sih teman gua.
Apalagi Giver Gejirot. Buset, dah utility ditembak sama dia. Saking waspadanya musuh.
Enggak lah, paling jago sekarang ini Gi. Boom Tempole sebenarnya.
Boom Tempole. Ada sakit.
Boom Tempole.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Allahu Akbar. Pas lagi gua nonton Beben lagi.
Tuh. Emang sister tuh bukan monet PISITI bego tuh restream dia.
Restream ya?
Iya bininya nanti kalau gua masuk PISITI restreamin ya.
Tolong.
Iya tolong walaupun gua lagi tolol.
Nama takut turun, at least streaming gitu.
Ya at least streaming. Ini bininya.
Yanse.
Oh fiance.
Apa Benans ngomong apa Benans?
Kenapa gak nikah aja sih, Serot?
Belum.
Anjing tuh jembut kemana-mana, Ben.
Hah?
Jembut kemana-mana.
Enggak, Jul, enggak. Gua gak mau nonton.
Gue gara-gara lu ngentot.
Gua kaget.
Ah, biasa juga nonton.
Enggak, tadi lagi pas gue full screenin Twitch.
Emang nonton apaan?
Well, I think
Gua ada aja di
Abis ini tidur belum, masa gua lagi streaming di tidur? Goblok.
They've worked
Si
a
Serot
lot on
sampai
these
diliatin.
attack sides.
Gila ya.
And clearly since they're committing to this on multiple maps, I mean on Breeze for example, and
Bentar, gua
both
belum
their
ngepause.
series against Guard
Si
and
Tarik
Shopify
ini
definitely
main
saw
juga
some
kah?
good ideas put out. So potentially this
Pro
could be
player
something
dia
CS
di
maybe a
dulu ya.
side that they
Prosin.
worked out more, but
Kayaknya nggak tahu dah,
all the way
nggak tahu
down.
ya dia bakal ke prosin atau enggak.
Legend gitu, legend itu.
Oh, Legend. Kayak Serot lah, Legend.
Front and back
Wah,
side,
lebih legend dia anjing, jauh Serot mah
and
gitu.
if Will and
Oh,
Derek
jauh
are
Serot.
Nah,
careful,
sebenarnya
they
nggak
could really
legend-legend
be caught
amat.
out here.
Naiknya tuh
Kyle
dia di
is
terakhir-terakhir
just
gitu.
solid.
I mean, look at the map. They
Naik
just
namanya.
rotated around each other.
Shroud's
So
alone?
defenders who are coming in from the attacking side, and yeah, Shroud's the only one who's here on the side, and they
Kita
have to
baru
be
tiga.
careful because 100 Thieves have reestablished back garage control.
Sudang anjing.
Zelsis is only
Iya.
Elah crosshair lu Serat.
Crosshair-nya kemana, goblok?
gonna be able to win the round.
Tolol.
Another pistol in favor of 100 Thieves.
That is now 5
kalau gua
out of
duplikan mati
all
tuh.
6 of the pistols. 100 Thieves have been
Tolol,
really
anjing,
good
si Serot.
on pistol rounds in the LCQ so far, but this will put them into the elite level. And a reminder, perfect anti-eco record as well for 100 Thieves. And I honestly think that this
tembak.
anti-eco
Pulang kah,
here,
Sentinel,
this
pulang
eco
kah?
attempt from Sentinels needs to potentially go for a force.
Pulang,
Kalau
Spike
pulang
run
nih final NA
Didn't
kayak
get many kills though, so
Tapi enggak sih, ini standar tip.
Ah.
CEO-nya lagi telepon. Gimana kalahin gua kasih $100.000.
Anjing, $100.000.
Daripada tim lu malu gitu.
13. This one doesn't even count.
Anjing,
Ya, tapi KD lepas kontrak anjay.
Oh iya benar serba salah ya.
Oh iya.
To the top here.
Serba salah.
Sentinels have gotten this.
Kayak di Bubi. Anjing.
Pak dulu, assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam.
Paranoid to try to keep them back, but so far managed.
Iya.
Thieves showing they can do a bit of the same themselves. Shaz
Anjing, loncat.
Mau digituin dong.
Mau di freestylein anjing.
Mau di freestylein.
smoked off.
Yeah, the spam through.
Kamana tuh goblok.
Derek with the defuse.
Ah,
This does not look good
guys
for
turun
Sentinels
guys.
fans.
Yeah, this might be the biggest lead we've seen at this point
Enak
in the
nih,
game.
mimpiin dah.
400 Thieves. And for majority, outside of obviously the
Ini
fracture
bonus
overtime,
kalah
for
sih.
the majority of the series,
Salahin
100 Thieves
Rowdy
has been,
Rowdy.
you know, the people in the drive.
Roti,
Game that they had on Breeze were dominant.
Rowdy Rowdy.
This half,
Rowdy
the
Rowdy
follow-up,
Rowdy.
they got to be feeling very, very comfortable.
Tenonet. Tenonet.
This isn't an attack side that they're ending on like we saw last week against FaZe, so
69 by Rowdy Rowdy.
Paul's prediction of 2-1 100 Thieves might have been perfectly spot on.
Maaf ya adik-adik, udah pagi biasa ya, tolong mengerti, tolong mengerti adik-adik.
How do
Ngantuk banget
Sentinels
gua
find
aja.
a way in? How
Please
do they
Rod
stop
ngepick
this
duluan
bleeding?
lah. Gue pengen lihat diri kita tampol pala anjing.
Mati konyol kayak mati kena
Feels
sacel
very
lucu lagi
reminiscent to the
anjing.
attack rounds
Anjing,
that we saw.
sumpah.
Sentinels on Breeze, quiet at the beginning, and then they strike.
Anjing.
Seru
Rowdy.
ding.
Nah nih, Rajinnya udah mulai maju nih, lihat nih.
Right now.
Belum.
Before
Enggak ya,
being able
Serotnya
to
di tengah.
This is where they're
Ah,
confident.
Cemen.
Powers.
Cemen.
Ya,
When it comes
di
from
bed
them
dua
being
temen
set up,
di bed itu sama dia.
Di bed tuh temennya.
Dua
Kayak
orang
si
di bed.
kacung lagi megang spike tuh.
And it goes off too, so I think that ping 2.
Si Bulldog nih guys, si Bulldog.
Very well done. With the fault line in his face, he drops a prowler, and that's going to delay even longer.
Wah si Derek si gila anjing.
Play is
Can they-
good.
Yeah, can they find their way in
Buset.
though?
Banyak
They're
banget
still
detailnya.
alive, still healthy. Knows Elsis fixes
Kombonya sih
that.
gokil ya.
And you've got Dapper who's waiting.
Ya, kena bumbo tadi sial banget.
Bang from a distance, gets one with the ghost.
Wih, anjing.
Stellar and Will, 2-1s left alone.
Oke.
Now Stellar.
Oke.
Rowdy mana?
Ya saya ngeplan.
Anjing tuh, Seri Rodi tuh gitu doang.
Bonus
Oh,
round,
anjing,
nah, bonus
bisa.
round.
Really, really well done.
Sebenarnya lu bisa Gi.
It's also swinging
Sebenarnya kita semua
Bisa.
bisa Gi masuk
Gue juga
masuk
bisa itu.
Sentinel.
Masuk side ke plan sama main pisau ya.
There's definitely a
Bisa
couple,
gua.
couple moments of overconfidence there from
Semua
100
Ya,
bisa
kayak
masuk
Kiel.
Bisa sih lu, Mas.
Take a lot there,
Bisa,
but I
ini
think
kayak Kiel
what he
6
needs to do
lebih
is
lah,
actually
gua bisa
survive
lah,
long
tenang
enough for
men.
that flank to become a problem for them that they have to deal with and take attention off of the site hold. Then he could really
Bring
come in
back
and make some
Zoms
damage.
anjing, ada bocil Zoms.
So
That's a start for Sentinels. 5 rounds now, they've got to do more. Will's got the op this time though. So how do they deal with
Rowdy, lihat. Malah tele ke Rowdy.
And they still might. Look, the Prowler, the Flash. Asa could also die.
Lihat Rowdy. Oh, di serot depan nih, Jul.
Diserotnya anti flash.
Oh, Jul.
Mati anjing.
Rowdy.
As.
Lolet. Tolelat.
Gila sih Bang sih. Lanjut.
Sendiri lucu loh. Tolol Rowdy anjing. 2 lawan 3. Padahal di trigger anjing.
The information he has right now should be taking a lot more space. Masih sadar bro. That isolates Bang. He's alone.
Anjing pistol kontol. Gila nih orang.
Harusnya di dicoba.
Kita lihat mini bubi melawan
one tap.
Mini bubi. Oh, menang mini bubi.
Anjing tensi punggungnya udah kayak punggung kuda nih.
Punggung kayak punggung Smigel berat ngentot nunduk.
This TP up top, which is exposed to both heaven, and he just gambles for it and just takes down.
Udah lumayan gitu
nih.
Nanti
ntar kalau dia udah gak di Sentinel terus jadi analis, viewernya bilang, apaan sih lo tolol gitu.
Saying that 100 Thieves Sentinels is the first time they're playing. But I have to remind you as well, guys, this is the last time they're going to be playing this year in VCT as well.
Tadi mentok 7 ya sebenarnya.
Drifting nggak nih?
Drifting sih ngentot ini bener-bener pure lucu nih Mas.
They win out these rounds with no defense in their name. Once again, just the Marshal in the hands of Bang. Can they replicate that success?
Dan Sentinel pulang sih gue jadi Bocil Sentinel.
Sentinels continue this comeback that they've started.
Kenapa Zelsis jago ya lagi jago?
Rame orangnya kayak lu. Pakai mic webcam lagi.
Ya dia bacot jago oke sih. Kalau Rowdy
diem. Terus kan diem
tolol.
Bang is made to believe that.
Ose lah, diem tolol di luar.
He's got the Marshal just posted up on window.
Anjing gini. Mini bubi.
Late wall out from Stellar to deny entry into B. So they can turn their attention away from that and focus
kurang nyantai dah ini. Gak boleh nyepre-nyepre dah.
Rowdy.
Main ngebers. Menang.
Wow.
Ngebers mah.
Bentar.
Tens, punggung kamu sangat berat Tens. Go.
Sentinel butuh cost Justin nih.
Aduh kebaca.
Ya Jul.
Iya butuh cost.
Aduh timingnya serot. Belum ada smoke lagi, belum ada smoke. Aduh, Tens.
Wah.
Derek, Will, and Stellar all here.
Oi!
Tenang Bang, ini Bang Tens kalian nih.
14 seconds.
Reveal 3.
Tajam.
Nah itu tuh Bang Rowdy.
Mati lagi. What the fuck?
Mati sama klasik tolol.
Derek was there.
Anjing, untung aja ada Tens anjing.
Mati sama klasik.
That was so close.
Tolelot.
Well, I mean, 100 Thieves knew exactly what was happening after the rotate out of garage.
Even Ose megang Phantom, Magic megang klasik. Ose pun masih bisa menang.
Austin was actually on the flank. He got that first kill.
Ini aduh ya.
Still able to convert, even though it goes with the life.
Rowdy.
To take it against the Clutch Master himself.
Ngablun
That was a 4 versus 5.
Kelihatan dia pakai kupluk soalnya dia.
Oh, dia pakai kupluk komen IC.
Aduh, kena
Iya, elah TP-nya aja.
Jalannya kurang depan. Panik nih gua rasa nih dia mikirin fans ini udah gak mikirin turnamen Gi.
Iya, hujatan viewer dia masih mikir ya.
Mikirin viewer nih gak mikirin turnamen aja.
Udah Rowdy, go sleep. Ya cing.
Tensnya mati. Wah.
Mending Rowdy mati Tens hidup ya. Rowdy
mati dia.
Udah 20 Sentinel makanya kalah ini dim Tio jadi member.
It feels like the exact same type of thing we were seeing from
Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Beli senjata lihat Ijo. Tuh kan dia dong yang half armor kan. Lu tolol. Lu tuh sadar diri anjing.
Dibeli nama Tens anjing.
And then they just don't follow up on
Oh enggak deh.
right? That time
Tens
they're
beliin
making
Zelsis.
long A fast.
Ngapain anjing? Zelsis kaya.
And then they just
Beli
take
sendiri
so
kalau
long
tuh
for that
3.300.
Iya tuh 0 sendiri
Iya.
tuh miskin.
Even
Udah
if
gak dianggap
dibeli
itu di
to
comms.
use to rotate onto
Udah gak dianggap itu di comms. Si
Kalau stack 7 lagi aduh.
surprised that they even stick into that. Here's the TP.
Kalau ngasih info dibilang bacot.
anjing kena ding.
Oh, but he's already been spammed
Kita
through.
lihat serot.
43 HP.
Ya. Kita lihat serot di sini.
Oh, he
Happy to
missed the
give
one
up.
way too.
Akankah
Give up
dientot?
some of the
Serot.
space, knowing that
27.
you have advantage.
Jatuh
Serot
giginya dah.
now as he
Kayaknya
travels
jatuh ya.
more, will
Jatuh,
he
jatuh,
make his way up?
jatuh.
Jatuhnya tapi bukan ke box kiri juga anjing.
Iya.
No, Derek has his nightfall too.
Aduh Thames, jangan Thames.
And there it is. They drop it instantly.
Oi!
Gila
Wow,
ya.
memang.
Gila emang Ten.
Gila kalau itu gila.
Aduh, ke flash.
Rowdy, mati kamu.
Ya, stack 7 dah, pulang dah.
Ya, pulang.
Pulang ini udah miskin.
And that might be,
Oke, adik-adik Bocil
that might
Sentinel.
be the final whimper
Sepertinya
here for
segera akan
Sentinels
pulang.
because they got the
Udah
spike
GG,
down,
no?
but 2 rounds in a row this retake
udah
is
tahu,
solid from
anjing. Dia
100
udah
views, and
GG,
they're causing
TZ,
problems in every single round of these attack
Poin
rounds.
gua
Even
cuman
when
100.000
Sentinels
doang.
putting them on the board. I think about the round where Austin flanked. And
Ya, time
money
out.
situation is just
Rudy,
awful
Rudy.
as well for
The
Sentinels.
fuck I do is Rudy
Cobbling
Rudy.
together a buy.
Ahmad ini mesen makan sebenarnya buat streaming karena abis ini streaming nih. Asli sok nih.
Oh iya bener.
Ini abis beres main nih,
And I
yang
don't see
streaming
the
duluan
answers.
nih Sajam.
I don't see the answers, especially
Terus
now that
Zelsis
they
lah,
use so
berdua.
many of their ults. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Will
Curhat
scored
ya, nanti
before
surat curhat
he
gitu
used just that
streamingnya.
last round. Stellar's Res
Ya,
potentially going to be coming up soon.
kenapa?
Austin
Ini
probably has
tiba-tiba
another
Serot pulang
showstopper at
kan
this
ke
point, let's be
rumahnya, terus
honest.
streamingnya Daisy aja. Udah gak main Palo.
You're right. The answers are not plentiful, and Sentinels call a timeout to try to find a diamond in the rough.
Ini si Shazam cuman ini full podcast Shazam sama Serot ini. Kenapa sih lu Serot gitu? Gue di YouTube lu jago, ya kan itu YouTube bang. Dari 1000 jam cuma sejam yang wangi.
Really
Aduh, anjing.
Kan konten bang, namanya konten.
They don't have the solo.
Bangsat. Udah gak bisa
But they
ketawa
can
nih.
still do that one.
Ya lihat Serot. Ya,
Ya.
si miskin.
Third series, so potentially that's
Beli
what you need.
Spectre
Pepper
anjing.
kind of
Pandalnya kagak
falling a
ngekill
little bit
anjing.
consistency, but
Oh, look at the buy.
yeah, it's
bad.
it's not horrendous actually. There's
Serot
3
mah gak butuh
rifles here.
Sentinel, Sentinel yang butuh Serot buat
And I'm
tambah
not seeing a
traffic.
lot of missing utility, so
Aduh.
also there's only 1 Phantom on the side of 100 Thieves, so those light armors don't
Kan
matter
gue
as much as
bilang
you would
ini bisa jadi 100 tim mau dibayar Valorant
Gonna work their way in B.
biar kalah, biar tetap banyak kan nonton si
We'll see.
Rowdy.
Work with the
Eh.
paranoia, tries to go backside.
Oke.
Mantap.
Awas C-nya masih
Wah,
satu.
gila bang Ten.
Yang segila anjir.
Kena flick Rowdy.
Rowdy.
First swing out.
Bengong.
nice Dapper.
Very well done.
Aduh.
Info gathered. Utility used.
Wah,
It's not
Tens
gonna land.
parah
Tens has got
kumbungan
Wah.
kayak tai itu.
Yang naik malah Tens nih.
4v2 here.
tapi gue doain
Everything.
Sentinel menang lah
100 Thieves have
supaya
money, so
ada
perhaps they go for
lawakan
Ada Rowdy.
lagi.
now.
Biar ada kekonyolan lagi ya.
Kita lihat.
Ada Rowdy.
Aduh, jangan. Oke, nice.
Please menang, please menang.
Nah, ini nih kalau berempat gini menang Jul pasti Jul, lihat Jul.
Gak ada Rowdy soalnya.
Gak ada, iya.
Oh timing.
Sajam udah
Anjing,
lihat, Sajam udah
ketahuan
lihat.
tuh.
This is, I mean,
Menang,
just
menang
walked
ini.
into
Gak ada
garage
slot.
while
Menang.
the B pressure
Pasti
was coming.
Jelsis
We
nge-pick.
come
Nggak
down,
lihat Sajam,
much
wow.
like some of the stuff that they were doing on Breeze.
Harusnya Jelsis udah nge-pick situ
At
anjing.
least attempting.
Memang
Another
Tens
4K
4
from
kill
him.
ya, 4 kill.
He's got,
Ya,
I think he's
capek
at
dia.
5 now, actually. He's definitely had 2 this.
Asist strategi.
You are
Serot
tired,
diem.
honey.
Lihat, Serot diem. Serot diem.
Aduh, Serot diem. Udah Rowdy moment. Wah, dikasih mini bubi dari kita.
That was a great
Yeah,
reaction as well from
pasti
Dapper. I was
Boogie
worried
malam
because he
ini
didn't have a prowler,
Parah,
and he
men.
wasn't going to worry about the
Serot
long
dikasih apa
Oh,
lagi?
penggal.
which they didn't
Serot
come to.
dikasih
Always have to be concerned about
tempe
that.
mendoan sama
Especially with
kecap
that.
asin gitu. Kecap
Kondok.
manis.
But okay, hey, they've stabilized a
sushi.
little bit, especially economically. They survived with a lot of
Lihat,
weapons. They
Bulldog.
still have the op from 10s.
Bulldog.
Man, I wonder how they do this.
Kembali Bulldog.
Tens also has the tour de
Padahal
force.
Tens bisa ulti, Cok. Dia bela-belain beli AWP coba. Saking gak percayanya sama
Enggak
Serot.
itu ngambil dari yang tadi.
Oh, ngambil.
Ngambil dari yang tadi. Si siapa? Will.
Wah, padahal sih harusnya dia beliin Shroud sih, tapi nggak percaya ini udah tersisu sih.
Terus di sini, aduh, nyesel nih gue main sama dia nih katanya.
Ngentot
Kata Tens
30 loh.
Kata Tens gue cuma dikontenin anjing buat YouTube-nya. The best duo. Yang best cuma satu, yang satunya tolol.
Pas kombinasi top rank dengan bot rank.
Oh iya benar, the best duo.
Si Dapper dikit lagi senjatanya habis nih. No, 19/8.
Plus the nightfall. Finally some ults coming online, but they're not committing to the space. They're walking into a 3-person stack here from 100 Thieves. They got a high
salah
low
ini
setup
mah,
as
bro.
well.
Menang, Babang Ten suruh duluan.
Dapper unggul
Bang,
lah.
ada seru di Rodi nih.
Aduh Babang Ten.
Nightmare.
Shroud ngapain? Shroud ngapain?
Tense, nice tense.
Ayo menangin,
Ayo
nice.
menangin, nice.
Oke, nice. Oke, Shroud udah mati menang.
Nice,
Shroud udah mati menang.
Gak ada shot menang.
Shroud udah menang. Ayo.
Anjing hampir kalah.
Nice.
Anjing hampir kalah.
Cukup, gak ada shot menang.
Shroud menang.
Shroud anjing, Shroud. Tolong.
Jangan kasih Shroud menang.
Killnya nge-stuck, lu liat killnya
So Bang had the opportunity to really delay that. That was so
Taylor udah naik
close.
tuh.
Thank goodness.
Itu Raja lu tuh.
Austin
Enggak,
gets the first
itu
kill.
Tensa
This is where
ngapain
it got
pertanyaan gue liat.
completely terrible. Look, they're in a slow as well.
Ten siapa?
Before Asta falls.
Tele. Kurang depan anjing telenya.
So they were all packed up before that bang with the opportunity
Gua
to
aja
close
yang
that out.
sering main di silver banyak liat
Imagine
orang
that
kayak
goes
gitu
the other way.
anjing.
Imagine he takes the Shazam fight first.
Menang kayak Sentinel, biar ada tontonan lagi.
Iya, biar seru sih.
They're going into it though.
Anjing, komonya cepet banget, gila.
Wow.
Cakep.
Anjing, sudah dapat 2. Shroud kena pensil, what the fuck?
Aduh, Shroud. Shroud kemana?
Wah!
Waduh, mati.
Satu darah! Wah! Wah, GG ini. Celsius!
Menang.
Oh my god, Celsius! Satu darah!
1 HP it's a dream anjing.
Yes.
Aduh, kasihan Cok, punggungnya Cok.
Aduh, kasihan Cok. Shroud, tolonglah Shroud.
Nggak, mati sama pensil. Mati lagi tele, mati lagi ulti. Astagfirullah.
Shroud, tolonglah Shroud. Lu gak kasihan nih temen-temen lu Shroud. Aduh.
Coba lihat Valorant, gue pengen nonton kan.
Ini sumpah perjuangan Celsius Tens. Deper saja sih gila anjing.
Gila men.
That was against an
Anjing,
eco.
kombonya sih ngeri itu ya.
That was, I mean, every round from now on, even if they break the money again for 100 Thieves,
enak banget.
it's dangerous.
Nonton tryhard lawan 100 Thieves, terus tryhard lagi nih. Kayaknya lawan energi dah kalau ketemu.
So many eco rounds.
I don't even know anymore, man.
Ya Ben, energi Cloud9 siapa yang unggul Ben?
Sean Garris is the guy who calls the timeout. I think my feeling so far is actually throughout the series, outside of Breeze, the timeouts have been more favored towards Sentinels. Surprisingly. I'm just remembering Fracture, for example, that's what started that Sentinels comeback.
Orang udah pada depan set, Shroud masih di tero. Bengong itu dia. Ngapain ya gue enak ya?
Oke, hasil terus.
Celsius has his ult, Shaz 1
Ini
point away from
Shroudnya
his.
kalau abis ini menang nih, nggak boleh mati anjing. Miskin terus dia, kasihan.
To discuss, right? This is 100 Thieves' best chance to close this out.
Tapi feeling gua Shroud ngekill kalah sih.
Tapi dari tadi sih flashnya konek-konek terus.
How they want to deal with the ult from Gale. Look, they're gonna walk down. Asuna is already set up.
Please menang lagi sekali aja pedang.
To walk down mid. The spam is focused on Garage, but
sekali menang miskin nih dia Jul.
Aduh, Asunanya maju ngeri banget ini kan.
Ya. Aduh. Dapat dong, please dong. Oke, nice, Deper.
Nice, Deper.
Menanding, jalan.
Langsung ngecek, mantap.
Shroudnya di belakang, iya, Shroudnya di belakang.
Asuna here.
Shroud tolong banget.
Shroudnya ngalur ke lu. Nunggu yang bokong.
Udah bau Jul.
Udah bau ya.
Udah bau Jul.
Rodi.
Ini kalau nggak dapet nih satu aja.
Ngaco, parah Sorry Rodi ngaco nih.
Aduh, di repair. Shroud, come on. Nah, oke, nice Shroud.
Nice Shroud.
Kabur, smoke garage, cakep.
No nade out from Zelsis. They're gonna have to hold this. They're gonna have to fight.
Please. Oke, nice Ten. Aduh, Ten.
Bang Ten. Udah saving nih.
Son of a gun, they've done it again.
Anjing.
Aduh, untung banget
Dia nih mati banget.
All rounds of regulation here.
Banten kayak
we're going to 24. And that was again remember Asta pushed down mid at the beginning of the round.
Setelah melihat Serot main ternyata Muji tidak buruk juga.
Yes, Bang fell. Muji really puts they punished Shazam. Although they didn't even need Shazam on the execute because they went for that fast play. C was open. Now Shazam has the ult. They didn't have a timeout to discuss this time.
Yang lain udah 2 digit.
Literally no armor on
Sampai dia musuh 2 digit ya.
Oh my goodness. They might actually put him in the best situation possible. Remember, 100 Thieves have been ecoing them left and right throughout the series.
Kalau yang menang comeback nih.
Heavy stack
Bang Ten sabar.
From 100 Thieves.
Aduh, Bang Ten jangan mati. Please, Bang Ten.
No, Tens, no.
It's interesting to go for gambles.
Bang Ten, jangan. Jangan kasih Bang Ten. Aduh nih, kebodohan nih.
Put some out into the stack.
Enggak ini sih, Bang.
By breaking that trip.
Oh, ngecek, dia ngecek.
Insta cancel. Did he even see?
Jadi belum sempat ngeliat itu juga. Langsung di cancel.
Si Srot temannya di CT, editor dia lihat.
Kalau nggak buat ngecek di map doang gitu. Tapi harusnya nggak bisa.
I mean nothing to be heard.
Let's go Tens.
From the side of 100 Thieves.
Ayo Bang Ten,
ayo mini movie, let's go.
Waiting for Sentinels to be the first one to make a move. And that move is towards A.
Tai ini orang.
Oke, siap.
Zelsis
depan bagus baju dia buat entry
Enggak.
anjing nih
Yang
orang.
tadi yang sebelum Zelsis.
Oh, Derek harus mati ngentot. Lupa mati nih orang.
Who can often be a 3-man
Bagus friend dapat default.
Bentar, ada ulti guys seberang.
Mulu ya.
Guys, slot di belakang, lihat di flank ada 3 orang.
Dapri masih ada ulti, sabar Dapri.
I don't think they are.
Oh, they're in the slow though, and the flash could really do some damage.
Shroud with the paranoia, and you see him, he repositions.
Ya, malah pas ke tempat.
Sekali lagi, nice Rod. Nice banget Rod. Ih, kalah tembak.
Aduh.
Oke, dapat.
Oh, ada ulti assist.
Aduh.
GG.
Gila anjing itu retake-nya keren banget, kocok. Selamat tinggal Bocil Sentinel.
Retake-nya ngeri.
Ngeri banget retake-nya anjing.
Kita
lihat kayak dia.
Aduh, Serot goblok.
Anjing gue pengen lihat.
Baru menjadi ganggu Serot nih.
One of the biggest things we were wondering about 100 Thieves was, are they going to be able to have resilience?
Tuh, lihat si Benens langsung ngechat. Lu try.
Resilience in spades on the other side, and we saw it fail against Spain.
Aduh,
Sadge.
Sentinel
so close. They brought it back
Sadge.
so
Saying he didn't text you,
well.
so that means they didn't lose yet. That's what I was leaning towards.
He just messaged me.
Aduh, parah banget tensi sakit banget hatinya, Cok, sumpah.
Iya, anjing tensi gila banget itu.
Sakit banget hatinya.
Sedih semua nih, hari sakit hati sedunia.
Derek just holy man.
Scripted.
How many drug tests on Derek ASAP?
Yeah, pronto.
Alright
guys, I'm gonna head off too.
Udah ganti Serot, sumpah.
Alright,
Gak beres anjing, mending pro player beneran lah.
Have a good day. Bye.
Ini lagi pada buka OBS, lagi nyeting.
Bye.
Bentar,
People that are watching the next game, you're welcome to stay.
Yeah, I'll watch for now.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off though. GG's
Okay, bye
Not you,
Hannah.
Justin, though.
Bye.
I'll leave right fucking now. Don't tell me. You have nowhere to go.
What just happened to your audio?
I lowered him because he started yelling. I did global. I lowered him global.
Udah mas. Udah dulu dah. Turu mas. Yuk maaf.
Tidur.
Dewa. Udah adik. Kita udahan dulu streamingnya. Sayang sekali Bocil Sentinel harus sedih pagi ini. Nanti kita ketemu lagi di streaming selanjutnya mungkin habis Jumatan atau sore ya KWTH ya. TY selamat menunaikan ibadah sekolah yang masih sekolah. Aku mau tur dulu. Dadah. Kok nggak ending sih? Nah.
Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere